really appreciate. Also, he's very good to Ziorin. That's because you haven't seen the person I introduced to Ziorin. If you had seen him, you would definitely think I made a good choice. I'm telling you this. You haven't seen that young man. I asked Ziorin and she had a good impression of him. That's because Ziorin is kind and doesn't know how to refuse. Ziorin likes the person I introduced to her. Come on, like you said, she's just too kind and doesn't know how to say no. Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan were arguing with each other, and Tang Feimu couldn't stand it anymore. Stop, you guys are both right, but if you keep arguing, you won't get anywhere. So, find a time and each of you bring the person you introduced to Ziorin here so I can take a look. Ziorin, whom I introduced, must be the one I like the most, Tang Faizan said very confidently. How could he not be sure? He knew very well that Tang Yunren and Jiang Qi were already together, and it was he who covered for Jiang Qi and let him into Tang Yunren's room when it was raining heavily that day. Don't say that too early. Tang Phelan thought of the harmonious scene of Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren getting along in the coffee shop before. Even a blind person could see that they had a good impression of each other. Moreover, he saw Tang Yunren's face blushing like a monkey's butt several times when she secretly looked at Jiang Qi. This shy, girlish attitude, if she doesn't like the other person, he can dig his eyes out. Don't keep arguing, it's settled. Let's set a time and call your people over. Okay. This is how the matter is settled. Jiang Qi had just returned to the hotel after his date with Tang Yunren, when he received messages from Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan. Chapter 100, Meeting with the Three Uncles. How come these two people are looking for him at the same time? Jiang Qi clicked on Tang Faizan's profile picture out of confusion. I want to tell you something. What's up? After Jiang Qi replied to Tang Faizan, he clicked on Tang Phelan's profile picture. I have something to tell you. If so, what are these two people going to do? Before Jiang Qi could figure out what was going on, he received messages from two people at almost the same time. When are you free? I'd like to arrange a meeting between you and the three of us brothers. This is... Jiang Qi was completely confused. My three brothers-in-law want to see me. They won't unite to beat me up like they did in my last life, will they? You can't blame him for thinking this way. It's just that the beatings he received from his three uncles in his previous life were deeply rooted in people's minds. After thinking about it, Jiang Qi edited a message. Why do you suddenly want to see me? Jiang Qi first sent the message to Tang Faizan, then copied and pasted it and sent it to Tang Phelan. Drip, drip. Two system notification sounds came in succession. Tang Faizan, my eldest and second brothers found out that I introduced you to Ziorin. Tang Phelan, I told my elder brother and younger brother about you and Ziorin. Hiss. Jiang Qi took a breath of cold air. The reveal so soon. So they're really going to hit him. Jiang Qi raised his hand and looked at his muscles, which made him feel safe. Come on. If you dare to come, he will beat you so badly that even your mother won't be able to recognize you. Of course, Jiang Qi was just thinking about this harsh remark in his mind. If his three uncles really wanted to fight with him in order to avoid being beaten, he could just run faster. With the speed he has gained from running early every day, he can still leave them behind. The more Jiang Qi thought about it, the more he felt it was necessary for him to get up early and run. It seems I need to exercise more in the future. Just when Jiang Qi made a secret decision in his heart, Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan sent messages again. Tang Faizan, what I didn't expect was that my second brother actually introduced a date to Ziorin. Tang Phelan, I didn't expect that the third brother had introduced a boyfriend to Ziorin before. Seeing this, Jiang Qi turned around and looked at himself in the mirror. The object mentioned by Tang Faizan and the boyfriend mentioned by Tang Phelan are the same person. It's all him. Drop. Tang Faizan, my second brother said that the person he introduced to Ziorin is better than you, and he also said that Ziorin likes him. How is that possible? Tang Faizan, don't believe this. Tang Faizan, I tell you, most likely Ziorin was too embarrassed to refuse the other party, so she didn't put on a cold face. Jiang Qi took a breath. His emotions were indescribably complicated. I see. I'm glad you know. Tang Faizan breathed a sigh of relief, fearing that Jiang Qi would misunderstand Ziorin. Drop. Jiang Qi received another message from Tang Phelan. The third brother just told me that Ziorin is already with that guy. I didn't believe it, so I sent a message to Ziorin and asked her how she felt about you. She said, very good. I knew that Ziorin was too kind, so she didn't have the heart to reject the person the third brother introduced to her. Jiang Qi's expression became more and more strange. So he was really overthinking it. Did his second and third brothers-in-law really want him to be with Tang Yunren? Tang Faizan, what time are you? Tang Phelan, when are you free? It's summer vacation now, I'm free. After Jiang Qi finished sending it, he continued with the previous operation, copy plus paste. Then let's make an appointment for this Saturday afternoon. Are you free Saturday afternoon? Can. Okay, that's it. Then it's settled. The meeting with the three uncles was thus finalized. Originally, they were staying in the same hotel and could have met in person, but considering their parents had always been very strict about the three of them falling in love too early. Although their sister is already 18 years old, their parents have told them not to date before the age of 25. They still clearly remember that when Tang Faizan was in high school, he took a girl to the movies and did not return home all night, so the girl's parents came to their house to ask for an explanation. In fact, that night Tang Faizan rode an electric bike and took the girls to the mountain to play slingshot. Tang Faizan has loved slingshot shooting since he was a child, and his technique is very accurate. In order to show off in front of the girl he likes, Tang Faizan took his beloved slingshot to the mountains to shoot birds for the girl to see. As a result, they got lost and didn't return all night. From then on, their parents became more strict about their premature love issues. Especially for Tang Yunren, the three of them were better off because they were boys. Actually, it was not safe for boys to go out now. Their parents clearly forbade Tang Yunren to fall in love before the age of 25. He also said that if Tang Yunren dared to talk, he would break the wolf cub's legs. Considering this situation, the three of them decided to wait until the hot spring trip was over. After Jiang Qi exited WeChat, he suddenly remembered something and quickly opened the photo album on his phone, looking through photos from the past 2 days. It was the photo of Tang Yunren with her hat and skirt blown up by the wind. He set this photo as both his screensaver and desktop wallpaper. In the photo, the girl looked so shy that one would want to be kissed. In fact, he couldn't help it and kissed Tang Yunren's photo several times. No, my private parts are exposed in this photo. If someone borrows my phone, they will see it, right? Thinking of this, Jiang Qi quickly changed other wallpapers and screensavers, set the photos on his phone to private and named them Study Materials. That's okay. The next day, the hot spring trip ended. Early in the morning, after running, Jiang Qi started to pack up. Brother, my bag, these are all mine. Jiang Yuan pointed at the 5 bulging bags leaning against the wall and said, What did you buy? Local specialties. Local specialties, buy so much. Jiang Qi picked up the bag. He thought it was heavy, but it turned out to be quite light. What on earth is it filled with? Don't worry about it. Just as Jiang Yuan finished speaking, the bag in Jiang Qi's hand suddenly broke, and the stuffed doll rolled all over the floor. So many dolls. Jiang Qi looked at the other bags and said, Are they all filled with this? Exactly, what's wrong? Buy so much, where do you get so much money? Jiang Qi didn't think that the 1,000 yuan he gave to Jiang Yuan could buy so many stuffed dolls. Huh? Why does this doll look so familiar? Jiang Qi said as he picked up a pink long-eared plush doll from the ground. Chapter 101, Jiang Yuan is in love. I remember now, isn't this the doll from the balloon-making stand? He originally didn't pay attention to the things these little girls liked, mainly because when he was dating Tang Yunren the day before yesterday, Tang Yunren glanced at the stall several times. At that time, he asked her if she liked it, and liked him helping her win it. She said that these were things little girls liked, and she was not a little girl anymore, so she left. Jiang Qi looked at the dolls scattered on the ground again, and he found that these plush dolls were all from the balloon stall. How did you get it? Popping balloons may seem simple, but it actually requires both luck and strength. The most important thing is to have money, so it's not that easy. It is not easy to win a gift, let alone so many stuffed toys. Jiang Qi felt that even if Jiang Yuan used all the 1,000 yuan to make balloons, he still wouldn't be able to get so many gifts. A friend made it for me, but he didn't want it, so he gave it to me. Jiang Yuan replied, Friends, you have friends here. Which friends? How come I don't know them? Jiang Qi smelled a hint of danger. He wondered if a wolf was trying to take his cub away. If there is, just break the opponent's legs. Why do you care so much? I'm your brother. It's only natural for me to take care of you. Are you in menopause? You're more annoying than mom. Then tell me. Jiang Qi was very nervous about this issue, as he was worried that a pig would eat his cabbage. You're really annoying. Jiang Yuan was too lazy to pay attention to Jiang Qi. Is someone chasing you? Puff, Jiang Yuan spat out the water he drank and rolled his eyes speechlessly at Jiang Qi. You have such a vivid imagination. Wu Qingshu is chasing her. Haha, it's so funny. Speaking of these dolls, it was the day before yesterday. It was 2 hours later that she saw them again after she and Wu Qingshu separated. When she saw Wu Qingshu again, Wu Qingshu was extremely depressed. She was wondering at that time whether Wu Qingshu had seen the scene of her brother and Tang Yunren together and was deeply upset. For the sake of the sugar-roasted chestnuts in her hand, she felt that she should go forward and say a few words of comfort, so she went over in a wheelchair. She said to Wu Qingshu earnestly, "You can't hold back on things like a broken heart. You have to let it out." After she said this, she observed that Wu Qingshu's expression was very struggling. He was gritting his teeth, and he wanted to hit someone. She continued nonchalantly, "Look, there's a balloon popping challenge over there. How about you use that to vent your anger?" "Do I have a lot of spare money?" Wu Qingshu said speechlessly. "Yes, don't you have a lot of money? It's Valentine's Day anyway, and you don't have a girlfriend to spend the money. There's no point in keeping it, so you might as well vent it out." Jiang Yuan continued to comfort and persuade. Wu Qingshu's teeth were grinding, and finally, as if possessed, he came to the balloon-making stall. $10 3 times. Wu Qingshu gave the stall owner a 100 yuan bill. I have to say that Wu Qingshu's luck was really bad that day. He hit the balloon only once after 30 attempts. This made Wu Qingshu very angry, and he kept spending money. Finally, I packed up the stall and started to work slowly. In the end, all the money was gone, and all that was left was a pile of dolls. What did a man like him need these dolls for? So they were given to Jiang Yuan. The memories stop here and are recalled. Jiang Yuan looked up at Jiang Qi and said, "Hurry up and pick up my doll and put it away. My parents are outside urging us to do it." Jiang Qi looked at Jiang Yuan's face carefully. Judging from Jiang Yuan's reaction just now, she should not be lying. Her friend was just her friend and had no evil intentions towards her. Thinking of this, Jiang Qi finally breathed a sigh of relief. After packing up, the family drove off to go home. "Wife, be careful." Jiang Mingwen carefully helped Linyu into the car. "I'm just pregnant and I don't have a big belly yet. Aren't you exaggerating?" Linyu said that, but her face was filled with unconcealable happiness. "You have to be more careful when you are pregnant. The placenta is not stable yet. In the future, you must not do heavy or tiring work by yourself. Let me do it if there is anything. If I am not here anymore, let Zio Qi do it. Oh, and you should quit your job immediately. You work in a factory and sit all the time. It is not good for pregnant women." "That won't do. I'm so old. If I quit, how will I find a job in the future?" "Why are you still looking for a job? Now that your family is well off, and you've worked hard for so many years, it's time to think about your blessings," Jiang Mingwen said as he winked at Jiang Qi and Jiang Yuan, asking them to help talk as well. "Yes, Mom, Dad is right. My money in the stock market has increased a lot now, and there is something I haven't told you. In fact, I bought another house in our community privately." Originally, Jiang Qi wanted to say that he bought 2 more houses in Qiu Shui community, but he was afraid that Lin Ya would be upset, and it would have a bad impact on the fetus. Moreover, buying a house can easily cost millions. Even if one makes a lot of money in the stock market, there has to be a bottom line. If he tells Lin Ya and Jiang Mingwen now that he has bought 2 houses and a villa in Zhejiang City, they will definitely be suspicious. "What, you bought another set?" Look, just like that, Lin Ya and Jiang Mingwen were both shocked. Jiang Yuan also stared at the vehicle inspection with his eyes wide open, full of disbelief. "What stocks did you buy to make so much money?" Jiang Mingwen looked puzzled. He believed that Jiang Qi, who had suddenly become sensible, would manage his money well, so he did not interfere with Jiang Qi's operations in the stock market. "Even if I interfere, he doesn't understand." But even if he didn't understand much, he was nearly 40 years old, and there were people around him who played stocks, and his leader played stocks, so he knew something. "In fact, I not only play stocks, but also make some other investments. Money makes more and more money." Jiang Qi could see that Jiang Mingwen was doubting himself. If he were given a chance to say it again, he would still say the same thing, because he felt that the truth about his other 2 houses in Qiushui district would come to light one day. If he was found out, it would be more troublesome to explain it than it is now. So from the very beginning, he was thinking about finding a suitable opportunity, so that Lin Ya and Jiang Mingwen could accept this matter to the greatest extent. "Are you doing loan sharking?" Jiang Mingwen asked worriedly. Chapter 102, Meeting the Father-in-Law. After Jiang Mingwen mentioned this, Lin Ya also became worried. Jiang Qi held his forehead with his hand. "Dad, I'm your son. What do you think of me? How could I do such a wicked thing?" At this time, Jiang Yuan interrupted. "So you're trafficking women?" Jiang Qi's mouth twitched. Although I admit that I'm handsome, I'm not so handsome that I can get a girl to go with me just by making a pinky promise, right? Then you are trafficking children. Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi stretched out his hand and pulled Jiang Yuan's face. What's going on in your head? Ouch, it hurts, it hurts. Mom, look, my brother is pulling my face again, it hurts so much. That's just nonsense. Xiao Qi, are you really not doing anything illegal? Linya looked worried. She didn't ask her child to be successful, but at least to be a decent person. If Jiang Qi really did something illegal, she would blame herself for not educating her child well. Mom, just be at peace with yourself. I promise I will never do anything like that. Jiang Qi promised solemnly with a serious face. With Jiang Qi's serious assurance, Linya and Jiang Mingwen felt relieved. On the way back, Jiang Qi was driving, and Jiang Yuan was sitting in the passenger seat. Jiang Mingwen took care of Linya in the back, serving her tea and water, and asking her if she wanted to vomit or if she was carsick. Seeing this, Jiang Yuan couldn't help but turn around and ask, Mom, was my brother just an accident? Jiang Yuan felt that his parents were true love, and his brother was just an accident of true love. You are the accident? Jiang Qi retorted. You were right, your brother was indeed an accident, Jiang Mingwen said. He, Jiang Yuan laughed at Jiang Qi. Jiang Mingwen hadn't finished speaking yet. You were also an accident. Jiang Mingwen said this to Jiang Yuan. Ha, Jiang Qi turned around and laughed back at Jiang Yuan. Then Jiang Qi and Jiang Yuan thought of the child in Linya's belly. It was not an accident, but a planned one. Guess it's a younger brother or a younger sister. Jiang Yuan was bored and tried to find a topic to chat with Jiang Qi. The journey was long, and it was inevitable to be tired after driving for a long distance. So when Jiang Yuan talked to him, he was willing to chat. My sister, I guess. The younger sister is easy to bully, and the younger brother is disobedient. I don't want a sister, I want a brother. What if her newborn sister tries to snatch the doll from her? So you want a girl in the future? Jiang Yuan was getting off topic. I like girls. Jiang Qi just wanted a daughter who looked very much like Tang Yunren. What about you? Jiang Qi asked back. Jiang Yuan curled his lips and said, I don't want to think about anything. Jiang Qi glanced at Jiang Yuan in confusion. Didn't you say that with my temper, no one would marry me in the future? All right, brother, I'll take the blame and support you. Go away, who needs you to support me? When I can stand up again, I will work and support myself. Jiang Yuan said that, but in fact he was deeply moved. Although her brother who cheated on her sister was annoying most of the time, she knew in her heart that he still cared about her. As he was thinking, Jiang Yuan saw a car parked by the side of the road in front of him, and a young man was standing next to the car, waving. Brother, stop now, look at that person. Jiang Qi looked towards the road ahead and saw that the person standing next to the car was his brother-in-law Tang Feimu. Jiang Qi stopped the car, and just as he got out, he saw his father-in-law Tang Feng from his previous life also got out of the car. Sons-in-law always feel guilty when they see their father-in-law, but Jiang Qi doesn't, because his father-in-law in his previous life admired him and thought that he was right to focus on his work. Because Tang Feng himself was a man with a strong sense of career, and he also worked hard from nothing with his own hands. Maybe it was because his experience was very similar to his, so he felt a sense of sympathy for him in his previous life. Hello, our car is out of gas. Can I buy some from you? Tang Fei said with a frown on his face. Tang Feimu looks most like Tang Feng. Both of them have standard square faces, the kind that look like those in a mini-world. It's just a little oil, no need to buy it, you can use it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to please my brother-in-law and father-in-law. He must seize it. That won't work, we don't know each other and we don't want it as a gift from you, Tang Phelan said as he took out 100 yuan. Really, no need, you are too polite, If you don't take it, we don't want your oil either, Tang Feimu continued with a stern face. Tang Feng frowned at Jiang Qi. Although he knew that he had good intentions, he was a businessman. He never took advantage of others. Okay then, Jiang Qi stared at Tang Feng suspiciously. He didn't know if it was his illusion. Why did he feel that Tang Feng's eyes were not very friendly when he looked at him? In his previous life, Tang Feng had never looked at him with such eyes. Every time he came, Tang Feng would talk to him about business. The more they talked, the more excited they became and the more he praised him. This expression now is very wrong. In the car, the middle-aged woman kept tilting her head and looking at Jiang Qi. Zio ran, look, that boy is quite handsome. Tang Yunren didn't care whether other people were handsome or not, but since Su Wan asked her to look, she had to give it a perfunctory look. As a result, Tang Yunren was stunned when she turned around. Why is it Jiang Qi? Is it him? Tang Phelan turned around and saw Jiang Qi. Tang Feizhen looked at Tang Phelan in confusion. Do you know him? Tang Phelan originally wanted to say that the man was the one he introduced to Tang Yunren, but considering that Su Wan was still in the car, he swallowed the words back. He changed the topic and said, I don't know him very well, but he is Zioran's schoolmate. Hearing Tang Phelan say this, Tang Feizhen smiled in his heart. He is the person I want to introduce to Zioran. How about it? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? So you're Zioran's schoolmate? What a coincidence. Su Wan looked at Jiang Qi a few more times. Jiang Qi is now helping to fill up their car with gas, being quite attentive. This young man is good and helpful, which is rare. The more Su Wan looked at Jiang Qi, the more she thought he was good. Hearing Su Wan praising Jiang Qi, Tang Yunren also felt happy. In her previous life, her mother was most worried about her and Jiang Qi. She did not take the initiative to tell Su Wan that she liked Jiang Qi, but her mother knows her daughter best, and Su Wan had already seen that she liked Jiang Qi. Moreover, her personality is very similar to Su Wan's. Once she makes a choice, no one can pull her back. When Su Wan was young, she followed her father even before graduating from college despite all the opposition. No matter how harsh others said, she insisted on her choice without hesitation. Chapter 103, My wife and daughter can't help but tease me. Su Wan praised Jiang Qi, and not only Tang Yunren was happy, but also Tang Phelan and Tang Feizhen. After all, Jiang Qi was the person they picked for Tang Yunren. He felt indescribably proud to receive Su Wan's affirmation. Tang Feizhen looked at Tang Phelan proudly, but as soon as he looked over, he found that Tang Phelan was looking at him proudly. What the hell is this? Jiang Qi was chosen by him. Why is he so proud? After borrowing the gas, Jiang Qi returned to the car, and this time it was Jiang Minquin's turn to drive. Jiang Qi sat in the back, took out his cell phone, and prepared to send a message to Tang Yunren. Just as he finished editing the message, he received a message from Tang Yunren. What a coincidence! Jiang Qi took a look and realized that this was the message he had just edited and was about to send. They really are in sync with each other. Thinking of this, Jiang Qi raised his eyebrows happily and was in a good mood. I deleted the message I had just edited. Ray edited it and sent it. It means our fate is destined by heaven. Less than 2 seconds after the message was sent, Jiang Qi heard the system prompt sound. Love experience plus 268. This wife is really hard to tease. Keep teasing. Next, Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren exchanged words with each other, sending messages to each other. Jiang Yuan, who was sitting next to him, turned his head to look at Jiang Qi, who was grinning foolishly, and curled his lips in disdain. He put on his headphones and continued to watch her ambiguous clips of the twins on B Station. As soon as you click in, a standard Fujoshi smile appears on your face. The atmosphere in the car was quite cheerful and harmonious. Jiang Qi just returned home when he received a call from Li Hao. Are you back? You called me so accurately, I just got home. Go to an internet cafe. Playing games? Nonsense, why don't you play games and watch TV series? In his previous life, Jiang Qi and Li Hao often went to internet cafes to play games. In fact, they could also play games at home, but the atmosphere was definitely not as good as in internet cafes. Moreover, the computer configuration in internet cafes is better than that at home. Also, playing games always gives people an immersive feeling, so when you are excited, you can't help but say some excited words. Once you make these inappropriate remarks, your parents will find fault with you. Needless to say, the consequences will be that not only will they scold you verbally, they will also beat you up with real weapons. Children of their age are in their rebellious period and don't want to be controlled. Even if their parents keep nagging them with moral principles, few of them can really listen. Those who can really listen to the truth don't need their parents to talk endlessly. They will just hold a book and study hard to make progress every day. But when playing games in an internet cafe, you don't have to worry about these things. You can play however you want. It's free. Are you going or not? Li Hao asked again when there was no response on the phone. I probably won't go to an internet cafe anymore. Jiang Qi made up his mind when he was reborn. Until today, he has never been to an internet cafe. Not only did he not go, he never even touched the game again. What did you say? Li Hao said he was hallucinating. Jiang Qi, a game fan, actually said that he would never go to the internet cafe again. It was during the final exam some time ago that he could understand Jiang Qi not going to the internet cafe. But now, during the summer vacation, Jiang Qi actually told him that he would never go to the internet cafe again. This was too unbelievable. You have a fever, at least 40 degrees, right? Li Hao felt that if it weren't for 40 degrees, Jiang Qi would not have been able to say such words. Just as Li Hao was thinking this, Jiang Qi's earnest voice came from the phone. Fatty, it's not easy for our parents to raise us. They raised us to adulthood. We can't just eat, drink, and have fun. We must study hard and repay them. The more Jiang Qi spoke, the more bizarre it seemed to Li Hao. Jiang Qi hadn't finished speaking yet. Although your family is well off, it was all due to your parents' hard work. We are all men with hands and feet, and we have to make a career with our own abilities. I plan to start my own business when I am a senior in college and have more time. If you are willing, we brothers can work together. At this time, Li Hao's mouth was wide open, big enough to fit an egg. Old Jiang, I can tell you're not just having a fever, you're suffering from a terminal illness. If they didn't have a terminal illness, how could they say such a profound and enlightened statement? This is not something they should say at their age. No matter how he listened to it, it sounded like the same words his parents always told him. In fact, he understood all the truths his parents said and knew they were doing it for his own good. But he just didn't want to do so and was resisting and unwilling to do so. To put it simply, it hinders his freedom. Old Jiang, what terminal illness do you have? How long can you live? Have you told your parents? Jiang Qi speechlessly rolled his eyes at the mirror in front of him. He inherited Jiang Yuan's true skill of rolling his eyes. It is true that birds of a feather flock together. He was about to be led astray by Jiang Yuan. I'm serious, I don't have a terminal illness. Lao Jiang, do you still consider me your brother? It has come to this point and you still don't tell me the truth. Just tell me, I will never tell anyone else. I swear. Jiang Qi, why can't I talk to you? Old Jiang, I know everything. You don't need to tell me. Okay, I won't say any more. I'm hanging up. With a beep, Jiang Qi hung up the phone. Finally, my ears are at peace. What Jiang Qi didn't expect was that half an hour later, Li Hao came to their house and knocked on the door. As soon as Linya opened the door, she saw Li Hao with a sad expression on his face, which made Linya confused. Is Lao Jiang at home? He's in the room. Li Hao observed Linya's expression and found it very calm. He guessed that Jiang Qi definitely did not tell his family that he had a terminal illness. Yes, he heard from Jiang Qi that his mother was pregnant. If he told this to his family, Linya, who was pregnant at an advanced age, would be overstimulated, and it would be tragic if 2 lives were lost. So no matter how upset he was, he had to endure it and pretend nothing had happened. At this time, Jiang Qi heard Li Hao's voice coming out of the room. As soon as he came out, he saw Li Li looking at him with an extremely complex, strange, and forbearing expression. As she watched, it seemed as if she was about to lose control of her emotions, and finally her face collapsed completely. She couldn't help but run towards him and hug him. Chapter 104, Jiang Qi has a terminal illness. Burst into tears. Oh, old Jiang, why are you just ah. Li Hao cried and snotted, as if his mother had died. Jiang Qi's mouth twitched constantly, and he started to pull Li Hao's clothes, but he just hugged him even tighter. Jiang Yuan came out of the room after hearing the noise. Looking at this unspeakable scene, he became extremely excited. Normally she would chat through the screen, but now she can chat with real people. If she wasn't afraid of disturbing them, she would have made the sounds of chickens, ducks, and geese. What's going on? Linya asked in confusion. When Li Hao heard Linya ask this, he cried even harder. I thought to myself, if Linya knew that her precious son had a terminal illness, she would be so sad. He was heartbroken. Jiang Qi said something and then dragged Li Hao into his room. You are sick, Jiang Qi said speechlessly. You are the one who is sick, old Jiang. Just tell me, what disease do you have? You're a sick person who wants to hit someone, Jiang Qi growled through gritted teeth. Upon hearing this, Li Hao quickly let go, stepped back a few steps, and after keeping a distance of 3 steps from Jiang Qi, he scanned Jiang Qi's body from head to toe. Jiang Qi's complexion was rosy and shiny, and he didn't look sick at all. What's wrong with your brain? You are sick. Hearing Jiang Qi say this, Li Hao was stunned. Are you really not sick? Jiang Qi rolled his eyes at Li Hao and told him to experience it himself. After seeing this, if Li Hao continued to believe that Jiang Qi was sick, then he would really be the one who was sick. You're not sick. Why don't you go to the internet cafe for no reason? Is it a disease if you don't go to the internet cafe? No, didn't you always drag me to the internet cafe before? Is it not enough that I have returned as a prodigal son? Okay, very good. Li Hao nodded and thought for a few seconds. The more he thought about it, the more confused he became. Old Jiang, what on earth has provoked you? What had happened to him? He just had a new life and gained enlightenment. Of course, even if I told you this, you wouldn't believe it. You might think he had a paranoid Chunibyo. Isn't it okay if I suddenly figured it out? After 2 seconds of silence, Jiang Qi looked at Li Hao and said, Fatty, let me ask you, do you really plan to rely on your parents for support in the future? In his previous life, Li Hao still had the ambition to seek revenge when he was in college. But after wasting 4 years in college, he became completely useless and just wanted to be a lazy person. Li Hao's brows were twisted into knots. To be honest, the term living off parents doesn't sound very nice. Moreover, although his family conditions are good, they are still far behind those of truly rich people. He can live off his parents, but future conditions may make it difficult for him to lead a wealthy life. At most, he can do nothing and have no worries about food and clothing. Don't ask me what about you. I plan to start a business. You'll start as soon as you're a senior. What I just told you on the phone, that I would wait until my senior year to start a business, was actually a lie. He knew that Jiang Qi was just talking. How could it be easy for a college student who has not yet graduated from school, has no background or connections, to start a business from scratch? Just as Li Hao was thinking this, Jiang Qi's voice rang out. In fact, I want to start a business now. What? Li Hao was shocked by Jiang Qi's words. You are not kidding. Starting a business now? What can you do? Jiang Qi didn't say anything, just looked at Li Hao seriously. Li Hao looked at Jiang Qi's expression with his eyes wide open. No way. Lao Jiang, are you really planning to start a business? Yeah, Jiang Qi nodded. No, do you have money? Have New Year's money. Jiang Qi was too lazy to explain and opened his mobile banking app. I'll go. Li Hao snatched the phone from Jiang Qi's hand and stared at the account balance on the phone with his eyes as wide as bells. So many zero. Old Jiang, you. Are you robbing a bank? Do you think you can rob so much from a bank? Li Hao counted from the last zero and felt that Jiang Qi was not robbing the bank, but moving the bank away. So you're trafficking women. Jiang Qi felt that these words were very familiar. Do you think I'm the Su Daji that I kidnapped and sold? Is she so valuable? 2. Don't accuse me of trafficking children. Unless their IQ is over 300, they are not worth that much money. Jiang Qi's words came at the right time. Li Hao was about to ask him if he was a child abductor. Lao Jiang, where on earth did you get so much money? I bought a lottery ticket and won the prize some time ago. I know that. Otherwise, why would Jiang Qi's family move to this Qiu Shui community? You bought a house and a car, so you don't have much money left, right? And as far as he knew, Jiang Yuan's leg also required a considerable amount of medical expenses. Actually, I bought the stock, and then I got lucky and it turned over. So awesome. Then you keep buying stocks and keep turning them over. If the snowball keeps rolling, wow, even the richest man will have to give way to you. Li Hao got excited just thinking about it. Although he may not be the richest man, it feels so good to brag to others that he has a friend who is the richest man. Li Hao's words left Jiang Qi speechless. Have you never heard that the stock market is risky and that you need to be cautious when investing? Know when to stop and don't rely on luck, or you will end up with nothing. Speaking of this, Li Hao thought of his sophomore roommate. Jiangcheng University has a rule that all students must live in the dormitory after the sophomore year. When the new semester begins, he will be a sophomore, and then he will be able to meet his roommate. The roommate was from an average family and had been fascinated by the stock market since school, but he was still young. After leaving school, he let himself go and devoted himself to the stock market. No matter how much the stock market has abused me thousands of times, I still treat it like my first love. His roommate interpreted this sentence perfectly. In the end, he lost everything and lived in a park under an overpass. You're right, Li Hao nodded in agreement. My dad is often twisted by my mom's ears, asking him not to put money into the stock market anymore. Let's get back to the topic. Old Jiang, are you really planning to start a business? It's not cooked. So what are you going to do? Chapter 105, Is She Pregnant? Jiang Qi frowned. I don't have any particularly good ideas yet. In his previous life, Jiang Qi was engaged in self-media. He started as an individual, then opened a studio, and finally, when it became big enough, he opened his own company. In the context of the big data era, self-media has become increasingly closely integrated with people's daily lives, and this industry will still have a very promising future. In addition to his own experience, if he still chooses this field, it would be like returning to his old career, and the development of his business can be said to be a combination of the right time, the right place, and the right people. But, now that we have a new life, wouldn't it be too monotonous and boring to continue following the same path as before? Fatty, what do you want to do? Li Hao thought for a moment and said, I want to open a restaurant. Food is the first necessity of the people. This is a good idea. However, if you really want to open a restaurant and create your own characteristics, it will be difficult to make it successful. The two of them kept chatting and planning their future plans. Night, Jiang Qi took the initiative to send a message to Tang Yunren. Have you got a meal yet? I've eaten, how about you? I've eaten and I'm taking a shower. The content of the conversation was simple, but the young couple felt extremely happy in their hearts. As he was sending messages, Jiang Qi suddenly sent a message. I miss you. Love experience plus 545. Tang Yunren pursed her lips as she read the message from Jiang Qi. Her heartbeat quickened as she felt a surge of love. After pausing for 2 seconds, he replied to Jiang Qi. Me too. What is it? Jiang Qi teased Tang Yunren deliberately. Tang Yunren knew. Miss you. Seeing these 2 words, Jiang Qi grinned like a big fool. Can you start the video? Wait a moment. Tang Yunren put down her phone, jumped off the bed, stood in front of the mirror and started combing her hair with a comb. After combing her hair, she began to tidy up her appearance. After doing all this, Tang Yunren clicked on the video. After the video was turned on, the two of them didn't say anything, just looked at each other. In the end, Jiang Qi spoke first. Are you free to hang out tomorrow? I don't have time tomorrow. I have to go to the hospital tomorrow. Go to the hospital? Jiang Qi immediately became nervous when he heard this. What's wrong with you? Are you feeling uncomfortable? How could he not be nervous? The reason why Tang Yunren always had a faint medicinal scent on her body was because she was born with poor health and had been drinking Chinese medicine while growing up. After I married her in my previous life, I often heard her coughing and felt uncomfortable. It's not that I'm sick, it's my mom. She hasn't had a good appetite these past few days and has been wanting to vomit. She asked me to go with her to see a doctor. Jiang Qi heaved a sigh of relief when he heard that getting sick was not that easy. Your mother's reaction, could it be that she is pregnant? His mother, Linyo, has been reacting like this these days, making his father extremely nervous. My mother is over 40 years old. Do you think it's possible? Tang Yunren said speechlessly. Why is this impossible? I saw a news report a while ago that a 61-year-old grandmother was pregnant with twins. My mother has given birth to enough children. She won't want any more, okay? What if your dad wants it? You think my dad is your dad? Oh, she's exposed again. How do you know my dad wants it? When Jiang Qi asked this question, he stared at the girl on the screen. Tang Yunren's eyes flickered, her face showed panic, and she stammered. I just said that. Jiang Qi raised his eyebrows and said, oh, calmly. He found it quite interesting to grab Tang Yunren's pigtails every day. I'm free the day after tomorrow, let's meet there. Tang Yunren quickly changed the subject. The day after tomorrow, Jiang Qi frowned. He has an appointment to meet his 3 uncles the day after tomorrow. You're not free the day after tomorrow. I have something to do the day after tomorrow. Jiang Qi didn't plan to tell Tang Yunren about this, for he was afraid that she would worry about it. After all, in her previous life, her 3 brothers wanted to beat him up every time they saw him. If he met with them alone, wouldn't she think too much? Oh, Tang Yunren lowered her long eyelashes, with an obvious expression of disappointment on her face. The day after tomorrow, I'll pick you up. Okay, Tang Yunren suddenly perked up, and her dull eyes suddenly brightened up. Seeing Tang Yunren's pitiful look, Jiang Qi really wanted to reach out his hand to the other side of the screen and touch Tang Yunren's head. It's so cute. After the phone call, Jiang Qi lay on the bed, sorting out his gains from the past few days. By the way, he had been busy dating Tang Yunren these days and had completely ignored the system. So many days had passed, and every day was so intense. He was very curious about how much experience the system had now. Jiang Qi clicked it and took a look. Drink. He took a sharp breath and patted his chest, almost frightened. 9 figures. Jiang Qi looked at himself in the mirror and thought about Li Hao's reaction when he looked at his mobile banking account in the afternoon. At that time, he was still complaining in his heart, what a fuss. Now it seems that there is no difference between him and Li Hao. The only difference is the numbers. So much. It's all thanks to Tang Yunren. My wife is awesome. No wonder they say that behind every successful man, there is often a good woman who supports him unconditionally. Isn't he truly living up to this statement now? Their family depends on the efforts of their wife. Looking at the money, he suddenly had a very useless idea. With this money, why would I start a knitting business? Wouldn't it be nice if I could just kiss and hug my wife and lift her up high every day? Less than 5 seconds after this thought came to mind, Jiangqi dismissed it himself. Yes, with the system by my side, I can be a lazy person, but which woman doesn't like her man to be successful? At least he has ambition. Ambitious men are the most attractive to women. For those who are rich, the only thing that attracts the opposite sex is money. I can't be a salted fish and let Ranran look down on me. Jiangqi looked extremely serious when he said this. I still want to start a business. Just what to do? Jiangqi raised his hand and touched his chin. He thought carefully. After killing many brain cells, he felt that there was no rush for this matter. He would meet Tang Yunren the day after tomorrow and talk to her about it. He didn't ask Tang Yunren to give him any good advice. But a husband and wife who are of one mind can achieve great things, and it was also a way of showing respect for her. This kind of home can be the most harmonious. System, take out 1 million for the lottery. This was the first time Jiangqi was so generous to the system. Okay, let's start the lottery for you. Wait a minute. Jiangqi suddenly came up with a good idea. Chapter 106, Formal Meeting with the Three Uncles. First, free up 100,000 yuan and exchange it for a European God Experience voucher for me. European God Experience coupon. This is really a good thing. 100,000 for one. It used to be very expensive, but now he has plenty of it. Just exchange one. It's easy to exchange 10. It just so happens that I will be meeting my 3 uncles the day after tomorrow, and I can feel more at ease with the European God Experience voucher. Okay, redemption completed. Start using. Start the lucky draw. Congratulations to the host. You have drawn 200 experience points. Congratulations to the host. You got 200 experience points, plus 2. Congratulations to the host. You got 200 experience points, plus 3. Congratulations to the host. You got 200 experience points, plus 90. Still ongoing. It's so cool. Jiangqi had long missed the days when he had the European God Experience voucher, but he suffered from being too poor. Now that he has the European God Experience voucher again, the feeling of ascension comes again. Congratulations to the host. You have drawn a 0.8% increase in physical fitness. Although it is only 0.8%, a mosquito is still meat no matter how small it is. Congratulations to the host. You have drawn the charm upgrade attribute of 9. Improve your appearance again. Jiangqi touched his face and said to the system, this face is already handsome enough now. If it continues to be handsome, will it make Ranran feel insecure? The system is too lazy to pay attention to him. Congratulations to the host. You have drawn 200 experience points. Don't rush to draw the lottery for me. Do you think I should use the charm boost I drew? Although it's good to be handsome, but... Before Jiangqi could finish his words, he heard the mechanical voice of the system continue to ring in his mind. Congratulations to the host. You have drawn 200 experience points. Forget it, I'll find someone to talk to. Who are you looking for? Let's look for Li Hao. Fatty, do you think that if a man is too handsome, will it make girls feel insecure? Jiangqi sent a message to Li Hao. Drop. Singles reply to messages very quickly. Once you fall in love, you won't get any messages back for 800 years, and the phone calls you make all the time are always with the other person on the phone. I think so too. After getting Li Hao's affirmation, Jiangqi decided that he should not continue to improve his appearance. Drop. Li Hao sent a message again. So I just keep eating, and try to make myself look less attractive, so that girls will feel safer. Jiangqi, you're just making excuses for eating. Jiangqi sent a message speechlessly. It's true. Jiangqi rolled his eyes. Lao Jiang, I'm telling you, don't disbelieve me. Actually, before I met Mei Xin, I secretly pursued a girl. There's such a thing. Why haven't I heard you mention it before? Are you making it up? If I fool you, I will lose 100 pounds. Jiangqi believed what Li Hao said. When did it happen? Strange, Fatty has such a good relationship with him and tells him everything. If this really happened, shouldn't he have told him? At the beginning of this year, I fell in love with a girl, so I bravely went over and confessed my love to her. Then what? Then she said I was too fat and asked me to lose 100 pounds before she agreed to date me. Hearing this, Jiangqi guessed the ending. So how did you answer her then? Although he guessed the ending, he was still curious about the process. I told her at the time that with her looks and figure, I could only lose 1 pound at most. Puff, Jiangqi took a sip of water and sprayed it out. You're asking for trouble. You guessed it, and then she beat me. Well, what can I say about his brother, who is a bit stupid? Having said that, if he was not stupid, how could he be deceived so badly by Mei Xin? To be honest, you should lose some weight, or you might end up being single for the rest of your life. It is absolutely impossible for me to lose weight. Between love and bread, I will choose bread. Originally, love and bread represent the spirit and the material. Bread and love exist at the same time. Bread represents material needs, which are the low-level needs to meet one's own physiological needs, while love represents spiritual needs, which are the higher-level needs. But when it came to Li Hao, bread is bread. Literally, food. Besides, different people have different tastes. Many girls like fat guys like me, so I won't have to worry about not having a partner in the future. That's true, if not just find someone fat like you. That won't work, I can't stand fat people. Jiangqi, congratulations to the host for winning a delicious recipe book. Jiangqi clicked to extract the physical item. After getting the book, I opened it and my eyes lit up immediately. God help me. I talked to Li Hao about opening a restaurant before, and now I let him draw such a unique cookbook. As expected, the European God Experience voucher is awesome. Whatever you think will come true. In this way, he won't have to worry about meeting his 3 uncles the day after tomorrow. In the blink of an eye, the day after tomorrow arrived. Jiangqi looked at the time. It was 1:30. He made an appointment with his 3 uncles to meet at 2:30 this afternoon. In order to show his sincerity, he had to go there early. So he arrived half an hour early. But when he just arrived at the door of the cafe, he saw his 3 uncles already sitting inside. What's going on? Did he misread the time? Thinking of this, Jiangqi's heart skipped a beat. Could it be that he really misread the time because he was nervous? If this is really the case, then he would die before achieving his goal. Bah. It is unlucky not to talk about death. Jiangqi took out his cell phone. It was only 2:00 in the afternoon. Did you read the time correctly? Or did he make a mistake in the agreed time? Jiangqi quickly opened the chat history with Tang Feizhen. It is indeed 2:30 in the afternoon. Jiangqi opened the chat history with Tang Feimu again. It was still 2:30 in the afternoon, no mistake. So they came earlier. Things happened just as Jiangqi expected. In order to show their friendliness, Tang Feizhen and the other 2 arrived 31 minutes early. The 3 Tang Feizhen brothers sat around a table. When will your people arrive? We agreed to meet at 2:30, but it's not here yet. Where are your people? He will definitely arrive early. While saying this, Tang Feilin put his phone under the table and secretly sent a message to Jiangqi. Where are you? Come here early and try to arrive earlier than the other party. Tang Feizhen saw Tang Feilin's little action and curled his lips. Don't think that just because he can't see your phone, he doesn't know what you are doing. After all, they once lived in the same belly. Tang Feizhen also secretly sent a message to Jiangqi. Hurry up and get here earlier than the other party. Jiangqi received messages from Tang Feilin and Tang Feizhen one after another. The expression on his face was so complicated that it could not be described in any words. After a pause, Jiangqi sent messages to Tang Feizhen and Tang Feilin at the same time. I have arrived. Here he comes, he's here. Tang Feizhen stood up and looked towards the door and saw Jiangqi pushing the door open. Tang Feilin also looked towards the door. My people are here too. Then the 2 of them walked towards Jiangqi at the same time and said to him at the same time, You are here. Chapter 107, It's Jiangqi. After the words came out, Tang Feizhen and Tang Feilin turned their heads to look at each other at the same time. Shock. Surprised. Then the 2 of them looked at Jiangqi at the same time. At this moment, Jiangqi didn't know what expression he should show. Here I come. Hearing this answer, Tang Feizhen and Tang Feilin subconsciously opened their mouths wider and wider. After a moment, Tang Feizhen laughed out loud. Ha ha ha, I really didn't expect that the person you introduced, second brother, was actually Jiangqi. I didn't expect that the person you were talking about was the same person I introduced. After Tang Feilin finished speaking, he looked at Jiangqi and asked, Why didn't you say so earlier? I don't know how to start. Jiangqi was telling the truth. If he had told Tang Feilin a few days ago that he was already with Tang Yunren, what would Tang Feilin think? He might have thought that he had been doing this for a long time and was trying to take advantage of him. Don't blame Jiangqi. I'm also partly responsible for this. I told him and Ziorin before that the fact that they are together should not be told to other people, especially you. I was just afraid that you would disagree. Tang Faizan chimed in. Who blames Jiang Qi? I was just saying something and you protected me like this. This is my brother-in-law. Of course I have to protect him. You speak as if he is your brother-in-law alone. He is the brother-in-law of all three of us brothers. Listening to Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan calling him brother-in-law, Jiang Qi thought of his previous life. He and Tang Yunren had been married for such a long time, but he had never heard them call him brother-in-law. Just as Jiang Qi was thinking this, Tang Feimu's cold voice came to his ears. You haven't even started yet, and you're already calling me brother-in-law. You guys agreed, but I haven't. As soon as Tang Feimu said this, everyone immediately quieted down. Jiang Qi looked at the serious-looking Tang Feimu, wondering why his European God experience voucher was not working. From the very beginning, he noticed that Tang Feimu's expression was not very good. Tang Feimu looked towards Jiang Qi. So it's you hit it quite well. No wonder this young man was so attentive when I met him on the way back from the hot spring. I didn't expect that he was the pig who wanted to eat his cabbage. And the second and third brothers actually teamed up to hide it from him. Jiang Qi could tell what Tang Feimu was referring to. I'm sorry, it's really not convenient to talk about it that day. When Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan saw their eldest brother's stern expression, they immediately joined in his support. Brother, you can't blame Jiang Qi for this. Weren't our parents there at the time? I agree with what my second brother said. Also, you don't understand him now. When you get to know him more in the future, you will find that my vision is the same as the third brother's. By the way, he once risked his life to save mine. If it weren't for him, I would have had my head split open. In fact, Tang Feimu's original impression of Jiang Qi was not very bad, but it was not good either. To put it simply, he was just ordinary. But now seeing that his two younger brothers seemed to be brainwashed, speaking for Jiang Qi one after another, he began to wonder what kind of magic potion this young man named Jiang Qi had fed his two younger brothers. Or maybe this man is very scheming, so he can play his two younger brothers around. If that were the case, he would never feel comfortable handing his beloved sister over to such a person. What's going on? Jiang Qi's scalp tingled when Tang Feimu looked at him. He thought he didn't say anything. He didn't do anything that would make a bad impression on him. Why did Tang Feimu look at him like that? At this time, Jiang Qi thought, if only he had a mind-reading system, he would be able to know what his brother-in-law was thinking. Friendly reminder, there are mind-reading experience coupons available for redemption in the mall. Is there really such a good thing? Jiang Qi hadn't visited the mall for a long time. When he heard what the system said, he immediately opened the mall and searched in the search bar. Sure enough, there is a ticket for the mind-reading experience. I'll go. It's too expensive, isn't it? It's 10 times more expensive than the European God experience voucher. 1 million experience points. Why don't you go and rob? Mind reading is a skill that involves prying into other people's privacy. This unethical skill naturally requires more experience points. Jiang Qi was convinced by this explanation. To exchange or not to exchange. This is a very serious problem. Logically speaking, he had the European God experience voucher and all the evils would retreat, but looking at Tang Feimu's gloomy face, he was not very optimistic. Are you having a bug? Why is my European God attribute not reacting at all? This system is perfect and will not be questioned. Perfect, he thought he was narcissistic. Still not accepting the question. Those who do not accept questioning are all tyrants. This system has detected that the host has complained. As a punishment, the mind-reading experience coupon will be increased to 2 million experience points. WC. Didn't you just say that mind reading is immoral? You're still reading me. Have you never heard that the governor is allowed to set fires, but the people are not allowed to light lamps? Jiang Qi, if he could do it, he would really want to strangle the system. You know your own moral character, and yet you still speak it out. Do you want to piss off the host and find him a new one? Do you want to exchange or not? People should have backbone. Now that things have come to this, if he exchanges it, he will. Hurry up and exchange it for me. Jiang Qi thought about it and realized that backbone is nothing but anger in front of love. Just take a breath and let it go. Listening to Jiang Qi's psychological changes throughout the process, the system said that it would not roll its eyes. Otherwise, it would definitely roll its eyes at you. Exchange successful, validity period 24 hours. So short, the European God experience voucher also has 7 days. As soon as Jiang Qi finished complaining, all sorts of random voices suddenly rang in his head. Tang Phelan, how can I make my elder brother accept Jiang Qi? Jiang Qi is a really good young man. If I miss him, it will be hard to find someone like him who loves his sister and treats Ziorin well. If that happens, I'd rather Ziorin never get married. Tang Faizan, it's really a headache. Looking at my elder brother, he seems to dislike Jiang Qi. What should I do? Ziorin and he like each other. If my elder brother really doesn't accept Jiang Qi, Ziorin will definitely be very sad. I have to think of a way to persuade my elder brother. This is the voice of Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan. He heard it. So Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan really accepted him. He should listen to Tang Feimu again to see what he really thinks of him. Chapter 108, Face to Face with Brother-in-Law. This kid named Jiang Qi is so white and has no good intentions. He must have used some shameful means to fool my two younger brothers. I need to observe him carefully. If it is really what I think, he will definitely expose the ugly face of this young man in front of my two younger brothers. Tusk. The 2 million experience points he spent were well spent. Fortunately, I exchanged it. Jiang Qi looked at Tang Feimu's wooden face and complained about what he had just been thinking. He is a pretty boy with no good intentions. That's because you are too shameless and you are jealous and resentful. Shall we order something to drink first? Jiang Qi called the waiter to divert Tang Feimu's attention. At this time, a pretty girl with fair skin came over and looked at Jiang Qi shyly. Anyone with eyes can see that the girl is interested in Jiang Qi. He's a bad guy who attracts a lot of attention, Tang Feimu thought. Jiang Qi glanced sideways and secretly glanced at Tang Feimu. What can he do if he is handsome? In order to not be handsome, he still has the 9 points of charm enhancement he drew yesterday, which is useless. Are you complaining about his handsomeness now? If he adds another 9 points, won't you be irritated to death? Hello, little brother, can you add me on WeChat? The girl said to Jiang Qi, blinking her big eyes. Tang Phelan and Tang Faizan didn't say anything, just watched from the side, just like Tang Feimu, waiting to see Jiang Qi's performance. Especially Tang Feimu's inner thoughts, Jiang Qi heard them clearly. If this guy dares to give her my WeChat, I will make Ziorin say goodbye to him immediately. Are you kidding? He will give. Although this girl is pretty, she is just pretty at best. Compared with his wife, her figure and appearance are not as good. He was blind in his previous life, but in this life his eyes are sharp. Sorry, I already have a girlfriend. Jiang Qi looked at the girl seriously and refused. Since he has refused like this, Tang Feimu must be very satisfied now. He is so heartless. He is not gentle or tactful at all when treating girls. If Ziorin really gets together with him in the future, she will definitely be treated rudely. Tang Feimu was very dissatisfied with Jiang Qi's performance. Fuck me. Jiang Qi's eyes twitched wildly. It's so fucking hard to please. When the girl heard Jiang Qi say this, she didn't give up immediately, because many boys would use the excuse that they have girlfriends to reject girls who express their love to them. During class, the teacher said that no one can succeed easily. When encountering difficulties and setbacks, one should not be easily defeated. One should take one step at a time and face the challenges head-on so that one can finally reap the fruits of success. Jiang Qi also heard the girl's psychological activities. I thought that the teacher taught you to study hard and make progress every day and strive to become one of the bright future flowers. Did he teach you to not study hard and just focus on dating? Brother, I don't mind you having a girlfriend. I just want to be friends with you. Tang Feimu and the other two stared at Jiang Qi with 6 eyes. At this moment, Jiang Qi felt like he was on edge and thought that it was a good thing that he only had 3 uncles. If there were 5, 6, 7, or 8, wouldn't it be fatal? I'm sorry, I don't want my girlfriend to have any unnecessary misunderstandings, so forget about adding WeChat. In this case, his refusal wouldn't be so heartless, right? Tang Feimu's inner thoughts started again. This boy dares to be so gentle to other girls in front of us. If we were not here, he would just hug the girl directly. Look at the tone of his voice. He speaks softly, afraid of hurting others. If Ziorin sees him being so gentle to other girls, he will definitely be very sad. Fuck. Jiang Qi really wanted to follow Jiang Yuan's example and roll his eyes at Tang Feimu, but reason told him that he couldn't do that. If he did, he might lose his wife. After being rejected by Jiang Qi again, the girl remained undeterred. WeChat doesn't work, how about adding QQ? If you're worried about your girlfriend finding out, you can just mark me as brother, and that'll be fine. Men are afraid of being persuaded, and women are afraid of being chased. She didn't believe it, so she tried hard and yet couldn't catch up with the boy. Sorry, we don't have WeChat, QQ, or phone number. Jiang Qi immediately took out his trump card. Regardless of what Tang Feimu thought, he followed his heart and would never do anything to let Tang Yunren down. Jiang Qi's words were so decisive that the girl could only cover her face and leave sadly. Just like that, she kept walking while looking back at Jiang Qi, with a look of reluctance on her face. Very good, you did a great job. I knew I'd leave Zioran to you, I'll feel at ease. Tang Feizhen reached out and patted Jiang Qi on the back, with a smile on his face like a mother-in-law looking at her son-in-law. The more I look at it, the more satisfied I am. Tang Feilin also nodded with satisfaction, and admired Jiang Qi even more. Tang Feimu didn't change much before and after, and he still didn't have a very good impression of Jiang Qi. This made Jiang Qi puzzled. Could it be that the European Emperor Experience voucher was a parallel import? It was not useful. But that's not right. You were so awesome during the previous draw, is that okay? Tang Feimu started talking again. You are not even 20 years old yet, and you will be a sophomore next semester. Do you understand what I am saying? Clear? Jiang Qi nodded. As an adult who has lived for more than 30 years, older than Tang Feimu, he naturally knows Tang Feimu's concerns. She was simply worried that he and Tang Yunren would become too passionate and would get out of control at any time. We are still in school. I won't do anything beyond the line with her. It won't be good for her. Hearing Jiang Qi say this, Tang Feimu nodded with a little satisfaction. It's good that you know. I also want to know how far have you developed. Tang Feilin and Tang Feizhen were also very interested in Tang Feimu's question, so the three of them all looked at Jiang Qi with 6 eyes again. Jiang Qi said that he was just too old in his heart. If he were a normal 18-year-old facing such a scene, his heart would probably have been beating so fast that it was about to jump out of his throat. She and I had just started, and we held hands not long ago. Just held hands? Tang Feimu narrowed his eyes, not believing it. Chapter 109, Car Accident, Injury. You've been dating for a while, and I don't believe that you and Zioran just held hands. When I was in kindergarten, I held the hands of several girls. Who are you trying to fool? After hearing what Tang Feimu was thinking, Jiang Qi complained in his heart. I really didn't expect that you look square and upright, but I didn't expect that you have been crooked since childhood. Jiang Qi continued to read Tang Feimu's mental activities. If you dare to say that you did other things to Zioran, it means that you are not honest and frank. Depend on. He is indeed a cunning person. In this case, he would never admit that there was anything wrong with what he said, even if he was beaten to death. I really only held hands with Zioran. Yes, I promise. But I don't believe it. Then why are you asking? Tang Feimu took out his cell phone and said, I'll call Zioran and ask if it's really what you said. Jiang Qi stared at Tang Feimu with eyes wide open. He didn't expect Tang Feimu to be so ruthless. He had to send a message to Tang Yunren in advance to sort out the words. You two watch him and don't let him touch the phone, Tang Feimu said. Jiang Qi's mind is now filled with curse words. I wondered, is it you who can read minds, or is it him? Jiang Qi saw that Tang Feimu was really going to call Tang Yunren and quickly stopped him. Don't call her. Tang Feimu stopped and looked towards Jiang Qi. Tang Feilin and Tang Feizhen also looked towards Jiang Qi. Are you guilty of something? Without waiting for Jiang Qi to say anything, Tang Feimu continued. As expected, you have a problem with your character. You did it, so why lie? We won't do anything to you. At most, he will beat you up and force you to eat his cabbage. Psychological activity. Jiang Qi. Tang Feizhen and Tang Feilin frowned in unison. He shouldn't be such a person. He is so honest and sincere. They trust his character. However, Jiang Qi's words just now and his subsequent reaction make it hard not to doubt him. Could it be that they were really short-sighted and had misjudged Jiang Qi? Was Jiang Qi not as good as they had imagined? Just as the two were thinking this, Jiang Qi explained, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell Ranran about my meeting with you because I was afraid she would worry that I would have a conflict with you. If you call her now and she knows, it will only add to her unnecessary worry. Jiang Qi's words were so sincere. His frown was tinged with deep sorrow, and it was almost as if the words I care about Tang Yunren were written on his face. After hearing Jiang Qi's heartfelt words and looking at his face that showed he felt sorry for Tang Yunren, Tang Feizhen and Tang Feilin really wanted to slap themselves in the face. How could they judge others by their own standards? They were always very accurate in judging people. Jiang Qi was upright, honest, polite, and modest. How could he be the kind of person they thought he was? Especially Tang Feizhen, he felt so guilty. Jiang Qi and he had a life-and-death friendship. If it weren't for Jiang Qi, his head would have been chopped off long ago. He was still here doubting him. It was really wrong. He swore that he would never doubt Jiang Qi's character again. Otherwise, he would become a monk. Tang Feimu didn't expect that Jiang Qi stopped him from calling Tang Yunren for this reason. Although the misunderstanding was resolved, Tang Feimu still felt that Jiang Qi was not worthy of his sister and had to continue observing. This brother-in-law is just difficult to deal with, Jiang Qi complained in his heart. But he is not in a hurry. There is still a long time to come. He doesn't believe that he, a man in his 30s, cannot defeat you. The few of them chatted for about half an hour before leaving the cafe. He now doesn't expect the European God experience voucher to work at all. In his opinion, it is a system bug. Just as Jiang Qi was thinking this, a car suddenly lost control and rushed towards the sidewalk. "Brother, be careful," Tang Feizhen shouted. Tang Feimu looked at the car that was heading straight towards him. His brain reacted, but his legs were a little slow. "Not good," Jiang Qi cried out inwardly, leaped forward. In fact, he was several steps away from Tang Feimu, and he might not be able to catch up with him at his normal speed, but he had to save people as much as possible. At this critical moment, his foot tripped over something and he was thrown flying. He flew out so quickly that he pushed Tang Feilin to the side. With a bang, the out-of-control car crashed into the green belt on the side of the road. "Brother, Jiang Qi," Tang Feimu got up from the ground. Only the skin on the palm of his hand was slightly scratched and slightly red. "That's right. That kid." Tang Feimu turned his head suddenly and looked around, and saw Jiang Qi climbing up from the ground with a grin on his face. Tang Feizhen helped Jiang Qi up. "How are you?" Seeing that Tang Feimu was fine, Tang Feilin also came to Jiang Qi. "It's okay," Jiang Qi shook his head. It was a close call just now. He and Tang Feimu were almost hit by the car. Originally, he rushed over just to see if he could help Tang Feimu, but he was tripped by something and flew straight towards Tang Feimu. As for the European Emperor Experience voucher, it doesn't work at all. He won't redeem it next time. Just as Jiang Qi was thinking this, Tang Feimu came over. "Are you okay? I'll take you to the hospital." The tone of Tang Feimu's voice changed 180 degrees from before, and Jiang Qi was confused for a moment. Looking at Tang Feimu's face again, his brows were frowned and he looked serious, just like the way his father looked at him when he was sick as a child. Father's love is like a mountain. Jiang Qi got goosebumps from his own thoughts. At this time, he heard Tang Feimu's inner thoughts. "I really shouldn't have believed what the second and third brothers said. Jiang Qi is really good. No, he is extremely good. Just now, under that situation, he actually flew directly towards me and wanted to block it for me. I am really so touched." After hearing this, Jiang Qi said in his heart, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. No matter how selfless and great he is, he would never sacrifice himself to save others. He just wanted to give you a hand just now, and it was just an accident that he saved you. Etc. Jiang Qi suddenly thought of something. He knows. The European God Experience coupon is effective. No wonder, with the crisis just now, how could he be fine? As expected, the European God Experience voucher is great. "Jiang Qi, your leg is bleeding," Tang Feizhen shouted. Jiang Qi lowered his head and looked at his knees. There was a hole in his pants. A large piece of skin had been rubbed off, and blood was flowing down his pants. This European God attribute is still not that powerful. Chapter 110, Changing to Brother. He was also injured. "You've lost so much blood and you still say you're fine? Come on, I'll take you to the hospital," Tang Feimu said with a tense face as he looked at Jiang Qi's leg. After saying that, Tang Feimu turned his back to him and half knelt in front of him. "Come on up, I'll carry you." Jiang Qi was so shocked that his eyes opened wide and stared at Tang Feimu's back. "Why are you still standing there? Hurry up and get on," Tang Feilin shouted at Jiang Qi anxiously. Tang Feilin even pushed Jiang Qi onto Tang Feimu's back. Jiang Qi lay on Tang Feimu's back. He didn't know what words to use to describe the feeling of riding on his brother-in-law's head. "Be proud of yourself." "Not quite suitable." Farmers are rising up and singing. "It seems like something is missing." Forget it, he didn't want to think about it anymore. It was a waste of time. Anyway, as long as it feels good. Having said that, he had wronged the O Shen Experience voucher. It's not that it doesn't work, but that his vision is too narrow and he only sees the present, while the European God Experience voucher layout is for the final result. The result now is that he accidentally saved Tang Feimu and got injured. Tang Feimu completely changed his opinion of him and treated him as no outsider. After he was bandaged out of the hospital, his 3 brothers-in-law insisted on sending him downstairs, asking him about his well-being in various ways, acting like they were his own brothers. He even felt that even among his brothers, few could do what Tang Feimu and the others did. This medicine must be taken on time. Tang Feimu handed the medicine bag to Jiang Qi. Okay, I'll remember that. Also, you must not touch water with this injury. Okay, I'll remember that. Don't do physical work and walk less. Okay, I'll remember it all. Listening to these instructions one after another, Jiang Qi felt that he did not have 3 more uncles, but 3 more mothers. Even his mother wouldn't be so long-winded. No wonder Tang Yunren told him before that her 3 brothers were extremely nagging. Every time she went out after dark, they would insist on asking her what she was going to do. When he heard Tang Yunren say this, he didn't feel much, he just listened. Now he can really feel it. Then he compared himself and wondered if he cared too little about Jiang Yuan. He didn't ask Jiang Yuan every time he went out alone at night. He decided to learn from these 3 uncles and take good care of Jiang Yuan. Can you please not tell Ranran about my injury? I'm afraid she'll worry. Jiang Qi said this from his heart, without trying to please his 3 uncles. But it is this kind of sincere words that can touch people the most. Good. After Tang Feimu nodded, he felt extremely guilty. He looked down at Jiang Qi's legs with his brows furrowed. Zio Jiang? Tang Feimu put his hand on Jiang Qi's shoulder and said earnestly, if you encounter any difficulties in the future, don't treat us as outsiders. Tell us. The 3 of us brothers will definitely stand by you. Thank you, Brother Mu. Call me Big Brother. Jiang Qi. Is it too fast to change your tune so quickly? Brother. Yeah, Tang Feimu nodded with great satisfaction. Tang Phelan stood up. You call me second brother, too. Second brother? And me? Third brother? What's going on? When Tang Yunren came over, she saw Jiang Qi with his 3 brothers. From her perspective, Jiang Qi was surrounded by her 3 brothers. This scene was very familiar to her. In her previous life, Jiang Qi was often surrounded and taught a lesson by her 3 brothers. Are they going to attack Jiang Qi again? No way. Her second and third brothers clearly have a good impression of Jiang Qi. Is it because of her elder brother? What did the eldest brother say to the second and third brothers to make them change their attitude towards Jiang Qi, so that the 3 of them teamed up to bully Jiang Qi again? Thinking of this, Tang Yunren bit her lower lip nervously. What should I do now? Rush straight over? If she just rushed over and stood in front of Jiang Qi, her 3 brothers would be even more angry with Jiang Qi, right? But if she doesn't go out, what if her 3 brothers really want to attack Jiang Qi? Just when Tang Yunren was feeling extremely conflicted, Tang Feimu and the other 2 turned around and left. Just leave like that? Tang Yunren tilted her head, unable to react for a moment. She didn't come out until Tang Feimu and the others had completely disappeared. Ranran, why are you here? Jiang Qi looked at Tang Yunren in confusion. I also want to ask you, why are you with my 3 brothers? If I say we met by chance, would you believe me? I just want to hear the truth. Seeing the stubborn look on Tang Yunren's face, Jiang Qi had no choice but to tell the truth. In fact, we have already arranged to meet. Why didn't you tell me? Tang Yunren puffed her lips. Wasn't I afraid you would worry? If I hadn't happened to come here, would you have kept it a secret from me forever? Tang Yunren puffed out her lips, raised her chin, and looked at Jiang Qi with her big, beautiful eyes. Seeing Tang Yunren like this, Jiang Qi felt that she was very approachable. But he is a man, a responsible and good man, so he has to endure it. Coincidence? On the way? Really? Jiang Qi caught the keywords in Tang Yunren's words just now. Tang Yunren's face suddenly turned red when she was called out. Afraid that Jiang Qi would notice, she quickly turned her head away. Her eyes flickered, her red lips slightly parted, and her chest was obviously rising and falling. Love experience plus 542. I'm just passing by. Oh, but he just happened to pass by our neighborhood. It's really a coincidence, isn't it? Jiang Qi stared at Tang Yunren's red ears. They were small, tender, and red like ripe cherries. It makes people feel thirsty when they see it. I'm here to look for my grandma. Tang Yunren suddenly had an idea and made up a story. After saying that, Tang Yunren walked towards the next building. Unexpectedly, just as she took a step, Jiang Qi grabbed her wrist. Plop, 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 plop. Tang Yunren felt like her heart was about to jump out of her throat. Love experience plus 875. Love experience plus 903. Love experience plus 958. What? Ranran, Jiang Qi called Tang Yunren's name. Tang Yunren felt as if her ears were pregnant when she heard the deep voice that belonged only to men. Why did Jiang Qi call her in such a gentle yet torturous voice? How could she bear it? Love experience plus 1012. Of course, Jiang Qi called out again. Love experience plus 1129. Ranran. This time, after Jiang Qi called Tang Yunren, he directly pulled Tang Yunren to his side. Tang Yunren looked up at Jiang Qi in surprise. Their eyes met, and sparks of love flew. The distance between the two people is getting closer. Closer. Their eyes met, unable to tell the difference. Just then, a sudden voice rang out. Xiao Qi, what are you doing? Chapter 111 added another chapter. Mom. This sound almost jumped out of Tang Yunren's throat. Just a little bit. That was a close call. Tang Yunren let out a nervous breath. Mom, why did you go out alone? And buy vegetables? Jiang Qi said as he took the vegetables from Linya's hand. Stop changing the subject. No one knows a child better than his mother. Jiang Qi was born to Linya, and Linya could tell what Jiang Qi was thinking at a glance. Who is this girl? Linya asked in a low voice. Ahem. Jiang Qi cleared his throat and turned to look at Tang Yunren, whose face was flushed. Listening to the prompts from the system, he knew that Tang Yunren was nervous and embarrassed. What's there to be embarrassed about? In your previous life, you had a very good relationship with his mother, like real mother and daughter. He remembered that his mother was nervously protecting Tang Yunren, and scolded him for being mean to Tang Yunren, pointing at his scalp. The two of them often go shopping for clothes together, and their relationship is so good that all the male compatriots in the world who are troubled by the relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law feel extremely envious and jealous. She's my girlfriend. Hearing Jiang Qi introducing himself to Linya so frankly, Tang Yunren felt overwhelmed with waves of emotion. Love experience plus 555. Love experience plus 666. Love experience plus 777. What? Really? Linya opened her eyes wide and stared at Tang Yunren with shining eyes. From top to bottom. From bottom to top. Look at it carefully. Isn't this girl so beautiful? And her temperament is also quite outstanding. The more you look at her, the more you like her. Xiao Qi, what are you still doing here? Why don't you introduce them to me? Her name is Tang Yunren. She's my mother. Hello, Auntie. Tang Yunren greeted politely. Yeah, Linya responded happily. She is good-looking and sweet. It's really lovable. Tang Yunren, what a good name. Can I call you Zioren? The familiar name almost made Tang Yunren's eyes red. She stared at Linya, thinking of Jiang Qi's death in her previous life. It was such a huge blow to Linya that she fell ill. She still clearly remembers the scene of Linya lying in the ward with a pale face. Linya was sitting on the bed, looking through the family album. From when Jiang Qi was just born, to when he grew up little by little, and then grew up again, to when he got married and started a family, in the end, there was only a blank. Linya could no longer hold back her tears. She covered her mouth and let the big drops of tears drip onto the photo album. She ran over, hugged Linya, and comforted her. Linya broke down and burst into tears. She had been holding it in until the end, but she couldn't hold it in any longer and hugged Linya and cried. Seeing that Tang Yunren had no reaction at all, Linya thought that she didn't like being called that. Don't you like me calling you Zioren? No, I like it. I like it very much. Tang Yunren quickly gathered her thoughts that were immersed in memories and forced a sweet and bitter smile on her face. Okay. Linya said okay 3 times in a row and patted the back of Tang Yunren's hand gently twice. Don't just stand there, go up, Linya said to Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren was stunned for a moment and looked upstairs. Let's go upstairs quickly, it's starting to drizzle, Linya said as she pulled Tang Yunren upstairs. Just like that, Tang Yunren was brought upstairs by Linya and came to the door of the room. Jiang Qi opened the door and said to Tang Yunren, come in. In fact, Jiang Qi just wanted to say, welcome home. In the end, I endured it. Tang Yunren looked around the room. Although it was unfamiliar, everyone here was her relative, so she inexplicably felt a very familiar feeling of home. Jiang Qi kept staring at Tang Yunren. Even though Tang Yunren didn't say anything, he could understand her mood at the moment. Jiang Qi gave Tang Yunren a pair of slippers, and Tang Yunren walked in wearing them. Jiang Yuan heard the noise and pushed his wheelchair out of the room. When he saw Tang Yun, his eyes lit up. Zioyun, I almost shouted out. At this time, Jiang Yuan was still innocent and lived the life of an ordinary girl. But who would have thought that in her previous life, she married a scumbag who not only abused her but also kept a mistress outside. Jiang Yuan had a stubborn temper. She could endure anything, and she would never rely on others if she could rely on herself. So in her previous life, every time Jiang Yuan saw them, she would only talk to them about happy things and never told them about her miserable situation. Until she was sent to the hospital for emergency treatment due to domestic violence, they had no idea that Jiang Yuan's situation was so bad. Just when Tang Yunren was lost in thought, Jiang Yuan came over in a wheelchair. He looked at her with a mischievous look, and his big round eyes rolled around for several times before landing on Jiang Qi. Brother, you can do it. Did you really bring the little sister back? Brother, this title sounded very new to Tang Yunren, because in his previous life, Jiang Yuan always called him Jiang Qi. She asked her, why didn't you call him? She said that she just didn't want to call him brother, as it always felt corny, and she got goosebumps every time she did so. But Jiang Yuan's cry just now was so natural, without any sense of incongruity. It was obvious that he had called it so many times that he had become accustomed to it. That's right, don't you see who I am, your brother? Congratulations. Jiang Yuan's eyes smiled into crescent shapes, and he stretched out his hand in front of Jiang Qi. What? Congratulations on your happy marriage. Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi took out his cell phone and transferred 500 yuan to Jiang Yuan. Hearing the sound of gold coins coming into the account, Jiang Yuan's face turned into a smile. Seeing this, Tang Yunren finally understood why Jiang Yuan called Jiang Qi brother so easily. Well, let's add each other on WeChat, Tang Yunren said to Jiang Yuan. Okay. After the two added each other on WeChat, Tang Yunren also transferred 500 yuan to Jiang Yuan. Thank you, sister-in-law. Jiang Yuan was instantly captured by Tang Yunren. Although Tang Yunren was used to Jiang Yuan calling her sister-in-law in her previous life, she still couldn't help feeling a little embarrassed. Love experience plus 125. Zioran, please sit down. Auntie will cut some fruit for you. Linya walked towards the kitchen carrying the fruit. Mom, you're pregnant. Don't overwork yourself. Let me do it. Jiang Qi walked over. Your dad is like this and you are like this too. You don't let me do this or that and you don't even consider my feelings. I can't stay idle and you guys are suffocating me like this. It's just cutting some fruit, it's not physical work. Go away, go and accompany the girl, there's nothing to do here. Since Linya said so, Jiang Qi had no choice but to compromise. Ding dong, the doorbell rang. Who is coming? P.S. Zioya-chikan, I originally planned to update you on Saturday and Sunday, but I got up at 7 o'clock today and have been writing until now. I have updated it for you in advance. I hope you enjoy it. Chapter 112, Love is like a battlefield. I'll go open the door. Jiang Yuan was closest to the door and came to the door in a wheelchair. Opened. After seeing the person standing at the door, he secretly clicked his tongue in his heart, then turned around and gave Jiang Qi a look that told him to take good care of himself. Is your brother here? When Jiang Qi heard the voice, the hairs on his spine stood up immediately. That's right, Jiang Xinting is here. Exist. After saying this, Jiang Yuan stepped aside and left the battlefield to them. Jiang Xinting walked in with a cake in her hand. When she saw Tang Yun, her brows furrowed and an unfriendly look appeared in her eyes. They are all girls, and Tang Yunren had some vague guesses in her mind when Jiang Xinting looked at her like this. Sister Tingting, you're here? Jiang Qi said politely. Oh, I told you don't call me Sister Tingting, just call me by my name. Xingxin, Tingting, it's up to you, Jiang Xinting said as she leaned towards Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi slid to Tang Yunren's side. Sister Tingting, let me introduce you, this is my girlfriend. Love experience plus 669. Tang Yunren glanced at Jiang Qi shyly and smiled secretly. She needs to stay calm and not get carried away. Jiang Xinting was unhappy and looked up and down at Tang Yunren with a somewhat hostile look. Jiang Yuan opened his big round eyes, ate melon seeds, and watched from a distance. That expression, that look, was like watching a movie in the cinema. So she's the one you were chasing after. I'm not saying you have a bad taste. Jiang Xinting shook her head and smacked her lips. She's so skinny, she doesn't have any flesh at all. Tang Yunren didn't feel anything about Jiang Xinting's words, because in her opinion, she didn't know Jiang Xinting, so there was no need to get angry about what an insignificant person said. Waste of expression. Tang Yunren didn't care. If Jiang Qi, as her boyfriend, didn't stand up for her at this time, he would become a eunuch. Sister Tingting, aren't your words a little too hurtful? I'm telling the truth. Really? Then I'll tell you the truth. Different people have different tastes. I don't like radishes or vegetables, but I like this phoenix. When Jiang Qi said radish and greens, he was looking at Jiang Xinting, but when he said phoenix, he looked at Tang Yunren gently. Love experience plus 448. Tang Yunren was filled with nothing but happiness at this moment. Nothing else. Jiang Xinting was so angry that her face turned blue and purple. What does that mean? You're saying she's just a nobody. She is so plump, why not braised lion head? Jiang Qi, have you really decided to be with her? Yeah, Jiang Qi nodded very seriously. Lifetime, 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 a lifetime, a lifetime, a lifetime. This promise is as heavy as Mount Tai. Tang Yunren was so moved that she wanted to throw herself into Jiang Cheng's arms immediately. Love experience plus 2462. Love experience plus 2842. Love experience plus 2999. What? Listening to the endless system notification sounds, Jiang Qi was deeply moved and almost couldn't help but press Tang Yunren's head into his arms. Without pressing his head, his hand had already reached out and grabbed Tang Yunren's hand. Love experience plus 3332. Tang Yunren pulled her hand away embarrassedly. How could he have the nerve to hold the hand with so many people around? Jiang Qi didn't let Tang Yunren take her hand away and continued to hold her hand openly. Jiang Yuan stopped cracking melon seeds and stared with wide eyes. As soon as Linya came out of the kitchen, she saw Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren holding hands, and a relieved smile immediately appeared on her face. Her son has grown up, grow up to be a man of integrity, and become a qualified husband and father in the future. The more I think about it, the more relieved I feel. Some are happy and some are sad. Jiang Xinting was so angry that the 5 swimming rings on her body kept shaking, and the floor was shaking a little. Jiang Qi watched Jiang Xinting stomping her feet several times in a row, wondering if the people living downstairs would come to complain later. Jiang Qi, if you don't choose me, you will regret it, Jiang Xinting yelled angrily. Regret? You will regret choosing this, right? Jiang Qi was a little curious, who married Jiang Xinting in the previous life. Sister Tingting, my girlfriend, is here, so it's inconvenient to greet you. You make me so mad, Jiang Xinting roared, turned around and left. Just as she walked out the door, she came back and took away the cake she had made herself. She went back to eat it herself. After Jiang Xinting left, Tang Yunren looked up at Jiang Qi and asked, "Isn't it too harsh for you to refuse me like this?" Hearing Tang Yunren say this, Jiang Qi smiled. Anyone can say that. You think it's inappropriate, don't you, Tang University's campus belle? You have the title of Jiang University's cold campus belle. Isn't this title derived from the fact that you are so ruthless in rejecting others? Really, I feel fine. Tang Yunren felt a little guilty when she said this. Oh, Linya's voice came from the kitchen. Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren looked at each other and walked towards the kitchen. Mom, what's wrong? The faucet is broken. Linya frowned and said, I'll go down and buy it. You are pregnant, so don't go out casually. I'll go. You stay with Ziorin. The hardware store is nearby. I'll be back soon. Tang Yunren looked at Linya's belly and interrupted. Auntie, just let Jiang Qi go. I don't need him to accompany me. Jiang Qi is right. You must be more careful when you are pregnant at your age. This child is so sensible and kind. The more Linya looks at Tang Yunren, the more she likes her, as if she were her own daughter. Jiang Qi looked at the scene of Linya and Tang Yunren getting along harmoniously, and a smile appeared on his face. This feels really good. In fact, he had been accustomed to this scene in his previous life, but he never cared about it. It is often like this with some people and at some times. They are surrounded by happiness but do not know how to cherish it, and in the end it is too late to regret. Fortunately, he was lucky enough to have this chance to be reborn. Otherwise, he would be the one who regretted it, and those around him who cared about him the most would be the ones who suffered. Jiang Qi opened the door and walked out with emotion. After Tang Yunren chatted with Linya for a while, she felt unwell and went to rest. Tang Yunren looked towards Jiang Yuan, who was knitting something with wool. Are you knitting gloves? Tang Yunren asked speculatively. Jiang Yuan paused and looked up at Tang Yunren. I'm knitting a scarf, this can't you tell? Tang Yunren looked at the lump in Jiang Yuan's hand. She wanted to comfort Jiang Yuan and say, I see, but the shape of the thing in Jiang Yuan's hand was too strange, and it didn't seem to have anything to do with a scarf. So she really found it difficult to say against her will. She saw it. Just as Tang Yunren was thinking this, Jiang Yuan exerted too much force on his hand, and the knitting needle broke with a crack. Chapter 113, Finding Out About Jiang Yuan's Past Life. Well, the atmosphere is a bit subtle. Oh, it's broken again. Jiang Yuan threw the unfinished product aside dejectedly. More than 100 knitting needles have been broken, and I don't know how much money I have spent on wasted wool. Why is she so clumsy? If you don't mind, I can teach you. Hearing Tang Yunren's words, Jiang Yuan's eyes suddenly lit up. You can? Yes, I have learned it. In fact, she had learned it in her previous life. It was Jiang Qi's 30th birthday, so she learned it specially and gave it to him. That day, she mixed the scarf she had knitted into the pile of gifts that others gave to Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi didn't know that the scarf was from her. It was cold, so he untied it and wrapped it around his neck. God knows how happy she was when she saw him wearing the scarf she had knitted herself. "That's great, sister-in-law, you have to teach me." Jiang Yuan held Tang Yunren's hand. Calling her sister-in-law again made her feel embarrassed. "Your brother and I just got together. Isn't it inappropriate for you to call me sister-in-law?" "It's suitable, how can it not be suitable? You are my sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, please teach me how to knit a scarf." Jiang Yuan looked at Tang Yunren with sparkling eyes. Jiang Yuan called her sister-in-law over and over again, which made her very happy. "Do you have any knitting needles left?" Yes, I bought 200. "Tang Yunren, why did you buy so much?" "I'm clumsy. Let me tell you, I've broken more than 100 needles." "Tang Yunren, you are not clumsy but too strong. Not only that, I spent hundreds of dollars on yarn, and it was all wasted." Tang Yunren continued to remain speechless. "You spent so much money that you could buy several scarves. But it's different. Buying something is not as thoughtful as knitting something you make yourself." Tang Yunren agreed with Jiang Yuan's words. Didn't she, at the beginning, foolishly study how to knit a scarf by watching the video? Of course, although she had a hard time learning, she had not yet reached such a terrifying level as Jiang Yuan. "Who are you going to knit a scarf for?" "Anyway, it's impossible that it was woven for myself. You're not going to give it to a boy you like, are you?" Thinking of this, Tang Yunren began to worry about Jiang Yuan. "It's for my brother." Hearing this, Tang Yunren breathed a sigh of relief. "Isn't it his birthday? I plan to finish knitting it and give it to him on November 11. Double 11? He. Jiang Yuan grinned mischievously. "I originally thought that my brother's personality meant he would be single for the rest of his life, so giving him a gift on double 11 would be the most appropriate. So that's how it is." "Ah," Jiang Yuan suddenly remembered something and patted himself on the head. Jiang Yuan's sudden action left Tang Yunren confused. "Hey, my brother is no longer single. What double 11 gift should I give him?" "You can give it to him as a New Year's gift." 2. Jiang Yuan thought that after the Chinese New Year, she would give the scarf she had knitted to Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi would definitely be so touched that he would give her a very big red envelope. When Jiang Yuan thought about having a lot of small changes, he immediately smiled happily from ear to ear. "Please teach me how to write." Jiang Yuan looked very excited. "Yeah, okay." Tang Yunren picked up 2 knitting needles and put them together. "Then watch carefully. First, take 2 needles, keep a longer one, and place it on the side of your thumb. Use your right hand to make the thread into a triangle with the broken end on the side of your thumb." Tang Yunren spoke very carefully, and Jiang Yuan also listened attentively with his ears perked up. A few minutes later, Tang Yunren looked at Jiang Yuan. "Have you learned it?" "The eyes have learned." "Then let me teach you again. I'd better teach you step by step. It will be faster this way." "That's best." When Jiang Qi came back from buying the faucet, he saw Tang Yunren teaching Jiang Yuan how to weave something. "What are you knitting?" When Jiang Yuan heard this, she immediately hid the wool and knitting needles behind her. "Why didn't you knock on the door when you came back?" "Do I have to knock on the door when I return to my own home?" Jiang Qi responded speechlessly and looked behind Jiang Yuan. "What are you hiding, so mysterious?" Jiang Qi said as he walked towards Jiang Yuan. Seeing that the situation was not good, Jiang Yuan quickly hid behind Tang Yun. "Sister-in-law, save me. He's going to bully me again." "Hey, you girls, you only know how to complain. I have been suing since I was a child. I used to sue my parents, and now I am suing Tang Yunren." "Jiang Qi, she is your sister, don't bully her." Tang Yunren stood in front of Jiang Yuan tightly. Jiang Yuan had someone to back him up, so he immediately started to show off, sticking his head out and sticking out his tongue. "Lululu. A pair of proofs needed." Jiang Qi rolled up his sleeves and stepped forward. "Sister-in-law." "Jiang Qi." Jiang Qi looked at Jiang Yuan, who quickly ran back to his room, and suddenly his head hurt. "My parents usually spoil her enough, and with you added to the mix, now that she's out of control, won't she be lawless? She is young, and given her current situation, you as her brother should give in to her." Yes, you are right." Tang Yunren found it very funny to hear Jiang Qi's words of helpless compromise. Looking back at Jiang Yuan's closed door, Tang Yunren frowned. After hesitating for a few seconds, she looked at Jiang Qi and said, "Your sister is so cute. If her legs are healed and she can walk normally, there will be many people chasing after her. As her brother, you'd better pay more attention." Tang Yunren's words immediately caught Jiang Qi's attention. If he guessed correctly, Tang Yunren should be indirectly telling him about Jiang Yuan. Because she didn't know that he was also reborn, she didn't know what to say for a moment. Unfortunately, his mind-reading ability didn't work on Tang Yunren. Otherwise, he might be able to know everything about Jiang Yuan's love life. "Since I can't read it, I'll find a way to get Tang Yunren to tell me more about Jiang Yuan, who would like my sister, who has a stubborn and bad temper and loves to eat spicy snacks. Jiang Qi deliberately used provocation. Seeing that Jiang Qi didn't care about her words at all, Tang Yunren fell into the trap. I'm serious, your sister is just a little naughty and willful. In fact, she is very kind and innocent. What if she gets cheated in the future? That girl is so cunning who can deceive her. What if someone deliberately uses her interests to gain her favor, taking advantage of Jiang Yuan's interests to win her favor? Jiang Qi got a very important piece of information from these words. Jiang Yuan has only two interests, one of which is spicy snacks. Another thing is CP. According to Tang Yunren's analysis, the scumbag who bullied Jiang Yuan in the previous life might have used these 2 points to get close to Jiang Yuan. Seeing that Jiang Qi didn't say anything, Tang Yunren thought he didn't believe her, so she took a step forward anxiously, but accidentally tripped over the sofa leg and fell straight towards Jiang Qi. Chapter 114. Tang Yunren discovered the injury. Jiang Qi was quick to hug Tang Yunren, and then they both fell on the sofa. Man downed, female on top. Jiang Yuan heard the noise, quietly opened the door a crack and looked outside. Oh my God! No wonder it was so noisy. It turns out to be so exciting. As he watched, Jiang Yuan thought of Wu Qingshu. Shaked his head. She was finally sure that, when she saw Wu Qingshu again on Valentine's Day, he looked so depressed. At that time, she guessed that he had probably seen her brother and Tang Yunren together, and that he had seen such an unspeakable and exciting scene. Her brother is really something. If he wants to release his nature, he should go back to his room, but he starts playing in the hall directly. It's very indecent. Following the principle of not looking at what is inappropriate, Jiang Yuan raised his hand to cover his face and looked through the gaps between his fingers. Hiss, Hearing Jiang Qi's muffled groan, Tang Yunren hurriedly climbed up from Jiang Qi's body. I'm sorry, did I hurt you somewhere? Tang Yunren lowered her head and looked at herself, thinking that something hard on her clothes had hit Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi also looked towards Tang Yunren, thinking, you are soft all over like cotton candy. How could you possibly hurt him? He almost hurt you. No, I didn't. In fact, it was his leg that was hit by Tang Yunren's sudden sitting on it, right at the center of the injury. He clearly felt the bandaged area starting to bleed. Tang Yunren stared at Jiang Qi's face, which was covered with cold sweat. He didn't look like nothing was wrong at all. Suddenly, she saw bloodstains on Jiang Qi's pants. There's no blood coming from out of nowhere. Not a girl. Suddenly, she realized something. You're hurt. No. You lied to me. Jiang Qi frowned. He was indeed injured. Where are you hurt? Nothing serious. Tell me now. After saying this, Tang Yunren couldn't wait to test Jiang Qi's body up and down without waiting for his reply. Seeing that the position was wrong, Jiang Qi grabbed Tang Yunren's hand, pointed at the injured leg and said, Wrong, it's this leg. After hearing Jiang Qi say this, Tang Yunren suddenly realized that she had taken the wrong path. His face suddenly turned red. The next second, considering that Jiang Qi was injured, she threw her shyness behind her, and her eyes fell on Jiang Qi's pants. Jiang Qi was wearing short sweatpants. Tang Yunren was worried about Jiang Qi, so she didn't think too much about it and directly lifted up Jiang Qi's pants. After seeing the shocking blood on the white gauze, Tang Yunren's eyes suddenly turned red, and she held back her tears. I'm fine. Jiang Qi didn't know what to say besides this. Jiang Yuan hadn't planned to come out, but seeing that the situation outside was not right, he hurried out. Jiang Yuan covered his mouth with his hand. His eyes widened and round. Brother, you. SHH. Jiang Qi turned his head to look at Linya's room, signaling Jiang Yuan to lower his voice. He didn't want Linya to worry unnecessarily. Jiang Yuan reacted and lowered his voice to ask urgently, What happened to you? How did you get hurt for no reason? Did you have a fight with someone? I'm a good citizen. Do I look like someone who would fight? Jiang Yuan didn't find Jiang Qi's words convincing enough. Some time ago, she saw with her own eyes that her heroic brother beat down all the gangsters with just 3 punches and 2 kicks. Let's not talk about this for now. Is there a first aid kit? Tang Yunren's mind and eyes were filled with Jiang Qi's legs. Yes, it's in that cabinet, Jiang Yuan said, pointing to the cabinet under the TV. Tang Yunren quickly took out the medicine box, then removed the gauze wrapped around Jiang Qi's leg and saw the real situation inside. It's not particularly serious, but it's not as trivial as Jiang Qi said. Bear with it, I'll help you stop the bleeding first. Jiang Yuan, can you help me with the medicine? Take out the Yunnan Baiyao spray from the box. This will stop the bleeding. It's best not to use this, Tang Yunren said. Why, this won't stop the bleeding. Yunnan Beiyao aerosol should not be sprayed directly onto a bleeding wound, because the aerosol contains ingredients that irritate the wound. When the aerosol is sprayed, it is easy to cause severe pain in the wound. Sister-in-law, you are so amazing, you know so much. Are you studying medicine? Jiang Yuan looked at Tang Yunren with starry eyes. That's not the case. I just had poor health since I was a child, and my parents often took me to see doctors, both Chinese and Western medicine. Over time, I learned a little bit of common sense. Tang Yunren spoke as she carefully treated Jiang Qi's wound. After wrapping the gauze, Tang Yunren looked up at Jiang Qi, her brows knitted into knots. She bit her lower lip and seemed to be hesitant to speak. What do you want to say? Jiang Qi asked. Tang Yunren opened her mouth, then turned to look at Jiang Yuan. I'm going to watch TV. Jiang Yuan went back to his room with his phone. After Jiang Yuan left, Tang Yunren spoke up. Tell me honestly, is your injury related to my 3 brothers? Tang Yunren stared at Jiang Qi so hard that he couldn't lie at all. Finally nodded. After getting this answer, Tang Yunren's pupils suddenly dilated and he turned around and left. She knew that no matter in the past life or this life, her 3 brothers protected her dearly and would never allow her to fall in love with others now. Everything that happened before was an illusion. They deliberately lured Jiang Qi into the trap so that he would let down his guard and then kill him with one strike. Of course. Jiang Qi realized that Tang Yunren had misunderstood and hurriedly limped after Tang Yunren. You misunderstood. You don't have to speak for them anymore. I didn't speak for them. Your legs are injured like this and you still say you didn't speak for them. Jiang Qi, I know you don't want me to be in the middle, but this matter is indeed too much. They beat you often in the past, and now that you are so nice to me, they are ganging up to bully you. I must make this matter clear to them. Did you say you let your mouth out? Jiang Qi thought to himself. Really not. Listen to me, my injury was caused by a car accident. Tang Yunren was very emotional right now. She couldn't hear anything Jiang Qi said. She wanted to go back home immediately and argue with her 3 brothers. He raised his hand to grab the door handle, ready to open the door and leave. Jiang Qi saw that Tang Yunren was so angry that he had no choice, but to use the most civilized way. Solve with your mouth. Jiang Qi grabbed Tang Yunren's hand, pushed her against the door, and lowered his head. Kiss below. Chapter 115, Tang Yunren was followed. Tang Yunren's eyes widened instantly. No bigger. His eyes widened with disbelief. Boom, boom, boom. The heartbeat quickened and became as frequent as the drum beats on the battlefield. The knocking makes the blood boil. Love experience plus 520. Love experience plus 1314. Love experience plus 520. Love experience plus 1314. What? The same is true for Jiang Qi. He had kissed Tang Yunren secretly before, and more than once, but it was a secret kiss without the person involved knowing. And now, Tang Yunren was staring at him with her beautiful eyes wide open in disbelief, and kept providing him with experience points. This made his heart beat faster and faster, like the beat of a drum on the battlefield. Bang, 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 bang. The knocking and smashing sounds were heard. Inspired by such a rhythm as dense as a rainstorm, he felt as if he had turned into a warrior with a gun and a shield, charging into battle without fear of life or death. He thought so, but in the end, after a fierce ideological struggle, Jiang Qi's reason overcame impulse. He grabbed Tang Yunren's shoulders and pulled away. At this time, Tang Yunren was still in a daze. How could she not be confused? In this life, this was the first time Jiang Qi kissed her. And kissed her mouths. Thinking of this, Tang Yunren blushed, half lowered her head and pursed her lips. Susu's mamas. Still a bit breathless. Can you listen to me now? Jiang Qi looked at Tang Yunren's shy pursed lips and wondered if she was trying to seduce him. Pursing her lips was simply too much. Yeah, Tang Yunren nodded obediently, her eyes flickering a little, occasionally looking towards Jiang Qi's face. Jiang Qi glanced towards the air conditioner. 22 degrees. He needs the remote to jump to 18 degrees. This is enough to cool it down. Your 3 brothers are very good to me. I was accidentally injured and they sent me back. In the end, Jiang Qi did not tell Tang Yunren about the car accident. After all, that kind of thing was too frightening, and he was afraid that Tang Yunren would become even more worried after hearing it. Is that really all? I didn't lie to you. If you don't believe me, I swear. I don't want you to swear I believe what you say. Tang Yunren's unconditional belief made Jiang Qi feel happy, but also a little guilty. Because he lied. After the two chatted for a while, it was getting late and Tang Yunren wanted to go home. I send you. Tang Yunren looked at Jiang Qi's legs. You're in this state and you still want to send me off. You should just stay at home and rest. It's okay, it's just a minor injury. You've lost so much blood, and this is just a minor injury. That's not a big problem. That won't work either. But it's getting dark and it's not safe outside. The rapist hasn't been caught yet. What if? Why would there be so many chances? It's only about 10 minutes from your house to mine, okay? No, I'll just feel relieved after I send you home. Tang Yunren opened her eyes wide and stared at Jiang Qi, which made Jiang Qi unable to resist and had to surrender. Okay, then be careful on your way home. And when you get home, send me a message to let me know you're safe. After watching Tang Yunren leave, Jiang Qi closed the door, quickly walked to the balcony in front, stood there and looked down. Jiang Yuan smacked his lips as he watched. Go away, go aside, kid. Jiang Qi looked over speechlessly. I'm only 2 years younger than you, okay? Jiang Qi was too lazy to pay attention to Jiang Yuan and continued to stand on the balcony looking down. Soon, he waited until Tang Yunren came out of the elevator and walked towards the entrance of the community alone. He watched her until she disappeared completely. Tusk, 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 I can't stand it. People in love, a tilde, tilde, tilde. Jiang Yuan had a look of disgust on his face. Jiang Qi turned to look at Jiang Yuan again. If you have the guts, why don't you talk? If you don't want to talk about it, then don't talk about it. I don't care. That's what you said. What did I say? Then don't go back on your words. If you ask me not to go back on my words, I won't go back on my words. I don't even listen to my dad, so why should I listen to you? Lululu. You. Come and hit me and I'll complain. Jiang Qi. Children in their rebellious period are so difficult to manage. Jiang Qi sighed in his heart. At the same time, Tang Yunren had already left Qiu Shui community. As she was walking, Tang Yunren suddenly stopped, turned her head sharply, and looked around with a vigilant look on her face. Am I feeling wrong? As soon as she came out of Qiu Shui community just now, she felt as if someone was following her. In fact, she had this feeling for the past 2 days. She always felt that there was a pair of malicious eyes secretly watching her, which made her feel creepy and her back chilled. Tang Yunren looked around carefully and alertly, but didn't see anyone suspicious. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Even though she thought so, Tang Yunren still felt an indescribable feeling of hair standing on end. So she didn't dare to take the shortcut through the small road, but took a longer route through the crowded main road. There were people and cars coming and going on the road, which made her feel a little safe. What Tang Yunren didn't know was that as soon as she stepped onto the main road, a man wearing a baseball bat and sunglasses covering his face walked out from a hiding place. The man followed Tang Yunren's figure closely, peeled a lollipop, put it to his mouth and licked it with his long tongue. A slurp sound was heard. Turn around and leave. When Tang Yunren returned home, she saw Tang Faizan and the others were there. Brother, second brother, third brother. Tang Yunren called out one by one. Tang Faizan and the other 2 put down what they were doing and looked at Tang Yunren one after another, with confusion on their faces. Did you meet Jiang Qi today? As for Jiang Qi, she believed in him, but she still felt it necessary to ask Tang Faizan and the others about this matter. When Tang Faizan and the other 2 heard Tang Yunren's question, they looked at each other. You know everything? Did Jiang Qi tell you? This kid didn't let them say it, but he said it first. They thought so purely as a complaint, and had no intention of blaming Jiang Qi at all. No, I saw you this afternoon when I went to Qiu Shui community to visit my grandma, said Tang Yunren. So that's how it is. They were wondering, Jiang Qi clearly told them not to tell Tang Yunren about this, so why did he tell it first? Just as they were thinking this, Tang Yunren frowned and asked, Do you know about Jiang Qi's injury? Chapter 116. First love usually doesn't end well. Hearing this, Tang Faizan and the other 2 looked at each other again, and then fell silent. Seeing the reactions of Tang Faizan and the other 2, Tang Yunren guessed that there must be some hidden reason behind Jiang Qi's injury. Without waiting for Tang Yunren to figure out how to ask, Tang Feimu got up from the sofa and came to Tang Yunren's side. I feel guilty. Tang Yunren opened her eyes wide and looked at Tang Feimu. What does this mean? Was Jiang Qi really not injured accidentally, but was it related to her eldest brother? Did the 3 of them really team up to beat Jiang Qi up? If that's the case, how would she face Jiang Qi? Just as Tang Yunren was getting anxious, Tang Feimu continued what he hadn't finished saying. I always thought he wasn't a good person, but I didn't expect him to stand up in a critical moment and get injured to save me. Tang Yunren blinked. What's going on? Wasn't it them who beat Jiang Qi? Yeah, I didn't expect that Jiang Qi would be so brave. The car was about to hit Big Brother, but he jumped over without thinking and pushed Big Brother aside without any hesitation. Tang Phelan said with admiration. I've told you a long time ago that Jiang Qi is truly a rare good young man. Last time I was surrounded and attacked by those thieves. If Jiang Qi hadn't stepped in and taken the blow for me, my head would have turned into tofu pudding. Tang Phelan became more and more grateful as he spoke. After hearing this, Tang Yunren finally understood. It turned out that things were not what she thought at all. She thought Jiang Qi was injured by her 3 brothers, but she didn't expect that Jiang Qi was injured because he saved her eldest brother. Jiang Qi is such a fool, why didn't he tell her? Thinking of this, Tang Yunren pursed his lips. At this time, Tang Feimu put his hand on her shoulder and said earnestly, Jiang Qi is really good, you must seize the opportunity. Tang Phelan also put his hand on her shoulder. Brother is right, I like you guys very much. Tang Phelan also put his hand on her shoulder. I brought you together, and I will always support you. Until now, Tang Phelan still thought that he was the matchmaker between Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren, and that he was the one who tied the 2 of them together. Tang Yunren looked at the 3 serious faces, and subconsciously opened her mouth slightly. The mood is so subtle that it is indescribable. Not long after, Jiang Qi received a message from Tang Yunren. You promised not to lie to me. Jiang Qi's heart skipped a beat when he saw this message. Is this revealed? Did they tell you? If they don't tell me, are you going to keep lying to me? Angry expression. Pats his head, isn't this a white lie? Don't lie to me next time. Okay, I promise. I don't believe that men can lie. Seeing the 6 periods sent by Jiang Qi, Tang Yunren found it a little funny, as if she could see Jiang Qi's expression through the screen. He put down his phone and smiled. Very nice. Time flies, and in the blink of an eye, half of the summer vacation is over. Jiang Qi sat on the sofa in the living room, holding his phone and scrolling through the headlines. One caught his attention. It is about a criminal who raped and murdered women recently. The relatives and friends of the victims mentioned that the victims said before they died that it seemed like someone was always following them. Probably scouting. Thinking of this, Jiang Qi edited the message and sent it to Tang Yunren. Have you seen the latest hot headlines? Which one are you referring to? Tang Yunren replied immediately after seeing it. Jiang Qi shared the headline he had just seen. You should pay more attention recently. If you find anything unusual, remember to tell me. After reading what Jiang Qi shared, Tang Yunren's heart couldn't stop beating. She didn't know if it was her illusion. During this period of time, she always felt that someone was following her, so now whenever she went out, she would try to go to crowded places. Otherwise, I would go shopping with Jin Zayokyo. I wouldn't dare go alone. Should I tell Jiang Qi about this? What if it was just her illusion? If she told him, Jiang Qi would worry too much, right? Thinking of this, Tang Yunren decided to observe first and tell Jiang Qi if there was any further situation. Just as Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren were chatting with each other, Linya came out of the room after a nap. Pregnant women are all sleepy. Since Linya became pregnant, she has been sleeping all the time and can sleep from lunch until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Where's Zioyuan? She said she was bored and went out for a walk. How long? Jiang Qi checked his phone. It's been more than an hour. You haven't come out in over an hour. No, I have to make a phone call. Jiang Qi could tell that Linya was worried that Jiang Yuan would run into that rapist murderer. I'll fight you. Jiang Qi dialed Jiang Yuan's number 3 times, but no one answered. I'll go out and look for it. Although the victims were all college students, it was inevitable that the other party was so cruel that he had evil intentions towards his sister. After Jiang Qi came out of the community, he looked around and thought that Jiang Yuan went out at this time and had not come back yet, so he must have gone to buy spicy noodles. Sure enough, Jiang Qi saw Jiang Yuan returning on the way to the convenience store. You are so brave. You dare to come out alone in such a chaotic situation. People with bare feet are not afraid of those wearing shoes, not to mention that I have no legs, so there is nothing I should be afraid of, Jiang Yuan said while eating spicy strips happily. Eat less spicy noodles. Haven't you seen the news that someone died from eating instant noodles every day? I don't eat it every day. Yes, you are not every day. You are every hour and every minute. The 2 of them walked back while arguing with each other. As he walked, Jiang Yuan stopped and looked ahead. Seeing Jiang Yuan's reaction, Jiang Qi followed her gaze in confusion and saw Wu Qingshu, who just turned from the intersection. Wu Qingshu also didn't expect to meet the brother and sister in this place. His brother is a nuisance, and his sister is also a nuisance, so he should stay away from them to avoid suffering double persecution. Wait a moment. Jiang Qi saw Wu Qingshu was about to leave and called out to stop him. What are you doing? Wu Qingshu turned around and looked at Jiang Qi, who was walking towards him with a vigilant look on his face. Jiang Yuan was also quite curious. What could her brother want from Wu Qingshu? Jiang Qi looked at Wu Qingshu, who was standing opposite him with a serious expression. There were some things he had to make clear to Wu Qingshu. Wu Qingshu, you were the one who caused me trouble in the past. Now that I'm with Ranran, I hope you won't bother Ranran anymore. He didn't want to be like in his previous life, where he was married to Tang Yunran, but Wu Qingshu was still pestering her and waiting for her to divorce. Who do you think you are? I'll do whatever you tell me to do. You and her are just dating, and you might break up in the future. Haven't you heard that first love usually doesn't end well? Chapter 117. Wu Qingshu more wrong than Dui. Wu Qingshu's face was full of dissatisfaction, and his fists were clenched tightly. I was complaining in my heart, if I can beat you, I will beat you into a pile of shit. No, a piece of shit cake. I'm not a nobody, but what I say goes. I warn you solemnly, if you continue to have ideas about Ranran, I will make you. Jiang Qi was interrupted by Wu Qingshu before he could finish his words. What do you want me to do? How dare you do anything to me? Wu Qingshu raised his fist excitedly, as if he was going to hit someone. At this moment, a familiar shout suddenly rang out. Wu Qingshu, what are you doing? Hearing the sound, Wu Qingshu's heart suddenly trembled. Same recipe, familiar taste. Wu Qingshu mechanically turned his head to look in the direction where the voice came from, only to see Tang Faizan running towards him angrily. Before he could react, Tang Faizan was already in front of him, pushed him away, and stood in front of Jiang Qi. San, brother, you are wrong. Wu Qingshu, I told you last time that Jiang Qi is my brother. He saved my life. How dare you pick a fight with him? Tang Faizan was very angry. No, I didn't pick a fight with Jiang Qi. He was the one who called me. He was the one who picked a fight with me. Wu Qingshu felt very aggrieved. You think I'll believe it? If you don't believe me, ask him. Wu Qingshu pointed at Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi, if you're a man, tell him the truth. Jiang Qi was afraid to say anything, so he told Tang Faizan the truth. Third brother, I was indeed the one who started this. You hey. Tang Faizan sighed. Why can't you change at all? Being kind is a good thing, but being too kind, hey. You should know that kind people are often bullied and kind horses are often ridden. Wu Qingshu has bullied you to this extent and you still speak for him. I don't know what to say to you. Third brother, what happened today is really not what you think. It was indeed me. Don't say anything, I understand. To be honest, if it weren't for your kind character, Ziorin wouldn't like you, and the three of us brothers wouldn't all treat you as our brother-in-law. Very good, very good. Tang Faizan patted Jiang Qi on the shoulder, then turned to look at Wu Qingshu as if he was looking at an enemy. Wu Qingshu, I just don't understand why people are so different from each other. Look at Jiang Qi, he is kind and generous, and then look at you, you are narrow-minded. It's no wonder that Ziorin has always disagreed with your pursuit and chose Jiang Qi. Wu Qingshu was so anxious and angry that he was about to cry. Jiang Qi, are you a man? Jiang Qi was also helpless. I told him, but he didn't believe it. Moreover, he felt that if he continued to explain, Tang Faizan would be more convinced that it was Wu Qingshu who took the initiative to cause trouble for him. Wu Qingshu looked at Jiang Qi, then at Tang Faizan. No matter how he looked at them, he felt that they were a family and he was an outsider. This is too bullying. Wu Qingshu turned around and ran away. Tang Faizan looked at Wu Qingshu's back and shook his head. You ran away after making a mistake. As a man, you have no sense of responsibility at all. Although Wu Qingshu ran fast, he still heard these words. He immediately cried out in his heart, it's unfair. He is even more wrong than Du Yi. Why doesn't it snow heavily? No, it has to be hail at least, and it has to be fist-sized hail. Smash that bastard Jiang Qi to death. Tang Faizan turned his head and looked at Jiang Qi. If Wu Qingshu comes to trouble you again in the future, don't speak for him, just call me directly. Hearing what Tang Faizan said, Jiang Qi thought that what he had just thought was right. If he really explained again, Wu Qingshu would definitely be beaten by Tang Faizan. Third brother, why are you here at this time? Didn't you go to work? It's not Ranran. She said she felt like someone was following her recently, so I took some time to walk around the area to see if there was anyone suspicious. What, Ranran was followed? Why didn't she tell me? Jiang Qi became very emotional. When he thought that the person following Tang Yunran was the serial rapist and murderer, his heart immediately rose to his throat. Didn't she tell you? She was probably afraid you'd worry. Hearing Tang Faizan say this, Jiang Qi felt that this should be the case. She too, this matter is so serious, but she still hasn't told him. Although the strong woman who killed the murderer in the previous life had committed crimes nearby, Tang Yunren was not involved. It should be that Tang Yunren was alert and did a good job of protecting herself, so she did not give the other party the opportunity to commit a crime. Despite this, he must never take it lightly. He decided that he would take time out in the next 2 days to secretly follow Tang Yunren and ensure her safety. When Jiang Qi thought of this, he found that Jiang Yuan was gone. Where has this girl gone again? The scene changed. Jiang Yuan came to the roadside in a wheelchair, and Wu Qingshu was sitting dejectedly on a bench. "What are you doing here?" Wu Qingshu turned and looked at Jiang Yuan. "Eat spicy strips," Jiang Yuan replied while chewing spicy strips. "Go eat over there. The scenery here is beautiful, and I feel good eating here." Wu Qingshu, "Nice scenery. Do you mean that the way he weeps is a beautiful sight?" "I'm in a good mood." He had already seen that this little girl was very bad, even worse than his brother. HMPH, just take your time to read it yourself. Wu Qingshu stood up and left angrily. "Where did you go? What do you care about me? Want some spicy noodles? Eat some wool." 3 minutes later, Wu Qingshu was eating 1 bag of spicy strips after another. "I ate 5 or 6 bags in a row." "Are you almost done? My brother didn't eat as much as I did." Jiang Yuan looked at the spicy strips in Wu Qingshu's hand with pain in his heart. Wu Qingshu took out a 100 yuan bill from his wallet and handed it to Jiang Yuan. "Take your time to eat, there's plenty." Jiang Yuan stuffed the spicy strips into Wu Qingshu's body with a smile. Wu Qingshu looked at Jiang Yuan speechlessly. Jiang Yuan looked around and saw a beverage vending machine across the street. "Would you like a drink? I'll treat you." She is not the kind of person who would take advantage of others. If she took 100 yuan from someone, she would always show her appreciation. Otherwise, she would not be able to take advantage of him the next time they met. "Iced black tea," Wu Qingshu said while eating. "Why don't you have a bottle of green tea? It can help reduce your fever." Jiang Yuan said this with pure kindness. But when Wu Qingshu heard this, he immediately became furious. "I want iced tea." "Oh well." Jiang Yuan sat in a wheelchair and arrived at the side of the road. There were no traffic lights or zebra crossings. There were neither too many nor too few vehicles on the road. To cross the road, one had to look carefully at both ends, otherwise an accident was likely to occur. Just as Jiang Yuan was getting ready, a bicycle suddenly rushed over. "Hey, be careful." P.S. Zioichikan. Thanks to the readers for their tips, such as Jianzhangjian, Beibulizexiexiu, Shenzuishemeng, Duan who has the best of both worlds, the most loving Dahuai, Zhuang Jing who loves milk furong eggs and bad luck. Typed by hand, check the names 3 times, there should be no typos. Thank you, Georgian, Kaga Enus, letter 1D17. Chapter 118, Jiang Qi is captured. Wu Qingshu shouted. The cyclist almost hit Jiang Yuan. Wu Qingshu hurried over and glared at the cyclist with a very fierce look. "How do you ride a bike?" The cyclist was so scared that he apologized quickly and pedaled away. "Why are you so mean to me? You little girl, you are just a bitch. He almost hit you." "That's none of his fault. I didn't watch him carefully. He was riding the bicycle normally okay." Wu Qingshu was so angry at Jiang Yuan that he was speechless. "I don't want to bother with you. Whatever he wants, she's not his sister anyway, so just kill her." Wu Qingshu took 2 steps angrily and looked back at Jiang Yuan. Jiang Yuan was still looking left and right at the passing vehicles, preparing to find an opportunity to cross the road. "I'll go buy it." Jiang Yuan turned around and looked at Wu Qingshu and said stubbornly, "I said I want to treat you." "Okay, I'll leave you alone." 5 minutes later, Jiang Yuan handed the green tea he bought to Wu Qingshu. "Why green tea? I said I wanted iced black tea." "No more iced tea." "Is this true or false?" "You don't believe it, go and see for yourself." Wu Qingshu looked towards the beverage vending machine opposite and thought that it was really out of iced tea. There was no need for this little girl to deliberately trick him. Just drink green tea. She is right. Drinking green tea can reduce internal heat. It's just that he doesn't like the taste of green tea very much. After Wu Qingshu drank 2 sips of green tea, his eyes fell on Jiang Yuan's legs. "Last time you said you wanted to have surgery. When will it be done?" "The day after tomorrow." "So fast? Are you scared?" "No." Jiang Yuan looked at his legs and said, "What's there to be afraid of? The doctor said the surgery has a high chance of success. Besides, even if the worst-case scenario is that I'll just be in a wheelchair like before. Even though I can't walk, I have a wheelchair, so it won't affect my daily life." When Jiang Yuan was saying this, 2 girls who looked similar to her happened to pass by. Wu Qingshu noticed that Jiang Yuan had been staring at the two girls. To be exact, she kept staring at the legs of the two girls. Girls are 16 or 17 years old, which is the blooming age. During the summer vacation, they don't have to wear school uniforms, but their favorite little skirts. She said that she didn't care, but in fact she also wanted to be like an ordinary girl, wearing her favorite skirt, standing and walking on her own feet, instead of relying on this cold wheelchair. Would you like me to recommend a doctor who specializes in this type of surgery? Jiang Yuan turned his head and looked at Wu Qingshu with a puzzled look. Is the doctor you introduced very good? Of course he is. In fact, the doctor I want to introduce to you is my uncle. He is the attending physician of a Class A hospital. He is very famous in the industry and has a very high success rate for surgeries. Ordinary people have to make an appointment at least 2 or 3 months in advance. So powerful, what's his name? Wu Zhihai, you can search for it. Jiang Yuan picked up his phone and started searching. Wow, that's amazing. That's right, my two uncles are very powerful, and my father is also very powerful, Wu Qingshu said with great pride. Jiang Yuan gave a thumbs up, as expected of a second-generation rich man who lives off his parents. Really amazing. Wu Qingshu picked up the green tea, tilted his head back and gulped down several mouthfuls. Reduce heat. Would you like me to introduce you? Then thank you in advance. But I have conditions. Wu Qingshu thought, he has a grudge against your brother. Why should he introduce you? So even if he introduces you, it can't be in vain. Oh, forget it. Jiang Yuan turned around and left in his wheelchair. Hey, Wu Qingshu chased after him. I haven't stated the terms yet. Where are you going? I can guess your conditions. Don't you just want me to help persuade my brother to give up his sister-in-law? I can't do that. Wu Qingshu, who are you calling sister-in-law? She is my sister-in-law. If she is not my sister-in-law, how could she be your sister-in-law? I can't help you with this anyway. Who asked you to help with this? What is that? This question puzzled Wu Qingshu, because he didn't expect it. But now that the words have been spoken, we can't just say nothing, right? Wu Qingshu looked at Jiang Yuan and stretched out his hand. I want this box of spicy noodles. That's easy, here you go. Finally, Wu Qingshu held a box of spicy noodles and watched Jiang Yuan leave in a wheelchair. He retracted his gaze and looked down at the box. Fuck. There's only one bag left. This girl eats so much. Isn't she afraid of getting sick? Wu Qingshu took out the last bag of spicy strips from the box, tore them open, and started chewing. So hot. Wu Qingshu slurped the spicy food, then went to get his green tea and drank it all. No, it's too spicy. Wu Qingshu quickly crossed the road, and just as he walked to the beverage vending machine, he saw a young man taking 2 bottles of iced black tea from it. What the hell? This girl? God damn, it's gone. He was right, this girl, Jiang Yuan, was even worse than his brother. For the next 2 days, as soon as Jiang Qi woke up in the morning, he went to the community where Tang Yunren lived and waited there. Whenever he saw Tang Yunren come out, he would secretly follow her. He deliberately didn't tell Tang Yunren, just to see if anyone was following her. Tang Yunren was walking when she noticed something and suddenly stopped and turned around to look. Oh my God! Jiang Qi quickly stepped aside. It was almost discovered. Tang Yunren looked around, and this time she finally found a clue. Shadow. It's the shadow of a man. Could it be that she was really being targeted by a rapist and murderer? Thinking of this, Tang Yunren became nervous. Don't be nervous, stay calm. Tang Yunren kept suggesting this to herself in her heart. Only by being calm enough can you keep your brain clear. By the way, she remembered that there were usually traffic police checking illegal vehicles at the intersection ahead. She could ask them for help. Jiang Qi breathed a sigh of relief when he saw Tang Yunren continue to move forward. Keep up. Then he saw Tang Yunren suddenly running towards the traffic police. What is she doing? Jiang Qi stretched his head to see what Tang Yunren was saying to the traffic police, but the distance was too far and he couldn't hear anything. Before he could figure out what was going on, he saw the traffic police suddenly running towards him. There was more than one. All 3 traffic policemen at the intersection ran over. What's going on? Which car violated the law? Jiang Qi turned his head and looked behind him. Was there any car violating the rules? Just when Jiang Qi was confused, the traffic police suddenly rushed up and subdued him in a few moves. Got it. Chapter 119. The crow mouth attribute is online again. Jiang Qi was completely stunned. I have lived for 2 lifetimes and have never encountered such a situation. In the past, he had only seen scenes of criminals being pinned down by police on TV, and he never imagined that one day he would be able to experience it himself. Soon, he noticed that the passers-by around him were looking at him with tinted glasses, obviously treating him as an unforgivable criminal. At this time, Tang Yunren came over. "We've caught him, you don't have to worry about it anymore," the traffic police said to Tang Yunren. "Thank you," Tang Yunren said gratefully. The traffic policeman pushed Jiang Qi and said, "Tell me, why did you follow her?" Jiang Qi raised his head and looked at Tang Yunren with a strange expression. "Jiang Qi," Tang Yunren shouted in amazement. 5 minutes later, Tang Yunren and the traffic police kept apologizing. "I'm so sorry, it was all a misunderstanding, I'm sorry." After this matter was resolved, Tang Yunren looked at Jiang Qi with speechless eyes. "Why are you following me for no reason?" She thought she was being targeted by a rapist and murderer, and she was in fear all the way. "I'm trying to protect you." "Protect me." "I met your third brother a few days ago. He said that you have been feeling like someone is following you recently. I was worried, so I decided to follow you." "You, how many days have you been following me?" "It's the third day today." "It's already the third day, and she doesn't even know it." "I don't know. Jiang Qi has always been protecting her from behind." "Move." "I am so touched that I can't express it in words." "Come to mind." Love experience plus 2122. Tang Yunren's lips trembled, trying hard to hold back the tears that were about to burst out of her eyes. "Okay, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't it natural for me to protect you? Are you so moved that you're in tears? Do you want to marry me?" Jiang Qi said, scratching Tang Yunren's nose. "Hate it. Who wants to pledge her love to you?" Tang Yunren was amused by Jiang Qi's words. "If you don't pledge yourself to me, who else are you going to pledge yourself to?" "I don't want to tell you." Tang Yunren held back her tears and glanced at Jiang Qi's legs. "Have you healed your leg injury? Are you protecting me in secret? What if you really meet a rapist who kills women and gets in his way and he has to get rid of you first?" "Bah, bah, bah, I'm such a bad-mouthed person. Just pretend I didn't say anything and you didn't hear anything." Etc. Crow's mouth. Jiang Qi really wanted to pat himself on the forehead. He has his own system, so there is no need for him to go through the trouble of secretly protecting Tang Yunren. Crow's mouth system. How could he have forgotten this? System, are there any crow mouth experience coupons in the mall? Yes, I have. Exchange it for me immediately. The crow mouth experience voucher is the same as the mind reading experience voucher. They are both unethical products and require 1 million experience points to redeem. Are you sure you want to redeem them? Of course. This concerns Tang Yunren's safety, and he cannot be careless at all. Let alone 1 million experience points. Even if it's 100 million, he won't blink an eye. Okay, the exchange has been successful. Okay, then I will deeply wish that strong woman who murdered the criminal bad luck. Those who have hurt others will be paid back tenfold. After Jiang Qi said this heartfelt blessing, he immediately felt relieved. He has tried the system's crow mouth experience voucher and found it to be quite powerful. The experimental subject was Mei Xin. Some time ago, he saw with his own eyes how haggard Mei Xin looked, so he specially inquired about her. Mei Xin was dumped by all her backup men, leaving no one behind. She was even torn naked in the street by the original wife of one of the backup men. The end of that strong woman who murdered the criminal will surely be miserable. Achoo, the man wearing a baseball cap and sunglasses sneezed. Who the hell missed him? The criminal who raped a woman and murdered her is called Dio Ao, 32 years old. Male, zodiac sign, ox. At this time, Dio Ao was hiding in a secluded place and looking in the direction of Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren. Damn it, I've been following him for several days, and I was about to get the chance to make a move, but he got messed up. If I had known, I wouldn't have eaten the spicy bullwhip. After Dio Ao left, he bought a can of ice drink. As soon as he opened it, there was a bang, and the drink sprayed all over his face and body. Fuck. It's really fucking irritating. By the way, he remembered that there was an apartment nearby, where the female college student he had been following lived. In fact, he had wanted to commit a crime against that girl for a long time, but he noticed Tang Yunren just a few days ago. This girl was so much prettier than that female college student, so he temporarily changed his target and started secretly following Tang Yunren. As a result, the girl was too vigilant and rarely went out these days. Even if she went out, she was rarely alone and would not go to places with few people. He had been following her for several days, but there was no suitable opportunity to take action. Dio Ao looked towards the apartment building not far ahead. The girl was a country girl and her family was not well off, so she was working a summer job. She works in a KTV and comes back in the early morning every day. There are fewer people at that time, which is just convenient for him to take action. That's her. Dairo Ao raised his head to finish the drink in the can, then threw it into the trash can on the side of the road without even looking at it. It didn't get thrown in. Instead, it hit the trash can with a bang, bounced back, and hit his leg by chance. Ah, tilde, tilde, tilde. This sour feeling is simply hell for men. Fuck you. Dairo Ao kicked the can out of anger, and the flying can happen to hit the oncoming police car. Who attacked the police? The police car stopped, and two uniformed policemen quickly pushed the door open and got out. Dairo Ao was so scared that he ran away, cursing in his heart as he ran. Why am I so unlucky? Not only did the kick hurt his toes, but the flying can also smashed into the police car. If he saw it correctly just now, the can happened to hit the policeman's face. Stop! The police shouted and called for more people on the walkie-talkie. Dairo Ao was chased for several streets, and his legs became weak from running. Finally, I saw an entertainment club and went in without thinking. The police stopped when they got here. Where did the people go? Isn't he going to the entertainment club? Impossible, this is a special entertainment club. Then let's look somewhere else. After running into the entertainment club, Dairo Ao found that all the people inside were men. That would have been fine, but these men were hugging each other in groups of 3 or 4. After seeing this, he finally realized what kind of entertainment club he had entered. Go quickly! Just as he was about to leave, he was grabbed by the hand by a drunken Mediterranean man with a big belly. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Why don't you come over? You got the wrong person. Did I recognize the wrong person? Aren't you a waiter? Chapter 120, Tragic End. You're the fucking waiter. Dairo Ao kicked the big-bellied man away in disgust. Oh no, someone attacked Boss Wang, catch him. After the big-bellied man's bodyguard shouted, Dairo Ao was surrounded by a dozen bodyguards with weapons. The big-bellied man got up from the ground, holding his belly, cursing. Damn it! A little girl dared to attack me, catch him, and see how I teach you a lesson today. As the big-bellied man spoke, he pulled out his belt and threw it on the ground, making a loud snap sound. 3 hours later, Dairo Ao was thrown out by the bodyguards. Dairo Ao climbed up from the ground, holding his buttocks. His face was pale and his whole body was covered with whip marks. What bad luck! Dairo Ao spat on the ground and inadvertently caught a glimpse of Wang Yu, the female college student he had been following recently. He was just full of anger, so he took it out on her. Dairo Ao followed Wang Yu all the way to the apartment. Wang Yu was completely unaware of it. Just as he opened the door and was about to go in, he was pushed in and pressed against the door. Don't move! Dairo Ao threatened Wang Yu with a knife in his hand. Wang Yu was so frightened that her face turned pale. Whatever you want, I'll give you all the money. All. Hee, what I want is not your money. As Dairo Ao said this, his obscene eyes wandered up and down Wang Yu's body. Seeing the other person like this, and thinking of the raped and murdered woman who had been committing crimes continuously in the past 2 days, Wang Yu was so scared that she burst into tears. Don't cry or I'll kill you, Dairo Ao yelled, and Wang Yu quickly stopped crying. Just then, woof, 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 Wang Yu's beloved dog Cao Cao came out of the room dragging his leash. Wang Yu looked at Cao Cao and thought to herself, if only she hadn't tied Cao Cao up. Her dog, a large breed Doberman Pinscher, could save her if he wasn't on a leash. But now it is impossible, because last year Cao Cao sent it to a friend for delivery and abused it, and it is very hostile to people. Several times when I took it out for a walk, it would uncontrollably attack passers-by. Otherwise, she wouldn't have kept it tied up at home. Woof, woof, woof. Cao Cao struggled with the chain and barked wildly at Dairo Ao, his hair standing on end. Scream, scream again. You beast, I'll kill you and make dog meat soup. Dairo Ao saw that the chain was not long enough and could not get through, so he dared to yell at the dog so unscrupulously. Woo, woof, woof. Along with Cao Cao's movements, the iron chain made a loud clang, clang sound. Dairo Ao was not afraid at all and threatened Wang Yu with a knife. Take off your clothes. Wang Yu was afraid of the knife in Dairo Ao's hand and could only do as he said. At this moment, Cao Cao suddenly broke free from the chains and pounced on Dairo Ao. Dairo Ao was caught off guard and was pounced upon by Cao Cao. He fell directly to the ground, and the knife in his hand flew to Wang Yu's feet. Wang Yu was startled at first, but then out of the subconscious desire to save himself, he acted more than he thought and squatted down to pick up the knife. Damn it, Dairo Ao kicked Cao Cao away. Cao Cao, Wang Yu shouted worriedly. I'm going to kill you, you beast. Dairo Ao picked up a hard object from the table and smashed it on Cao Cao's head. Wang Yu got anxious and rushed towards Dairo Ao with a knife in his hand. However, his foot slipped and his body flew out, and the knife in his hand stabbed straight into Dairo Ao's anus. Dairo Ao lay on the ground in pain, which gave Cao Cao the opportunity to turn over. He pounced on him and started biting Dairo A between his legs. With a click. After a period of convulsions and rolling of eyes, Dairo Ao fainted. The next morning, before Jiang Qi woke up, he received a message from Tang Yunren. It is the hot headline she shared. Jiang Qi clicked on it and saw that it was a report about a woman being raped and murdered. In the report, Dairo Ao was sent to an ambulance. Some pictures were indecent and inconvenient to post, so they were turned into text descriptions, saying that Dairo A's front and back were in a horrible state. This is what happens when evil is done to evil. It's what they deserve. Tang Yunren felt very happy. Seeing this message, Jiang Qi really wanted to make a comment, but it mainly depended on his crow mouth system. You are right. It's so tragic that those innocent girls were killed by him. They should have had a really bright future, and their families must be very sad and painful. For a bad guy like him, who is unforgivable for his crimes, it's not a light fate for him to end up like this, Tang Yunren said indignantly. That's absolutely right. His future end will be 1,000 times more miserable than it is now. Jiang Qi's words were not spoken casually like Tang Yunren's, but were meant to be a jinx. So from this one could foresee Dairo Ao's miserable end in the future. Are you free tomorrow? Tang Yunren pursed her lips and sent a message. Jiang Qi's eyes suddenly lit up, thinking that she was going to take the initiative to ask him out. I have something to do tomorrow. Tomorrow he will accompany Jiang Yuan to watch the concert of Double Knights. Afraid that Tang Yunren would be disappointed, Jiang Qi immediately sent a message. I'm free tonight, you can come whenever you want. Tang Yunren, starting to be naughty again. Then a sly smirk appeared at the corner of his eyes. You said on call. I said so. Do you mean what you said? Of course it counts. Then come to my house tonight. Tang Yunren invited him into her home, and at night. So exciting. Your parents are not at home. Jiang Qi guessed in his heart that they must not be there. Otherwise, how could Tang Yunren dare to let him in? They are all at home, Tang Yunren replied. You're still letting me in when we're all home. Didn't you say I'm always available? Jiang Qi finally realized that he had been tricked by Tang Yunren. She must be laughing on the other end of the phone, right? Okay, if you dare to open the door, I will dare to come in. He is a man. How could he not even dare to enter his wife's house? Okay, just kidding. Jiang Qi sent a cool expression wearing sunglasses. To be honest with you, you are not free tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow will be fine. Jiang Qi was very curious. What did Tang Yunren ask him to do? What is it? P.S. Zioichikan. A warm message to those with glass hearts. This is a super sweet daily dog food article. There will be no disgusting plots. It is mainly light-hearted and bright, so feel free to enjoy it. There is another notice. In the next 2 days, this book will be changed to Dog Food Daily. My school beauty wife is reborn. The cover will not change, so the difference is not too big. There is another notice. There will be more updates tomorrow. Chapter 121, System Upgrade. I just want you to be my model. Jiang Qi's eyes suddenly lit up when he saw this message. Enlarge. Okay, I'm going to watch a concert with Jiang Yuan tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow, we'll find a place, and I'll be your model for you to draw. The concert of Double Knights. How do you know? Actually, Zio Kyo asked me to go with her, but I'm not a big fan of celebrities. Tang Yunren was thinking, since Jiang Qi was going too, she would agree to go with Zio Kyo. Acting faster than thinking, Tang Yunren has already sent a message to Jin Zio Kyo. As soon as I sent it, I received a message from Jiang Qi. In that case, shall we go together tomorrow? Good. The two of them made an appointment. Congratulations to the host, you have met the conditions for upgrading this system. Do you need to upgrade now? Upgrade? What are the benefits of upgrading? This system has not been upgraded yet. How do I know what benefits there are? He had discovered long ago that his system was rather capricious. So should I upgrade or not? Generally speaking, upgrading is better than not upgrading. But sometimes it's not necessarily better, just like a mobile phone that was working fine when I bought it. But after upgrading, it started to get stuck and have all kinds of problems. In fact, as far as the current situation is concerned, the system he has now works quite well and fully meets his life needs, so there is no need to upgrade. I remember that Fatty had nothing to do once, so he upgraded his phone. As a result, some software became incompatible, so he took it to after-sales service to restore the original version. To put it bluntly, he just had nothing to do after eating. So he learned from the fat man's lesson and never upgraded his mobile phone again. He felt that the system was like a mobile phone. It was enough for his own use. There was no need to take the risk of upgrading. What if the upgrade was very deceptive to the host? Let me ask you, if you find that it doesn't work after upgrading, can you restore it to the current version? Can't. After hearing this answer, and after some careful consideration, Jiangqi finally decided not to upgrade. I've made up my mind I won't upgrade. Sorry, system upgrade is mandatory and must be upgraded. Oh shit. Why the hell didn't you say so earlier? If you had told me earlier, why would I have wasted so many brain cells considering it? The system is being upgraded, please wait. The system completely ignored Jiangqi's complaints and just went about its own business. Upgrading 1%, 2%, 15%. Jiangqi's mouth twitched speechlessly. 99%, 100%. Upgrade successful. Congratulations. Haha, looking at his expression, does he look happy? What are the benefits of upgrading? Not yet discovered. Jiangqi. Jiangqi seriously doubted whether his system had failed the quality inspection. He had never seen a system more unreliable than this one. What? The next night, Zhang Yuan kept urging Jiangqi. Are you done? Hurry up. You've been fiddling with your hair for half an hour. You've used so much hairspray that it's become like steel strands. Aren't you afraid of pricking people? What do you know? Girls just like this kind of hard stuff. Hearing Jiangqi say this, Jiang Yuan seriously suspected that he was driving and she had evidence. Jiang Yuan looked at Jiangqi, who was still fiddling in front of the mirror, and asked in confusion, I'm a fan. Why are you trying so hard to be so handsome? Jiangqi turned to Jiang Yuan and grinned, revealing his big white teeth. He said mysteriously, You'll know in a minute. Jiang Yuan was struck by Jiangqi's expression, especially his neat white teeth. You can even take a picture of black toothpaste. Half an hour later, Jiangqi brought her to the entrance of the concert venue and saw Tang Yunren, who just happened to arrive by taxi. Well, okay, she gets it. Unfortunately, their seats were not connected, but this did not faze the thick-skinned Jiangqi at all. He said to the two girls beside Tang Yunren, Two beauties, we are together. Can we change seats? Under normal circumstances, the two girls might not agree, but seeing how handsome Jiangqi was, they immediately gave up their seats because of his handsome face. Tang Yunren puffed her lips and looked at Jiangqi. Do you know that? You are selling your looks. Jiangqi was delighted to hear Tang Yunren say this. Are you jealous? Who is jealous? You are jealous. Love experience plus 123. He also said that he was not jealous and directly contributed experience points to him. Just then, the girl behind him poked him. Jiangqi turned around to look in confusion. The girl held out her phone and said, Handsome, can you add me on WeChat? Before Jiangqi had the time to refuse, he heard the system prompt sound. Love experience points 222. What? What did he just hear? You heard it right, it's 222 experience points. What the hell? Jiangqi was confused. Now I know the difference after the upgrade. The upgraded system has become more advanced, intelligent, and humanized, in short, more advanced. Positive and negative experience values will appear according to the subject's emotions. Speak human language I don't understand. I'm not speaking human language, so what could it be? If you still don't understand, just turn around and look at Tang Yunren and you'll know. After hearing what the system said, Jiangqi turned and looked at Tang Yunren. Well, it's a dangerous signal. He seemed to understand. The upgraded system will convert different positive and negative experience values according to Tang Yunren's feelings towards him. When you feel good about him, it is a positive experience value. When you are unhappy with him, it is negative experience value. It can be simply summarized in one sentence. What the hell? Sure enough, upgrading may not necessarily be good. Can't return to the factory yet. My head hurts. Yeah, Jiangqi cleared his throat and said to the girl sitting behind him, I'm sorry, this is my girlfriend. I don't want her to misunderstand. Love experience plus 198. Hearing the positive experience value prompt sound, Jiangqi breathed a sigh of relief. This matter is over. Jiang Yuan had been paying attention to his brother's movements, and he felt very happy when he saw his reactions changing. Great, finally someone can keep her brother in check. She decided that she would hold on to Tang Yunren's thighs from now on, so that her brother would not bully her anymore. Thinking of this, Jiang Yuan handed a bottle of Xiao Ming to Tang Yunren. "Sister-in-law, please have some water." "Thanks. You're welcome," Jiang Yuan said with a smile, and then he complained, "Sister-in-law, can you do me a favor?" "Go ahead. Can you please tell my brother not to pull my face anymore?" As soon as Jiang Yuan finished speaking, Jiang Qi's voice rang out. "I'll give you $100 for pulling your face once." Hearing this, Jiang Yuan immediately changed his words. "Sister-in-law, just pretend you didn't hear what I said just now." Chapter 122, Selected and Singing on Stage. Tang Yunren tried to hold back her laughter. Jiang Qi was so mean. But to be honest, this kind of badness and this kind of atmosphere are really warm. The concert hadn't started yet, but Jiang Yuan was already pulling Tang Yunren to sing. "Sister-in-law, do you also like to watch the twins?" "My friend likes to watch it. She grabbed 2 tickets and asked me to watch it with her." Jiang Yuan turned to look at Jin Zhaoqiao. "Li Yu and Qi Mingchen, which one do you like?" Li Yu and Qi Mingchen are the 2 male lead actors in the twins. "Adults don't choose, I like both." Hearing Jin Zhaoqiao say this, Jiang Yuan immediately excitedly pulled Jin Zhaoqiao's hand. "Sisters, I'm a CP fan too." Ugh. Next, Jiang Yuan and Jin Zhaoqiao started a lively conversation, occasionally letting out the heh fujoshi laughter. This is good for Jiang Qi, as no one will disturb his and Tang Yunren's world of two. Soon the concert began. Jiang Qi saw the 2 male protagonists walking out of the screen, and to be honest, they were quite handsome. But he is also very handsome. Besides, he looks like an amateur now. If he dresses up, he will probably be more handsome. Of course, he wasn't someone who relied on his looks to make a living, so there was no need for him to dress himself up so handsomely. Being too handsome would not only make Tang Yunren feel insecure, but she would also provide him with negative experience points. So he should just stay the way he is now. After the concert started, Jiang Qi could hear the cries of chickens, ducks, and geese all the time. The loudest voice is Jiang Yuan's. He's not exaggerating, it's just that his sister has a loud voice. If it were in wartime, she would definitely be an excellent guard. The next part is that the leading actor draws a lucky audience member on the spot to sing the theme song of the twins with the leading actor. Okay, now our lead actor has drawn Zone C. "Ah," Jiang Yuan and Jin Zhaoqiao screamed excitedly. "It's Area C. It's Area C, that's where we are, so excited." Jiang Qi felt like everyone in his circle was exploded. Girls are so powerful, especially when chasing stars. In the past, he had heard Jiang Yuan howling alone at home, and now there was a large group of people doing it. Only those who have experienced it know the shocking effect. Host, row 9 in section C. Ah, Jiang Yuan was so excited that he almost forgot that he couldn't stand up. Jiang Yuan was ready to go on stage and sing with the leading actor, praying silently in his heart. "It must be me, it must be me." Host, 7 seats. Jiang Yuan opened his eyes suddenly and froze in surprise. It really is 7 seats. It's really her. Oh my God. What should she do? Host, now we invite the audience in row 9, seat 7, section C to come on stage and sing with the leading actors of our double nights. Those who didn't get the lottery were so envious and jealous. Jiang Yuan, who was picked, was dumbfounded. What to do? She doesn't dare. Why don't you go up? Jiang Qi turned and looked at Jiang Yuan. I'm not feeling well, brother. Can you go up for me? Are you feeling uncomfortable because you are nervous? Jiang Qi could see through Jiang Yuan's thoughts at a glance. This girl can usually argue with him and acts like she's fearless all day long. But in fact, she is just an ordinary high school student, an ordinary star-chasing little girl. It's hard not to be excited and embarrassed when you meet your favorite idol. Are you sure you don't want to go up? If you miss this opportunity, you will regret it, Jiang Qi persuaded. Jiang Yuan felt very conflicted and entangled. The host urged on the stage. Lucky audience member in row 9, seat 7, section C, you can come up now. Jiang Yuan still didn't dare to do it. After hesitating for a long time, he looked at Jin Zhaoqiao. Don't you like them too? How about I give this opportunity to you? No, Jin Zhaoqiao waved his hands. I'm tone deaf and I'm afraid I'll scare them. I'd better not do it. After hearing what Jin Zhaoqiao said, Jiang Yuan was even more afraid to go on stage. She wasn't a good singer and would make a fool of herself if she went on stage. Just as Jiang Yuan was thinking this, Jiang Qi suddenly carried her to the wheelchair and pushed her towards Tiohu. Jiang Yuan widened his eyes and looked back at Jiang Qi. He didn't expect Jiang Qi to suddenly do such a thing. Brother, don't I know your character? If you don't go up today, you will regret it and won't be able to sleep when you go back. I have to say, her brother really understands her, just like he said. It would be fine if she wasn't picked, but she was the lucky one who was picked. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If she doesn't go up, she will definitely regret it and won't be able to sleep when she goes back at night, and it will affect her mood for a long time. But Jiang Yuan looked at the stage, which was getting closer and closer to him. His heart beat faster and faster, and he was so nervous that it was about to jump out of his throat. I don't sing well. You're not a celebrity idol. Why do you have to sing so beautifully? Just shout it out loud. Besides, it's not like I haven't heard you sing at home before, and it's not so bad that it can kill me. Then he added, it will only cost half your life. Jiang Yuan, are you trying to comfort me? You might as well not have said anything. Now that you know how to confront others, you feel a lot more relaxed. So he said that on purpose. Don't be nervous, just perform normally. From what I heard, the lead singer's singing is just at the average level, only a little bit better than yours. Jiang Yuan couldn't refute what Jiang Qi said. Even though she has a filter for the two actors, it is a fact recognized by fans that their singing is not that good. But it doesn't matter. They are actors, not singers, as long as they are happy singing. If you're still scared, I'll stand next to you. Who's scared? I'm not scared. Then I'll take you upstairs, and then I'll come down. Hearing Jiang Qi say this, Jiang Yuan became anxious and subconsciously grabbed Jiang Qi's sleeve. Hold it tightly. Jiang Qi looked at Jiang Yuan's hand that was grabbing his sleeve, laughed, and shook his head. This girl said she wasn't nervous, even though she was so nervous. After they came on stage, the host looked at Jiang Qi and Jiang Yuan and asked, "Excuse me, who are you?" "My sister is the one who got the lottery. She has difficulty walking. Can I accompany her on stage?" "Sure." The host was a pretty young lady. When she saw the handsome Jiang Qi, her first reaction was that he was an idol trainee from that show. Just as the host was thinking this, there were bursts of whispers from the audience. "Wow, so handsome. Where did such a handsome guy come from? Could it be some young talent whose company hasn't debuted yet?" Chapter 123, Jiang Qi stuns the audience. "Didn't you notice? He's completely without makeup." "It really is. Oh my God, he has such good skin, and he's tall too. So handsome, I wonder if he has a girlfriend. Wait until he comes down and find a chance to ask him." What? The voices of these discussions were getting louder and louder, and it was difficult for Tang Yunren not to hear them. Love experience points 111. This, Jiang Qi, who was on the stage, looked in the direction of Tang Yunren. He just went on stage to show his face. It's unnecessary, right? It's not his fault that he is handsome. The musical prelude of the theme song of the twins sounded. Jiang Yuan became even more nervous. His hands holding the microphone kept shaking and his chest heaving violently. Jiang Qi frowned as he looked at Jiang Yuan's condition. If this continued, Jiang Yuan might not be able to sing a single word. Sure enough, when it was Jiang Yuan's turn, he was stunned. The situation was a little out of control for a while, but the two leading actors were quite nice. They came to Jiang Yuan and encouraged her with their eyes. But the more this happened, the more nervous Jiang Yuan became. The host was also anxiously standing by. Jiang Yuan's eyes turned red from anxiety, and his hands holding the microphone were shaking. At this time, as an older brother, Jiang Qi has to take action when necessary. "Give it to me." Jiang Qi took the microphone from Jiang Yuan. After redeeming the singing king attribute from the mall, the whole audience was amazed when he sang. "Love it, the voice is beautiful and the singing is super good. I bet this little brother must be an artist from some entertainment company. I think so too. He's handsome and sings well, so it must be him. I'm really curious about when he will debut. If he does, I'll be the first one to follow him." "I'll be the first one too." What? Tang Yunren stared at Jiang Qi with her beautiful eyes wide open, ignoring the various discussions of the crazy fans around her. At this moment, her attention was all on the shining young man on the stage. Love experience plus 999. She had never heard Jiang Qi sing before, and she didn't know that Jiang Qi sang so well. She asked him to sing to her often in the future. Love experience plus 1000. Love experience plus 1001. Love experience plus 1002. What? Wow, I just sang a song, but I didn't expect to get something unexpected. Jiang Qi sang very enthusiastically. His beautiful and magnetic voice was comparable to the original singer, and the people at the scene were mesmerized. Friendly reminder, this system has just discovered that after the upgrade, not only will negative love experience points appear, but there is also a slight difference from the previous version. What's different? It was just a small difference, but Jiang Qi could actually accept it. That is, love experience points can no longer be directly exchanged for RMB in the future, but they can still be drawn in lotteries and exchanged in the mall. After hearing what the system said, Jiangqi said that he had 1,000 MMPs in his mind but didn't know whether to say them or not. What the hell, kind people are often bullied, right? You call this a small difference? What's so small about it? System, stand up and let's have a nice, civilized conversation. I promise I won't do anything. Are you upgrading? You're clearly downgrading. Even if the phone is upgraded, it won't be like this. Let me ask you, did you fail the quality inspection? You didn't pass the quality inspection. Then you are expired. Or it could be flooded. Host, you need to calm down now. I'm calm now. There's nothing I can do. I can't hit you. I'll find a dog later. I suspect you are making a double entendre. I'm just saying, don't take it personally. I know you are upset, but there are benefits to upgrading. You say, Jiangqi really wanted to roll up his sleeves. If the system doesn't explain the reason today, there will be nothing he can do. You can't just point a knife at yourself and destroy yourself and the system together, right? That being said, if he died, and the system automatically separated from his body and found another host, continuing to live a lawless and carefree life, wouldn't he have died in vain? After the system upgrade, there are more products in the mall, so many that you can't expect them and nothing you can't redeem. Hearing this, Jiangqi felt a little relieved. What else? No more. Jiangqi held back the curse words that were about to come out of his mouth. He was a little hurt, and after he finishes singing and goes off stage, he will have to find Tang Yunren to comfort him and heal the wound in his heart. When the song ends, the lingering sound remains. The audience in the audience, as well as the staff in front of and behind the scenes, were all stunned for a long time. Oh my God, it sounds so good, the audience member shouted, and thunderous applause broke out from the audience. Not to mention the audience, even Jiang Yuan was staring at his brother with shining eyes. Is her brother so handsome? Why didn't she notice it before? After Jiang Qi returned to his original seat, many of his sisters, elder sisters, and aunts all looked at him. This is a great time to do one thing. That is, he grabbed Tang Yunren's hand, interlocking their fingers, and put Tang Yunren's hand on his leg. What are you doing? Tang Yunren didn't expect Jiang Qi to launch a surprise attack. Love experience plus 879. It would be fine if he didn't even tell her in advance, but how could he do that with so many people watching? Just as Tang Yunren was about to pull her hand away, Jiang Qi leaned his head close to her ear and whispered into her earlobe. I am now a sheep in a wolf's den. You must protect me, otherwise I will be taken away by the wolf. Tang Yunren knew Jiang Qi's intention in doing this, which was simply to ask her to block those unnecessary romantic interests for him. Of course she is happy to do so, but she doesn't have to do it in such an embarrassing way, right? Not only did he pull her hand, he also grabbed her hand and rubbed it on his pants. Your pants are very hard and they hurt my hand. Seriously, he doesn't know he's wearing jeans. Jeans are very abrasive, aren't they? Then I'll put it on your lap. Chapter 124, You Are a Hooligan. Jiang Qi said as he stared at the beautiful legs in flesh-colored stockings. You are a hooligan. Tang Yunren's face turned red like a cooked shrimp because of Jiang Qi's teasing, and it was even smoky. Love experience plus 909. Hearing this system notification sound, Jiang Qi felt very happy. The unpleasant experience he had with the system just now was instantly forgotten. The little pain in my heart was soothed. Although love experience points can no longer be exchanged for RMB, think about it. This is a gift from heaven, and if it's gone, it's gone. Moreover, he had just confirmed with the system that the experience points gained before the upgrade could still be exchanged for RMB. If not, he will definitely fight with the system. The capital of over 100 million is enough for him to start a big business. It seems that Xianyu's life is coming to an end. I have to start planning for opening a restaurant as soon as possible, as I discussed with Li Hao before. He decided that the matter of opening a restaurant must be settled before the end of summer vacation. During the halftime break, when Jiang Yuan went to the bathroom, he saw an acquaintance. Wu Qingshu, why are you here? Without waiting for Wu Qingshu to answer, Jiang Yuan continued speaking. Ah, I see, you followed my sister-in-law here secretly. You are, I say, can you please stop calling her sister-in-law? It's not certain whether she will be your sister-in-law in the future. I don't know about the future, but now she is. Jiang Yuan's words made Wu Qingshu so stunned that he almost couldn't breathe. A similar conversation happened last time. Forget it, I won't talk to Jiang Yuan about it anymore so as not to get pissed off. You are such a sharp-tongued little girl. Aren't you afraid that you won't be able to get married in the future? My brother always scolds me. I'm used to it. Wu Qingshu, don't change the subject. Tell me, did you follow my sister-in-law here secretly? No. Jiang Yuan opened his big round eyes and looked at Wu Qingshu with great suspicion. I said no, I didn't even know she was here. Wu Qingshu was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. What kind of look was that? He didn't believe him, but he still asked him. Then what are you doing here? Having said that, Jiang Yuan's eyes widened again. Are you a CP fan? You're the one who's into CP. Yeah, Jiang Yuan nodded very honestly. I just support CP. Wu Qingshu opened his mouth, but the words were stuck in his throat. At this moment, Wu Qingshu once again felt sympathy for Jiang Qi for having such a sister who was so infuriating. Could it be that God gave Tang Yunren to Jiang Qi because he felt so pitiful for having such a sister? Hey, I've asked you twice and you haven't answered me yet. Why are you here? My aunt is the producer of the twins. Can't I just watch the fun when I'm bored? Oh my God, is that true? Jiang Yuan looked at Wu Qingshu with eyes flashing with 100,000 volts. Wu Qingshu's titanium dog eyes were almost blinded by the brightness, and he took several steps back in shock. Is it true? Tell me quickly. Is it true? Jiang Yuan's excited face gave people the feeling that he wanted to eat someone. Why would I lie to you? Jiang Yuan shouted excitedly, grabbing Wu Qingshu's hand and pulling hard. Help me, I want an autograph, I want an autograph. Seeing Jiang Yuan like this, Wu Qingshu's intuition told him that if he didn't help Jiang Yuan get an autograph today, he might be harassed to death by this girl. Moreover, he couldn't hit or scold Jiang Yuan because her brother Jiang Qi's fighting power was too terrifying. Let me go first. I'll go find my aunt after the concert is over. With Wu Qingshu's promise, Jiang Yuan happily let go of Wu Qingshu's hand. Thank you, you are a very nice person. Hearing Jiang Yuan say this, Wu Qingshu complained in his heart. Don't think he doesn't know. You only praise him because he asked for an autograph for you. It's good to be a second-generation rich. Jiang Yuan couldn't help but sigh. Wu Qingshu, why does this girl always say this? After the concert, Jiang Yuan was satisfied to get the signatures of the two leading actors of the twins. Brother, can you drive my sister-in-law and the others back first? Do you need a reminder, girl? After Jiang Qi carried Jiang Yuan into the car, Jin Zhaokao consciously sat in the back and gave the passenger seat to Tang Yunren. Jiang Qi turned on the music, and the song he was playing was Kayan Kayan. This is a song sung by Ranren's favorite singer. Jin Zhaokao recognized it immediately. Tusk, 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 of course. Jiang Qi is really good to you. Little bridge. Tang Yunren could tell that Jin Zhaokao was teasing her on purpose. Tang Yunren turned to look at Jiang Qi. Can you send Zhaokao back first? Let's send Ranren away first. My girlfriend is the most important, Jin Zhaokao said. Jiang Qi turned around and looked at Jin Zhaokao. I'd better take you back first. Oh, tilde, 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 Jin Zhaokao said in a long and weird tone. I see you want to send me back first so that you can spend more time together. I have to say that Jin Zhaokao's words were very to the point and hit the nail on the head. That's what Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren thought. Jiang Yuan pulled Jin Zhaokao and said, Let's not worry about the young couple. I just took a lot of photos. I saw you recorded a video. Let's share it. Okay. In the eyes of Jiang Yuan and Jin Zhaokao, there is nothing more joyful in this world than eating candy. So the two of them soon started chatting with each other with laughter and chatter. Jiang Qi didn't want to send Tang Yunren back yet. Are you hungry? Do you want to go to the food court? A little bit. In fact, Tang Yunren was not hungry and seldom had the habit of eating midnight snacks. Then shall we go to the food court? Great. Jin Zhaokao and Jiang Yuan raised their hands in agreement. Tang Yunren frowned and looked at the time. Are you afraid that it's too late and your family will worry? Jiang Qi saw through Tang Yunren's thoughts. Tang Yunren responded and took out her phone. I'll call my brother and the others first. The call was made and connected after a dozen seconds. Hey, big brother, I'm having a late-night snack with my friends, so I guess it'll be very late before I can get home. When Tang Feimu heard this, his expression tensed. Which friend did you go with? Without waiting for Tang Yunren to answer, Tang Feimu continued speaking. It's already very late. You're still going out for a midnight snack. When will you be back? It's very dangerous for a girl to be outside in the middle of the night. Tang Yunren felt a headache after hearing this. At this time, Jiang Qi's voice sounded in my ears. Give me your phone and I'll tell you. You drive, it's dangerous. Then turn on speakerphone. Tang Yunren followed Jiang Qi's instructions and turned on the speakerphone. Hello, brother, it's me, Jiang Qi. P.S. Small fish eats kun. Bite. Your fourth update has arrived. Please check as soon as possible. If the money has not been received yet, it has been transferred to Kniao. Please pick it up with the pickup code. 520-13-14. Chapter 125. Ask her to go to the hotel. It's Zyro Jiang. I feel relieved that Zyro Ran is with you. Go and have fun. I will help you settle things with your parents. Okay, thank you, brother. What's there to thank? We are all family. Don't worry, I will take good care of Ranran. Of course, I feel relieved that you're here. By the way, how is your leg? It's been a long time since I got it. That's good. After the phone call ended, Tang Yunren felt a subtle feeling in her heart. Okay, it's done. Jiang Qi glanced at Tang Yunren and said, Oh, Tang Yunren nodded dully. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. So good that she has dealt with all three of her brothers. The only ones left are her parents. It's very simple for her mother. As long as she likes it, she will support it. As for her father, that is even less of a problem, because in her previous life, her father admired Jiang Qi very much. When he saw Jiang Qi, he treated him as if he had met an old friend, and he kept talking to him about business. So according to this situation, Jiang Qi has almost taken care of her entire family. The meal tonight ended very late. When Jiang Qi sent Jin Zio Kyo and Tang Yunren home one after another, it was already 1 o'clock in the morning. Before going to bed, he had something very important to do. System, convert all my experience points before the upgrade into RMB. He had to redeem his experience points quickly to prevent the system from suddenly crashing and performing a surprise attack to upgrade again, which would then make it impossible to redeem his money at all. He also hopes to use the money to open a big restaurant. Okay, the total is 139,548,545 experience points. Exchange successful. Then the sound of mobile banking payment was heard. Jiang Qi clicked it to take a look, and his heart was filled with emotion when he saw the long string of numbers. If my parents saw this money, they would definitely suspect that I did something wrong. Of course, Ranran can't know about this money. Otherwise, she will have the same crazy thoughts as my parents. Actually, this system upgrade is not without any benefits. Although Tang Yunren will provide him with negative experience points, think about it from another perspective. This is also a signal. For example, he can get Tang Yunren's negative emotions at the first moment. Isn't it true that many young couples break up because of misunderstandings? Since you don't say anything and I don't say anything, we have to just guess. Neither of us is a worm in each other's stomach, so how can we accurately get the other person's thoughts every time? Now that he has this upgraded system, he can avoid that problem. Thinking of this, Jiang Qi finally resolved the knot in his heart regarding the system upgrade. Go to bed early, because you still have to be a model for his Ranran tomorrow. I wonder if he will have the chance to sacrifice himself this time and take a nude modeling photo for Tang Yunren. The next morning, Jiang Qi sent a message to Tang Yunren as soon as he woke up. Where are we meeting today? Your grandma's house. I just woke up. Did I bother you? No, I was just about to send you a message. We are in sync, grinning emoji. After Jiang Qi sent this, he still felt it was not enough, so he sent another emoticon of a man kissing a woman with waves of love radiating from them. Seeing the experience points provided by Tang Yunren, one after another. Love experience plus 245. Love experience plus 239. Love experience plus 251. What? I just checked the weather. There will be a thunderstorm in the suburbs at 5 p.m. I'd better not go to my grandma's house. So let's go to the park. There are too many mosquitoes in the park, so forget it. Jiang Qi also felt that the park was not good. There were too many people and there was no atmosphere. The most important thing is that it is inconvenient for him to take off his clothes. I've got a good idea. Where? I'm afraid you won't go. Is there any place I dare not go? Haunted house? Tang Yunren thought of the haunted house. She had been there with her eldest brother before. She was almost scared to tears. Apart from this place, she would dare to go there no matter what Jiang Qi said. If only he dared to go. Hotel, Jiang Qi sent a message. What? Tang Yunren stared at the word hotel on the screen with wide eyes. He actually asked her to go to a hotel. Isn't this too embarrassing? Love experience plus 249. She has never gone to a hotel alone with other boys in her life. Even if the target is Jiang Qi, is it really okay for them to go to a hotel alone? Let's go get a room. Then it will be just the two of us in the room and no one will disturb us. You can paint however you want, quietly. Jiang Qi continued to persuade. Seeing this message, Tang Yunren's face turned even redder. The result was that her own thoughts were impure. Jiang Qi said he wanted to go to the hotel with her just to make it easier for her to paint, and he had no other thoughts. Come to think of it, Jiang Qi was only 18 years old at that time. What bad thoughts could an 18-year-old boy have? In other words, only someone who has lived past the age of 30 would think about things that are not suitable for children. Love experience plus 333. Jiang Qi stared at the screen for a long time, wondering if Tang Yunren had misunderstood and thought he was going to launch a rocket into space to explore the mysteries of the universe and continue the development of human civilization. Should I explain? But there is a saying that goes, explanation is covering up, and covering up is the beginning of mistakes. It's better for him not to make such a low-level mistake. Just when Jiang Qi was thinking about how to make up for what he said, Tang Yunren sent a message. After seeing the news, Jiang Qi's eyes suddenly lit up. Chapter 126. Being harassed by a beautiful woman. She actually agreed. Jiang Qi was extremely surprised. She actually agreed to get a room with me. Ha 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 ha. Jiang Qi laughed quite loudly. Dang dang, Jiang Yuan knocked on the door twice. Brother, who are you going to get a room with? With Fatty, I'm building a room, Jiang Qi said without blushing or panting. Oh, there was a hint of disappointment in Jiang Yuan's voice. She thought Jiang Qi wanted to get a room with Tang Yunren, which made her so excited that she couldn't help but run over and knock on Jiang Qi's door. Unexpectedly, her brother was talking about games. Brother, you're playing games again. Didn't you promise Mom and Dad that you would change your ways and never play games again? Jiang Qi. Brother, are you talking? Open the door. Dang dang dang. Jiang Qi asked if he had committed a sin in his previous life. Wronged. Should we say that he had done something wrong in his previous life, which made him have a sister like Jiang Yuan? After breakfast, Jiang Qi dressed up handsomely and went out. Tang Yunren just sent him a message saying that she was going out too. The hotel they agreed on was closer to Tang Yunren's home. In order not to keep the girl waiting, Jiang Qi set off 20 minutes early. We stopped at a family mart while driving. Tang Yunren likes Dove chocolate, so he went to buy two. Jiang Qi. A girl's voice sounded. The person who came was Chin Sissy. What did she ask him to do? Last time you wanted to trick him into giving you steamed buns. This time, are you trying to trick him into giving you the chocolate you just bought? Thinking of this, Jiang Qi immediately stuffed the chocolate into his trouser pocket. When Chin Sissy saw Jiang Qi's actions, the corners of her mouth twitched violently. Does she want your chocolate? She is so beautiful, does she need someone to give her chocolate? What can I do for you? When Jiang Qi said this, he kept a certain safe distance from Chin Sissy. Chin Sissy was speechless in her heart. Is she a tiger or a wolf? Why do you have to stay so far away from her when you talk to her? It's not a big deal. Oh, then I'll go first. He had to hurry to see Tang Yunren. When Chin Sissy saw that Jiang Qi was really leaving, she was so angry that her mouth was about to twist. Jiang Qi, Chin Sissy chased after him in her high heels. Actually, I have a very important date, and the car that picked me up had some problems. Can you take me there? Chin Sissy opened her beautiful eyes and used the beauty trick. I thought to myself, if she wasn't in a hurry, would she have looked at you more? You should just be happy and feel lucky to have the honor to send her off. Sorry, I have an appointment with a friend and don't have time to take you there. Why don't you call a taxi yourself? Jiang Qi said as he opened the door and sat in the passenger seat. Chin Sissy was about to explode with anger. She had never seen anyone like Jiang Qi, who had no idea of being gentle and considerate to women. She is so beautiful, are you blind? She just doesn't believe that she can't deal with you today. Even if you are a lump of ice, she will melt you. Chin Sissy leaned on the car door, so Jiang Qi couldn't drive. Just take me there. It's hard to get a taxi at this time. I just stopped several cars and they all drove straight over. You can use the taxi app to call a car, it's very fast. Jiang Qi kindly gave Chin Sissy some advice. She endured it. I don't know how to use it. How can you be so stupid? Even an elementary school student can do this. She continued to endure. Please teach me. I'm really busy. We are also members of a calligraphy and painting association. Can you bear to see me waiting alone on the roadside? Why is this woman so annoying? Very annoying. He doesn't look like his family Ranran at all, so he won't bother him. He wanted her to do it, but she refused and tried to do everything on her own. It would be great if she could also train him like Chin Sissy does. Jiang Qi, you. I called a car for you. The license plate is JXXXX. It will arrive in 3 minutes. I'm leaving now. After saying that, Jiang Qi looked at Qin Sissy's hand that was resting on the car window and motioned for her to take it away because he was going to drive. Jiang Qi has done things so ruthlessly. If Qin Sissy continues to pester him, it means she will get in the car. Qin Sissy watched the car driving away and stomped her feet in anger. What kind of person is that? I've never seen anyone like him. He deserves to be single even though he's so handsome. You must be single because of your own ability. She was really pissed off. When Jiang Qi arrived at the hotel, Tang Yunren was still 2 minutes away. Fortunately, he shook Qin Sissy off quickly. Otherwise, he would have missed the target by just a little bit. Come on, go in. Tang Yunren stood at the door of the hotel, feeling an indescribable shyness in her heart. Oh, / Q. Love experience plus 487. You've never lived here before. Yes, I have. Usually my family stays here when they go on a trip. So you mean you've never lived alone with other boys? Of course not. So I was your first time. First time, if you use such a word to describe it, it will easily make people think of something wrong, okay? Love experience plus 654. Yes or no? After hearing the system prompt, Jiang Qi looked at Tang Yunren, whose ears were red, and teased her deliberately. How annoying. Why did you have to make her say that it was her first time? How could she have the nerve to say such impure words? It's already 9 o'clock. Don't waste time, go in quickly. Tang Yunren forced herself to change the subject. You are really anxious, Jiang Qi said with a smile. Tang Yunren looked up and saw the teasing look on Jiang Qi's face. Turn around and leave. Sorry, I won't tease you anymore. Jiang Qi held Tang Yunren's hand and walked towards the hotel service desk while speaking. Hello, please help me get a room. Please show me your ID card. Do you want a double room? A king-size bed? Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren were both startled when they heard the waiter ask this. A double room. Actually, Jiang Qi wanted a room with a king-size bed, but he was worried that Tang Yunren would be scared and think that he was going to do something to her. So in the end, he booked a double room. Tang Yunren raised her head and glanced at Jiang Qi. Her brows slightly frowned, her eyes half closed, and her expression was somewhat complicated. After completing the formalities, Jiang Qi got the door card, found the room, sensed it, opened the door, and went in. The first thing Jiang Qi did after entering was to throw himself onto the bed. It's quite soft and comfortable, but a little small. It would be better if the bed was a little bigger. Tang Yunren put the painting supplies on the cabinet, turned around and looked at Jiang Qi. Then why didn't you want a king-size bedroom just now? Chapter 127, Lying in Bed Together. Hearing this, Jiang Qi jumped up, looking a little dumbfounded. Oh shit. What did he do? He should have asked for a king-size bedroom. I'll go downstairs and change. Jiang Qi picked up the door card and walked out. Don't change it. It's too troublesome now that you're all in. No trouble, the big bed is comfortable. Okay, Tang Yunren grabbed Jiang Qi's sleeve. When Jiang Qi turned around, he saw Tang Yunren's face as red as a ripe persimmon in autumn. How could Tang Yunren not blush? Just now he heard Jiang Qi say that and accidentally said what he really thought. I don't know what Jiang Qi thinks of her now. Does he think she is too proactive? Jiang Qi looked at the struggling expression on Tang Yunren's face and guessed something in his mind. Well, now that we're here. Jiang Qi returned to his room disappointed. He looked at the 2 separate standard beds and felt more and more annoyed. Got it. Jiang Qi walked over and pushed one of the beds towards the other bed with force. With a bang, it hit it, making a sound of wood colliding. That's good now. It's much more comfortable to lie down. Jiang Qi clapped his hands and looked at the 2 beds that had been merged into one, feeling very satisfied. Tang Yunren on the side was constantly providing experience points throughout the whole process. Love experience plus 685. Love experience plus 699. Come up and lie down for a while. It's really comfortable, Jiang Qi said to Tang Yunren while patting the bed sheet beside him. Boom, boom, boom. Tang Yunren's heart was beating like a drum. Jiang Qi actually invited her to go up with him. How could he have the nerve to do that? Come on, give it a try. It's indeed a high-end hotel. The bed is much more comfortable than the last time I slept in the B&B in Tingyu County. At Jiang Qi's repeated invitation, Tang Yunren took small steps nervously to the bedside and sat down with most of her butt. How is it? Is it soft? Very comfortable? Yeah, it's quite comfortable. But it's just a painting. There's no need to stay in such an expensive hotel. After all, this is the first time you and him have booked a hotel room. He can't let you down, right? Jiang Qi thought to himself. It's not easy to make money. It's not enough to just make money but not save it. You are right, so I need you to help me run the household. After Jiang Qi said this, Tang Yunren didn't know what to say and just laughed foolishly in her heart. Love experience points are continuously being output. Speaking of making money and saving money, Jiang Qi remembered something. Actually, there's something I've wanted to discuss with you for a long time. What's the matter? Tang Yunren asked curiously. Didn't you say before that it's best not to invest all your money in the stock market? I think it makes sense to diversify your investments. Yes, there are too many uncertainties and risks in stock investment. I often see news reports about people losing everything in stock investment, suffering heart attacks, and jumping off buildings. You have tasted the sweetness now, so stop now and make other more stable investments. You're right, I've thought about it carefully and talked to Fatty about it. I've decided not to invest in stocks anymore. I plan to open a restaurant. Ah, have you made up your mind? Are you really going to open a restaurant? Tang Yunren didn't expect Jiang Qi to suddenly want to open a restaurant. Isn't this a wrong development? In his previous life, Jiang Qi made his fortune by running his own media. That's right, this life is different from the previous life in many ways. She guessed that it was her rebirth that caused the butterfly effect. But no matter how big the butterfly effect is, it wouldn't change Jiang Qi's entire career trajectory, right? If this is true, then it is not the butterfly effect, but the banana fan effect. Too big. Well, I've thought about it. Food is the most important thing for people, so I'll open a restaurant. Jiang Qi said this firmly. What's going on? Tang Yunren pondered secretly in her heart. When she was just reborn, she often found some strange things about Jiang Qi, and even once suspected that Jiang Qi was also reborn like her. But in the end, every suspicion was overturned, and now it is overturned again. Now Jiang Qi suddenly wants to open a restaurant. If he was reborn, he should start his own media, because he has accumulated a lot of experience in this field in his previous life. He was quite successful in his previous life. If he was reborn and started his own media in this life, he would definitely be more successful. But he just told her that he wanted to open a restaurant. According to normal people's thinking, if they were to live their life over again, they would probably go back to their old ways. So now she would no longer doubt that Jiang Qi was reborn. Thinking of this, she still couldn't understand why Jiang Qi suddenly wanted to open a restaurant. Could it be that he actually wanted to open a restaurant in his previous life? But for various reasons, he ended up doing self-media. Tang Yunren felt that this was a possibility. So what kind of restaurant are you planning to open? I mean, what kind of crowd are you targeting? A high-end restaurant like the Kihei Hotel. You want to compete with Jiping Hotel? That's the largest hotel in Jiangcheng. If you really want to open a restaurant like that, the cost will be a lot of money. Tang Yunren was shocked by Jiang Qi's words. I have the money. You have so much money. Jiang Qi felt that now that the conversation had come to this point, it was time to come clean. Jiang Qi opened his phone and handed it to Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren took a breath and stared at Jiang Qi with eyes wide open in disbelief. Without waiting for Tang Yunren to speak, Jiang Qi said first, I didn't rob anyone. This is all honest money. I made it all from stock trading. Tang Yunren stared blankly at Jiang Qi for a while, then at Jiang Qi's phone. All the money was earned from stock trading. Is Jiang Qi so lucky in stock trading in this life? Jiang Qi poured a glass of water for Tang Yunren. Take your time first. Tang Yunren looked at Jiang Qi speechlessly, then continued. Do your parents know about this money? I didn't tell them. You'd better not tell them, especially Auntie. She just got pregnant and can't stand the shock. I know, so I didn't tell them. I don't plan to tell them either. At least I have to wait until the restaurant is established and big before telling them. Otherwise, they will suspect that I robbed the 4 major banks. Puch, Tang Yunren was amused by Jiang Shrug's funny expression. Well, seriously, opening a restaurant is not that easy. Have you decided where to open it? I've decided. It's on Pingchuan Road. It is the main road in the city center, and there are many big hotels and high-end entertainment venues nearby. It is indeed a good choice to open a business there. However, the restaurants there are too saturated. If you want to stand out, you must open your own characteristics. That's what I thought. I think you have to have your own special dishes first. Otherwise, the dishes in the restaurant will be too homogeneous. If you open a restaurant in a busy area, why would customers choose us first? Jiang Qi really likes Tang Yunren's use of the word, our family. Don't worry about that. I have a rather unique recipe book, Jiang Qi said as he took out the delicacies menu and handed it to Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren took it and opened it. Chapter 128, Kiss Me and I'll Tell You. The more you look, the brighter your eyes become, and the more surprised you become. Where did you get this recipe? Jiang Qi put his head close to Tang Yunren and said, "Kiss me and I'll tell you." Tang Yunren, "You can't say it if you like." Seeing Tang Yunren turning her back to him and ignoring him, Jiang Qi immediately surrendered. "Okay, I'll say it." Tang Yunren turned around and looked at Jiang Qi. "That's the reality. I found it on Taobao." Tang Yunren looked at Jiang Qi with suspicion. "I'm not lying to you, really. Otherwise, do you think that I'm the descendant of a golden knife royal chef who saw me on the street with amazing bones and thought I was a good material for cooking?" After hearing what Jiang Qi said, Tang Yunren felt that it was more likely to be found on Taobao. "You are really lucky," Tang Yunren said as she flipped through the recipe book. "That's right. If I had bad luck, how could I have found a girlfriend as good as you? Love experience plus 520. You're such a smooth talker," Tang Yunren said, trying to suppress the smile that was about to burst out of her face. "I'm not being glib. I'm speaking from my heart. I don't believe it. If you don't believe me, then I'll dig my heart out and give it to you." "You're being so naughty again. Weren't you just talking about opening a restaurant?" Tang Yunren said, trying to change the subject. She had to change the subject. If she continued, she would be so embarrassed that she would have nowhere to hide. "Now that we have the menu, what style of decoration are you planning to do?" Jiang Qi had planned this a long time ago. "You studied fine arts and have a better sense of art than I do, so I'll leave the decoration issues to you." Tang Yunren's pupils suddenly dilated, and she was excited and incredulous. "You want me to be in charge of the decoration?" I've never done this before. Aren't you afraid that I might do something inappropriate? What you come up with is the most suitable." This is Jiang Qi's sincere words. Love experience plus 1314. Tang Yunren continued to look at Jiang Qi with her beautiful eyes wide open, a surge of emotion welling up in her heart, reaching the bottom of her eyes. Love experience plus 520. Love experience plus 1314. Love experience plus 520. Love experience plus 1314. What? Listening to the system prompts, Jiang Qi could guess why Tang Yunren was so moved. This is the respect and mutual trust between husband and wife. "I plan to go to Pingchuan Road in the next few days to choose a good place. After the negotiation is completed, I will start to decorate it. You can also think about the decoration style in the next 2 days." "Actually, I already have an idea." Jiang Qi was stunned so fast. "In fact, I have thought about this when I went to eat at the restaurant there before. If I were to open a restaurant myself, I would decorate it in an antique style. Just like in ancient TV dramas, the waiters all wear hanfu, giving people a feeling of traveling back to ancient times. In addition, we will also launch a project to rent and sell hanfu, so that customers who come in can also try wearing hanfu and experience the consumption experience. It will make them put down their mobile phones on their own and enjoy this slow-paced life." Tang Yunren said this with a look of longing on her face, and then looked at Jiang Qi. "Is my idea too far-fetched?" As soon as Tang Yunren finished speaking, Jiang Qi excitedly grabbed her shoulders. Ran, you are amazing. This idea is simply brilliant." Being praised so suddenly by Jiang Qi, Tang Yunren felt as if her heart had been filled with honey, and her whole body seemed to be immersed in the sweetness. Love experience plus 985. Jiang Qi was really quite surprised. He didn't expect Tang Yunren to come up with such a good idea. In fact, there were restaurants similar to ancient ones in Jiangcheng before, but none of them were as good as Tang Yunren said, and the dishes were not very outstanding. He now has delicious recipes in hand and sufficient funds. When the time comes, he will renovate the restaurant into an antique-style restaurant and hire handsome men and beautiful women with good looks. Just thinking about it, it will be quite good when they wear hanfu. By the way, the hanfu may need to be slightly modified by then, otherwise it will be inconvenient for the waiters to do their work. Tang Yunren remembered and added, "Okay, I'll listen to you. It's up to you to decide." At this moment, Jiang Qi looked at Tang Yunren as if he was looking at a coveted commodity. It really proves the saying that behind every successful man, there is always an outstanding woman supporting him. Next, the two talked for a long time about opening a restaurant, covering details such as service and hygiene issues. We chatted until almost 12 noon. Gurgle, gurgle, the sound of the stomach growling sounded. Jiang Qi looked towards Tang Yunren's belly. Gurgle, gurgle, Tang Yunren's stomach growled again. She was so shy that she wanted to find a mouse hole to crawl into. The next second, Jiang Qi's stomach also growled, much louder than Tang Yunren's. Tang Yunren wasn't so embarrassed anymore. "It's almost 12 o'clock. Let's go have a meal first, then we can come back and continue painting," Jiang Qi suggested. When Tang Yunren heard the word painting, She belatedly remembered the purpose of her meeting with Jiang Qi today. Where are we going to eat? Jiang Qi thought about it and replied, let's go to Pingchuan Road and treat it as an inspection. Good. More than 20 minutes later, Jiang Qi drove Tang Yunren to the largest hotel on Pingchuan Road, Jiping Hotel. Jiping restaurant was extremely busy, and there were no seats left when they arrived. I'll get in line. Well, I just need to go to the bathroom. Jiang Qi just went to queue up when he saw an acquaintance walking in. Chin Sissy. Jiang Qi. Chin Sissy didn't expect to meet Jiang Qi here. This is Jiping Hotel, one of the largest hotels in Jiangcheng. Only rich people can come here to consume. Although she and Jiang Qi were not very familiar with each other, they were both in the same calligraphy and painting association after all. In addition, Jiang Qi had outstanding looks, so she knew Jiang Qi a little bit. The whole family came from the countryside and lived by renting a house in a shabby neighborhood. How could Jiang Qi appear here with a family like this? You're not working here, are you? Chin Sissy felt that her guess should be the truth. The waiters working at Jiping Hotel were required to have good looks and height. Although Jiang Qi's family conditions are not good, he is of superior appearance, height, and figure. I'm here to eat, Jiang Qi replied simply. Come to eat. Chin Sissy's eyes scanned Jiang Qi's body several times, and none of the clothes he wore were brand names. Indeed, what Jiang Qi was wearing was not a famous brand. Most of them were bought by Linya. Linya works in a garment processing factory, and almost all the clothes in her home are bought by her from the factory at a discounted price for internal employees. Although the clothes only cost a few $dozen, their quality is not inferior to some second-tier brands, and can even be comparable to first-tier brands. Jiang Qi never cared what brand the clothes were, as long as they were comfortable to wear. Come here to eat, do you have money? Chin Sissy curled her lips in disdain, and thought that maybe Jiang Qi came to have dinner with a rich friend. Chin Sissy was accompanied by a young man in a rose-red suit. Sissy, do you know him? He is my classmate. Kai Jai stared at Jiang Qi, who was handsome, tall, and a little dangerous. Really, so you are my classmate? Kai Jai took a step forward and stood in front of Jiang Qi. Hello, my name is Kai Jai, and I'm the young master of Jiping Hotel. What a coincidence. Jiang Qi was stunned. In the morning, he dared to tell Tang Yunren that he wanted to open a big hotel to rival Jiping Hotel. And in the afternoon, he met the young master of Jiping Hotel. Hello, my name is Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi shook hands politely. As soon as he held it, he found that Kai Jai was using hidden force on him. Chapter 129, Planning on Tang Yunren. This guy named Kai Jai is so hostile to him, most likely because of Chin Sissy. He is really a mad dog biting people indiscriminately. He is not familiar with Chin Sissy at all, not to mention that he already has Tang Yunren, so he doesn't care about other girls at all. Kai Jai squeezed harder and harder until his hands were sore, but there was no reaction from Jiang Qi. He immediately complained in his mind, country guy, he just has a lot of brute force. Vulgar. Heh. Kai Jai smiled awkwardly, withdrew his hand and put it behind his back. Are this kid's hands made of stone? It hurts so much. Since you are Sissy's classmate for Sissy's sake, I can't let you queue. I'll have someone arrange a seat for you. Chin Sissy turned to look at Kai Jai, thinking that she was not familiar with Jiang Qi, so you don't have to give her face, okay? Besides, this Jiang Qi first didn't sell the buns to her, and then left her on the side of the road and ignored her. She was so angry that she was about to die, okay? Jiang Qi noticed that Chin Sissy had been staring at him, wondering how had he offended her. As for this murderous expression, did he put away the chocolate in front of her on the way this morning? It's not that serious, is it? It's just 2 bars of chocolate, are you so petty? If he had known this would happen, he would never have given her the chocolate if he had the chance to do it again. Kai Jai also noticed that Chin Sissy had been staring at Jiang Qi, and he immediately became angry. He knew that his 8th sense as a man was correct. This handsome guy named Jiang Qi was his powerful #1 rival in love. The lobby manager came over and said, Master Jai, the seat you requested has been arranged. Well, take him there. Yes. In fact, Kai Jai deliberately arranged a seat for Jiang Qi to let him see the financial capabilities of his love rival, so that he would feel ashamed and retreat. Oh, thank you, Jiang Qi thanked Kai Jai. At this time, Tang Yunren came out of the bathroom. When Kai Jai saw Tang Yunren walking towards him, his eyes suddenly sparkled. Where did this top-notch beauty come from? This face and this figure are simply better than Chin Sissy beside him. Now this extremely beautiful woman is walking towards him. Could it be that she knows that he is the young master of Jiping Hotel and wants to throw herself into his arms? If this is true, will he accept it or not? If she accepted it, Chin Sissy would definitely be very angry. But if he doesn't accept it and gives up such a beautiful woman and chooses Chin Sissy as the second best option, it seems like something only a mentally ill person would do. After much deliberation, Kyan Jai finally decided to give up Tang Yunren, because in his opinion, a woman who throws herself at a man's arms is too unreserved and might be a prostitute. But Chin Sissy is different. She is a college student at Jiangcheng University. She is educated, well-educated, and cultured. Moreover, he had gone through a lot of hardships to pursue her. Although a woman's appearance is important, the most important thing is her inner qualities. So he chose Chin Sissy. Just as Kyan Jai was thinking this, Tang Yunren walked past him and came to Jiang Qi. You just sent a message saying that a friend helped you get a table. Yes, they helped, Jiang Qi said to Chin Sissy and Kyan Jai. Tang Yunren looked at Chin Sissy and said, It's you, thank you. Kyan Jai was stunned for a moment, then looked at Chin Sissy. You know her too. Chin Sissy frowned and had a bad feeling in her heart. She and I are classmates, and we are both in the student union. It turns out that this stunning beauty is also from Jiangcheng University. He was not the uncultured and uneducated prostitute he thought. Only, how could such a top beauty be with a poor boy like Jiang Qi? How did you get together? Chin Sissy asked first. Chin Sissy looked at Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren standing side by side, and thought of the photo of the two of them that she had seen on the campus forum before. At that time, the people below were talking like crazy, making all kinds of speculations, wondering if they were together. She felt that the possibility was almost zero. She looked down on Jiang Qi, a poor college student with no background, mediocre grades, and no special skills. How could Tang Yunren, a cold school belle, possibly look down on him? As for that photo, it was probably a problem of shooting angle or some special circumstances. No matter which one it was, she would never believe that Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren were together. I'm practicing sketching and asked him to be my model. As Tang Yunren said this, her face flushed slightly, and she secretly glanced at Jiang Qi beside her. Seeing this shy reaction of a little girl, if Chin Sissy still thinks that they have nothing to do with each other, then she is blind. They are really together. Shug. Let's stop chatting and go eat, Jiang Qi said to Tang Yunren. Yeah, Tang Yunren's stomach was already empty from hunger. Oh, by the way, the food will be served in a while, so let this fill your stomach first. Jiang Qi reached into his trouser pocket, took out the chocolate and handed it to Tang Yunren. Thanks. Tang Yunren had already noticed the bulge in Jiang Qi's pants and even touched it several times. At that time, she was curious about what was in his pants, one on each side. It turned out to be her favorite food. Do you like eating so much? Jiang Qi couldn't help asking as he saw Tang Yunren's happy face. Well, this flavor is a little sweet and a little bitter. It slowly melts in your mouth and tastes really good. After hearing Tang Yunren say this, Jiang Qi decided to bring her chocolates when he went out next time, so that she could eat them whenever she wanted. Chin Sissy looked at the backs of Jiang Qi and Tang Yunren as they left, and her nose almost collapsed with anger, especially the eyes that were staring at the chocolate in Tang Yunren's hand. They almost seemed to be spitting fire. No wonder Jiang Qi put the chocolate into his trouser pocket in front of her in the morning. It turned out that he prepared it for Tang Yunren. Chin Sissy thought again of the hot spring trip in Tingyu County some time ago. She wondered if the buns Jiang Qi bought that morning were specially bought for Tang Yunren. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. There is no most infuriating thing, only more infuriating things. Kyan Jai's voice suddenly sounded in her ears. She should be the campus beauty of your school, right? Hearing this, Chin Sissy immediately clenched her back teeth. Yes, the word almost popped out from between Chin Sissy's teeth. No wonder she's so beautiful. While saying this, Kyan Jai kept staring at Tang Yunren's departing figure. She has a proud figure, a well-proportioned figure, fair skin, beautiful looks, and an extraordinary temperament. This is a fairy from heaven descending to earth. Then his gaze shifted and fell on Jiang Qi. His brows suddenly furrowed, and his eyes were filled with hostility. Chapter 130, Playing with Fire and Getting Burned. Is he worthy of such a beauty? He is just like a toad wanting to eat swan meat. Let's see how he can catch Tang Yunren. Thinking of this, Kyan Jai strode after him. Since you are Sissy's classmates, how can I charge you for eating here? Just order whatever you want. It's free today. Kyan Jai spoke in a dignified manner, deliberately showing off to Tang Yunren how rich he was. Tang Yunren frowned. Isn't this a bad idea? We are not very familiar with Chin Sissy. It doesn't matter if we're not familiar with each other. After we have this meal, won't we become familiar with each other? After Kai Jai finished speaking, he sat down, called the waiter, and handed the menu to Tang Yunren. Don't be polite to me, just order whatever you want. Chin Sissy, who was sitting next to them, was so angry that her face looked like a typhoon passing through, as ugly as it could be. Tang Yunren looked towards Jiang Qi. Since it's the young master of Jiping Hotel who's treating us, then you should order. If you don't order, you're not giving him face. Just think of it as making friends. Jiang Qi said this while secretly giving Tang Yunren a look. He is the young master of Jiping Hotel. This surprised Tang Yunren. Originally, their main purpose of coming to Jiping Hotel was to eat and investigate, and now is just the right time. Oh, okay. Tang Yunren took the menu and opened it. Let me introduce you to our restaurant's specialty dishes. Kai Jai said as he took the opportunity to move his chair towards Tang Yunren. Just as he was about to get close to Tang Yunren, Jiang Qi reached out and pulled Tang Yunren's chair, and with a tug, he pulled Tang Yunren and the chair to his side. Kai Jai awkwardly put his hands aside and looked at Tang Yunren, who was being dragged away. Wow, how strong is this guy? This chair is made of solid wood and is quite heavy, but he can drag it over with one hand. What a savage countryman. When Chin Sissy saw what happened just now, she felt inexplicably sad. Which woman doesn't like a strong man, just like which man doesn't like a beautiful woman? Although Kai Jai is richer than Jiang Qi, he is far inferior to Jiang Qi in terms of physical fitness. In terms of appearance, Kai Jai is the kind of person who is so ordinary that it would be difficult to catch him if he committed a crime. As for Jiang Qi, if he commits a crime, he will be caught without fail. Tang Yunren was very happy that Jiang Qi cared about her. Now she was close to Jiang Qi and felt very safe. Love experience plus 542. In the end, Jiang Qi followed the principle of don't order unless it's expensive, and ordered a large table of dishes. Can you finish all the food you ordered? Kai Jai was not in a position to say this, so Chin Sissy said it for him. In the eyes of Chin Sissy and Kai Jai, Jiang Qi was just an ignorant country bumpkin. It was their first time to come to such a high-end place as Jiping Restaurant, and it was a good thing that Kai Jai was treating them, so they had to eat until they were full, until they vomited. What a loser. You don't have to worry about me being full. I have a good appetite recently and can finish it. Who the hell is worried about you? You are so narcissistic. The villain in Chin Sissy's heart rolled his eyes wildly. Jiang Qi hadn't finished speaking yet. Even if you really can't finish it, you can pack it up and take it home to eat. Jiang Qi's behavior is a traditional virtue passed down by China, but to Chin Sissy and Kai Jai, it still sounds shameful and pathetic. Kai Jai was too lazy to pay attention to Jiang Qi and turned to look at Tang Yunren. Your name is Tang Yunren? Kai Jai asked Tang Yunren knowingly. Tang Yunren frowned, indicating that she didn't want to talk to Kai Jai at all. The more Tang Yunren acted like this, the more Kai Jai felt that she was difficult to conquer. Jiang Qi looked at Kai Jai coldly. He realized from the very beginning that Kai Jai was planning to take advantage of Tang Yunren. Already have Chin Sissy but still want a hug left and right. What a scumbag. Jiang Qi suddenly had an idea and looked at Chin Sissy. Is he your boyfriend? If you flirt with his girlfriend, he will flirt with your girlfriend. Who is afraid of whom? Kai Jai's attention was drawn to Jiang Qi. He turned around and looked at him and immediately became furious. How dare you flirt with his girlfriend in front of him? Are you trying to kill yourself? Seeing that Kai Jai's attention was attracted by him, Jiang Qi secretly exclaimed, I am such a genius. I killed my opponent without any effort. Just when Jiang Qi was showing off, a very discordant system notification sounded. Love experience points 212. Well, this is called playing with fire and getting burned. Jiang Qi picked up a 4 happiness meatball and put it in Tang Yunren's bowl. You are too thin, eat more. Love experience plus 1. Just 1 o'clock. Unprecedentedly small. Looks like I have to keep coaxing her. Would you like some dessert? Whatever. Tang Yunren said these 2 words expressionlessly. In this case, when a girl says the word, whatever, you must not be naive and think that it means whatever. If you really treat it as casual, then you can get rid of being single. Waiter, give me a chocolate mousse. Seeing this, Kai Jai twitched his mouth speechlessly. You are so rude, using his things to coax a beautiful woman. Love experience plus 8. Hearing this system prompt sound, Jiang Qi slowly breathed a sigh of relief. As expected, if he had really treated whatever as whatever, just now, I'm afraid his experience value would become negative again. Although the love experience value is still in single digits, it is better than 1 point. The meal went fairly peacefully. We're done eating. Jiangqi stood up and looked at Kai and Jai. Thank you for the treat. We have something else to do, so we'll leave first. After saying that, Jiangqi left with Tang Yunren. Kai and Jai looked at the 20 or so empty plates on the table, his mouth open for a long time, his mind filled with the horrifying scene of Jiangqi devouring all the food. To be honest, he has never seen anyone who eats more than Jiangqi in his entire life. Is this still a human being? No wonder he is so strong. Qin Sissy's expression was exactly the same as Kai and Jai's. They were both shocked by the scene of Jiangqi sweeping through the enemy just now. This reminded her of the time when she ran into Jiangqi at the entrance of Zhou Fujai a few days ago. Jiangqi was carrying more than 100 buns. At that time, she asked, "Are you ready to eat?" She remembered his answer was that there were 6 people in their family. Now she has solved the case. The point is not that there are 6 people in their family, but that Jiangqi can eat it himself. No, you are such a big eater. Is it possible that the reason their family is so poor is because Jiangqi eats too much? Another case was also solved, which was why Jiangqi was so cold to her. Looking at the harmonious scene of Jiangqi and Tang Yunren sitting together just now, she bet that if they were not together, she could shave all the hair on her body. No wonder Jiangqi ignored such a beautiful woman like her. It turned out that he was already together with the school beauty Tang. She just couldn't understand, was Tang Yunren blind? She actually fell in love with Jiangqi. I can't figure it out. As soon as Jiangqi returned to the hotel, he immediately took off his clothes and sat on the bed. Chapter 131, Caught Kissing. Tang Yunren stared at Jiangqi's perfectly symmetrical muscles with wide eyes. She didn't know if it was her illusion, but why did she feel that Jiangqi's figure was better than the last time she drew him? That's not the point. But, why did you take off your clothes? Tang Yunren had actually looked at Jiangqi's body many times, but she still couldn't control her blushing and heartbeat. Love experience plus 358. Don't you want to draw? How can you draw if I don't take off my clothes? Jiangqi spoke innocently, and in fact he was indeed very simple. He simply wanted Tang Yunren to see his improved physical fitness. Who said you have to take off your clothes when you paint? You mean I'm not wearing enough clothes? Jiangqi said this and started to take off his clothes. Tang Yunren picked up a pillow and threw it at him. Looking at the flying pillow, Jiangqi neither dodged nor evaded. He let the pillow hit his face intentionally and then happily lay down on the bed. In the end, Jiangqi put on his clothes reluctantly. Tang Yunren continued to provide experience points while copying Jiangqi's paintings as she did last time. Love experience plus 119. Love experience plus 236. Around 2:30 in the afternoon, the sun was shining brightly outside, shining through the window glass onto the bed, causing Jiangqi to feel sleepy in waves. Ha tilde tilde tilde. Jiangqi laughed so hard that he could hardly open his eyelids. How about you take a nap? Tang Yunren stopped writing and said, I'm a very dedicated person. I'm still modeling for you. How can I sleep with you? Actually, I'm a little sleepy too. Tang Yunren said this not because she was really sleepy, but just wanted Jiangqi to rest for a while. Then come over and lie down for a while. Jiangqi moved aside to make room for Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren looked at the seat vacated by Jiangqi and said that, although she really wanted to lie down, she was embarrassed to do so. Don't worry, I'm a gentleman. I promise I won't touch you. Jiangqi promised solemnly. Tang Yunren pursed her lips. It wasn't that she didn't believe Jiangqi, she was just really embarrassed. Just when Tang Yunren was hesitating, Jiangqi got off the bed. If you still don't believe me, then lie down and take a rest. I'll just sit on the chair and lie on the table and take a nap. Tang Yunren was unwilling to let Jiangqi down like this. I don't disbelieve you. I just okay, let's sleep together. As soon as Tang Yunren finished speaking, Jiangqi immediately returned to the bed, put 2 pillows in place, lay down first, tilted his head and looked at Tang Yunren, his eyes seducing her, asking her to come over quickly. She has already agreed. It would be bad if she didn't go. Tang Yunren took a deep breath, mustered up her courage, got on the bed, and lay down with her back to Jiangqi. Boom, boom, boom. My heart was beating so fast that I felt like it wasn't my own. Love experience plus 889. Love experience plus 911. Love experience plus 981. Love experience plus 923. Although she had shared a room with Jiangqi before, it was in a car at that time, and there was a gap between the 2 seats. Now the two beds fit together perfectly, becoming one. She and Jiangqi were lying on the same bed. And it's a bed in the truest sense of the word. How could she not be nervous? I was so nervous that my heart was beating so fast that the bed was shaking. So embarrassing. Jiangqi was not much better than Tang Yunren. Looking at the girl who shared the bed with him, who was also the girl he liked at this moment, as long as he wanted, he could press the girl under him and do whatever he wanted to her. But I can't do that. I can only force myself to restrain myself. It feels like a traveler lost in the desert, hungry and thirsty for several days, and finally sees a source of water. That kind of impatience and madness will definitely make you rush forward. If he closed his eyes now and opened them again, and the scene switched to the day when he and Tang Yunren got married in his previous life, he would definitely let Tang Yunren feel his strong love for her without hesitation. The two of them lay on the bed, tense for a long time. About an hour later, the system notification sound of the continuous income suddenly stopped. The world suddenly became quiet. Jiangqi slowly raised his head and looked towards Tang Yunren. Asleep. Listening to the girl's shallow breathing, Jiangqi couldn't help but yawn. He needed to replenish his energy a bit before lying down. He came up to Tang Yunren and kissed her openly. One bite is good too. At least it can satisfy your craving a little. After satisfying his craving, the waves in Jiangqi's heart slowly subsided. He closed his eyes and fell asleep. During the summer vacation, when the sun reaches 3 or 4 o'clock, you can still dry salted fish and boil eggs on the hood of the car. Especially black cars, they cannot even be parked on the side of the road. This kind of hot weather is especially suitable for sleeping in. The two of them slept until almost 5 in the afternoon. Tang Yunren woke up first. After waking up, Tang Yunren found herself lying in Jiangqi's arms. How did she run into his arms? Looking at the handsome face in front of her, Tang Yunren was reluctant to come out of Jiangqi's arms. Snoring, the snoring sound continued. This familiar snoring sound was the Jiangqi she knew. This is the recipe for my past and present lives. She couldn't help but move over and kiss Jiangqi on the mouth. In his dream, Jiangqi felt his mouth was a little itchy, and he licked it subconsciously. Tang Yunren was so shocked that she sat up suddenly and stared at Jiangqi with wide eyes. Plop, plop. The little heart is beating so violently that it may jump out of my throat at any time. Love experience plus 749. Love experience plus 777. What? It took Tang Yunren 3 full minutes to recover from the blockage in her brain. What's wrong with sleeping? And stick out tongue. So uncivilized. Having complained here, Tang Yunren suddenly remembered something, which was a bad habit she had when sleeping. Drooling. She was lying in Jiangqi's arms just now, and she didn't know whether she was bleeding or not. Thinking of this, Tang Yunren hurriedly looked towards Jiangqi's arms and saw the clothes on his chest soaked with saliva. Large wet areas. So embarrassing. Be sure to wipe it clean before he wakes up. Tang Yunren took out a few pieces of tissue paper and carefully wiped the clothes on Jiangqi's chest. Why is it so itchy? Are there mosquitoes? Jiangqi subconsciously thought that there was a mosquito biting his chest, and his intuition told him that the mosquito was not small. Not only did she take a bite, she also kept biting him. This was beyond his tolerance. Jiangqi reached out his hand to catch the mosquito, grabbed it and pinched it. This feels wrong. Why is the size so big? Still so soft. Pinch it again. Also elastic. What the hell? Jiangqi opened his eyes, and the first thing he saw was Tang Yunren's face, which was redder than it could be. Her beautiful eyes were filled with disbelief and undisguised panic. So he wasn't catching mosquitoes. That is... Jiangqi lowered his gaze. Chapter 132, Mind Reading and Business Talk. No wonder. He said, why is it so soft? It turned out that what he caught was not a mosquito, but it was Tang Yunren's wrist. Speaking of which, he just grabbed Tang Yunren's wrist. Why did Tang Yunren's face turn so red? It is as red as a ripe cherry waiting to be picked, delicate and juicy, tempting and delicious. Sorry, I was sleeping so soundly that I felt itchy and thought it was a mosquito. Hearing Jiangqi say this, Tang Yunren breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, her movements on his chest were not discovered. Just as Tang Yunren was thinking this, Jiangqi suddenly felt a chill on his chest and looked down. Why is it wet? Tang Yunren's heart suddenly tensed up. Oh no, we're going to be discovered. What should I do now? If Jiangqi knew that I drooled while sleeping, I would be too embarrassed to face anyone. Jiangqi didn't look at Tang Yunren when he said this. If he had raised his head slightly, he would have found that Tang Yunren's face had turned red again. Wet from sweat? That doesn't seem possible. Even if it was sweat, it couldn't be wet on one side and dry on the other. Did I drool while sleeping? Jiang Qi raised his hand and touched his mouth, which was slightly wet. It's a bit wet. Is it because I drooled while sleeping? Jiang Qi raised his head and looked towards Tang Yunren, feeling a little embarrassed. I'm sorry to make you laugh. I rarely drool when I sleep. Jiang Qi scratched his head embarrassedly. Tang Yunren opened her mouth and then opened it again. It's okay, it's normal to drool while sleeping. Actually, I drool occasionally while sleeping too. Jiang Qi heard Tang Yunren's words and felt that she was just too kind, and said that on purpose to ease his embarrassment. In his opinion, Tang Yunren is so beautiful and has such an outstanding temperament. How could she drool while sleeping? His wife is so considerate and treats him so well. Jiang Qi was very satisfied with today's date. After returning home, he was so excited that he couldn't fall asleep until very late. Actually, it was mainly because I slept too much in the afternoon. No lack of sleep. The decoration style of the hotel has basically been decided according to Tang Yunren's idea. Now the first step is to choose a location. Early in the morning, Jiang Qi called Li Hao out of the house. I haven't slept well yet. It's already past 11 o'clock. You have to know that for students in summer vacation, everything before 12 o'clock is considered morning. Okay, no more nonsense. Why did you ask me out? Rent a floor and open a restaurant. Li Hao was yawning with a long tone and suddenly heard Jiang Qi's words. He stopped yawning immediately and looked at Jiang Qi with his eyes wide open. What did you say? Rent a building. You are not kidding. Let's go, don't waste time, get in the car. 20 minutes later, Jiang Qi drove to Pingchuan Road. Li Hao looked at the restaurants on both sides of the road and said, You want to open one here? No way, there are so many restaurants here. If you open one here, can you compete? I plan to open an antique restaurant. This idea sounds quite novel. Of course I thought so. Li Hao. Not really, showing off your affection so early in the morning. Not only that, Ranran is very creative. She also suggested that all waiters wear hanfu and rent and sell hanfu to customers, so that they can have a real experience of traveling back to ancient times and slow down the pace of life. Hearing you say that, I already have a picture in my mind. To be honest, if it can be driven smoothly, I would like to experience it. Jiang Qi got out of the car and looked around. Which building do you plan to rent? That one, Jiang Qi said, pointing at the restaurant not far ahead. Li's restaurant. Li Hao looked in the direction Jiang Qi pointed. The location was definitely impeccable, but the business was obviously worse than other restaurants. Many other restaurants had people queuing outside to make reservations, but most of the seats in this one were empty. Can we make it happen? As long as the price is right, it's not a problem. You mean you want to throw money at it? I'm not stupid, and my dad's last name isn't Ma. So how are you going to take it down? You'll find out soon. Jiang Qi was considered a successful person in his previous life. If he couldn't even handle a business deal, then his previous life would have been wasted. After Jiang Qi entered the restaurant, the waiter walked over lazily. Hello, everyone. Service attitude, bad review. Jiang Qi originally planned to take over the waiters after buying Li's restaurant. But now, looking at the situation, it would be better to change the staff. I'm not here to eat. The waiter frowned immediately, and his expression was very obvious. I'm here to discuss business with your boss. The waitress's impatient look became more obvious, mainly because she saw that Jiang Qi was young. If it was a middle-aged man wearing a thick gold necklace and a high-end suit, she would not be so impatient. The boss isn't here. Jiang Qi started his mind-reading skills before entering the room, mainly to facilitate better business discussions later. Now he heard the waiter's voice. A young boy who is still wet behind the ears actually wants to discuss business with their boss. Has he drunk too much in broad daylight? Sure enough, she was fooling him. I have something important to discuss with your boss. I told you the boss isn't here. I want to rent this hotel. You want to rent and the boss isn't here. What? The waiter reacted and looked at Jiang Qi in surprise. Li Hao had long realized that the waiters looked down on others and thought they were young and easy to bully. So Li Hao moved a chair over from the side, wiped it with his sleeve, then looked at Jiang Qi respectfully and said, Mr. Jiang, please sit down. He has seen too many things like pomp and circumstance in movies. The big shots, big personalities are mainly set off by their younger brothers. Seeing that Li Hao was acting, Jiang Qi started to cooperate and sat on it with his legs crossed. To be honest, this feeling is quite floating. When the waiter saw this scene, His face immediately changed color. "Please wait a moment. I'll go find the manager and be back soon," the waiter said as he asked his colleague to serve tea to Jiang Qi. Jiang Qi turned around and looked at Li Hao. Both of them were trying not to smile. After a while, a middle-aged man in his 50s came out in a hurry. "Which boss wants to rent this place?" "Boss, it's him," the waiter pointed at Jiang Qi. The boss looked in the direction the waiter pointed, with surprise in his eyes. "So young? Are you kidding him?" Just as the boss was thinking this, Jiang Qi stood up, walked towards him, and extended his hand. "Hello." He spoke in a calm and relaxed tone, with a composed demeanor, which was somewhat inconsistent with his still childish face. This young man doesn't seem to be as simple as he seems. Chapter 133, Jiang Qi was teased. "Hello," Boss Li reached out and shook Jiang Qi's hand. Then the two of them started talking about business. During the whole process, Jiang Qi was quite calm and had clear ideas. He always set the pace and always gave Boss Li the feeling that he was a veteran and cunning man. 3,200 a day is already very low in this area, and it can't be any lower. Boss Li looked quite sincere when he said this. Jiang Qi also knew that 3,200 a day was within his price range. Moreover, it would not be long before Jiangcheng would become a tourist city, and the hotel business would be booming. He was not losing money by buying it at 3,200. But that's not how business is done. Moreover, experience points cannot be converted into RMB now. It's better to save as much as possible. The saved money can be used to buy jewelry and bags for Tang Yunren in the future. And he also heard what Boss Li was thinking. The price in Boss Li's mind must not be lower than 3,000 yuan a day. With such a standard, he can talk freely. So mind reading is quite useful at times like this. "Boss Li, I actually checked it out before I came here. Excuse me, your business is still weak compared to other restaurants. It's 12 o'clock now, which is the peak dining time, but the first floor is still mostly empty. But I can't lose anything either. After all, this is my own old building, and I don't have to pay expensive rent." "Yes, but you can't make more." Jiang Qi's words touched Boss Li's heart. If you run a restaurant, who doesn't want to have a prosperous business? As a result, the more he opened, the less popular he became. He had no popularity at all, which made him very upset. After hearing Boss Li's thoughts, Jiang Qi continued, 3,000 yuan a day, I'll rent it for 3 years. In fact, Jiang Qi wanted to buy the whole place, but his funds were limited. After renting it out, he would have to pay for decoration and other expenses. When Boss Li heard Jiang Qi quote this price, he was stunned. 3,000 yuan is his bottom line. This kid. "If it's difficult for the Fortune 3,000, I won't make it difficult for you. I have other goals to discuss," Jiang Qi said and stood up. Seeing Jiang Qi was about to leave, he suddenly became anxious. "Boss Jiang, I can see that you are very sincere. Don't be anxious. Have some tea. This is the top quality Maofeng tea that I treasure. Try it." "Okay." Jiang Qi sat down again, not in a hurry. Li Hao stood aside and shouted 666 in his heart. It's really obvious. He thought his brother only knew how to play games, but he didn't expect that he could also talk about business, and now they are facing such a big boss. If it were him who was to talk, his legs would have gone limp long ago. Boss Li looked at Jiang Qi's relaxed look and thought that he must have made sufficient preparations. He was right. Many restaurants on Pingchuan Road were in a similar situation to his Li Jai restaurant. They were not losing money, but they were not making much money either. Many of those that were losing money were sold at low prices. To be honest, this building is his own property. Otherwise, after taking the rent into account, he would definitely be losing money and would have to close down. Looking at the current situation in the restaurant, the waiters look listless and bored, and the business is very poor. If things continue like this, it will only get worse. "Boss Jiang, let's take a step back. 3,100, this price can't be any lower. 3,100, they are all odd numbers, which are unlucky. Although I am not superstitious, I still want a good number with a good meaning. How about 3,088? This is not a matter of saving 12 yuan. If you want to save 12 yuan a day, it will be 4,380 yuan a year and 13,140 yuan in 3 years. What can't you do with this $10,000? Apart from anything else, I have checked into a room with Tang Yunren to paint many times." "Okay, 3,088. As a businessman, Boss Li agreed immediately. Boss Li also did the math in his mind. In fact, if Jiang Qi really wanted 3,000, he would agree. Now that he had 88 more, it would be more than 30,000 a year, and almost 100,000 in 3 years, which exceeded his expectations, so he was very satisfied. Once this matter was settled, Jiang Qi immediately sent a message to Tang Yunren. The hotel site has been chosen. After receiving the news, Tang Yunren was obviously stunned. So soon? How can I not be quick? Which one? Lee's restaurant? Tang Yunren checked. So big. Of course I'll choose the big one. Don't you like big ones? I remember you said the bigger the better. It gives you the feeling of traveling back to ancient times. Isn't it expensive? 30.88 a day. In other words, Tang Yunren knew that Jiang Qi was rich. Otherwise, she would definitely be shocked by this number. Tell me quickly, how did you negotiate this? Jiang Qi told Tang Yunren everything about the business negotiation. After listening to this, Tang Yunren pouted, "Why don't you take me with you? We talked too late last night. Wasn't I afraid of waking you up?" Even after Jiang Qi explained it this way, Tang Yunren was still a little unhappy. Love experience points 3. Hearing this system prompt, Jiang Qi hurriedly said, "Actually, I don't want you to show up in public. You are so beautiful, it's too dangerous to go out." Love experience plus 109. At this time, there was a noisy sound outside the door. It seems like someone is coming home. He remembered that Linya mentioned it during dinner 2 days ago, saying that her cousin would come over in a few days. Could it be that his cousin is here? Jiang Qi opened the door and walked out. The girl in her early 20s was dressed in a sleeveless black chiffon shirt and dark blue denim shorts, which perfectly outlined her proud figure. This person is his cousin Zhu Dongyu, a senior student. Although she is not the campus belle, she is just as popular as the campus belle. This is mainly due to her exquisite figure, with a capital S-shaped figure. Hey, Zyro Chi,